Oh, Christ.
He's all right.
All right, we're going live now, finally. Here we go. We had a just disaster trying to order from the UFC TV app. And then so we had to go through the DirecTV, and then we went to DirecTV, and then we had to call in, and I couldn't talk to a person. I had to enter in shit, so I had to find my fucking account number online.
We all panicked a little bit.
Disaster!
We panicked a little bit.
But we're here. Eddie Bravo's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, how you doing?
Bryan motherfucking Callen's here.
Yes, sir, everybody. How are you? Good to be here. Good to be here.
Bryan bought wine. That could be a good or a bad decision.
We're going
find
California first, then we're going to go a little Italy for my boy at Via Veneto, courtesy.
Okay.
Fabrizio hooked us up with a beautiful wine.
Look at this. He's giving shout-outs already. We just started.
No, he gave me some great wine.
Yancy Medeiros won already. We didn't even get a chance to watch the fight because we just got it live. And Brendan motherfucking Schaub.
What's up, dog?
What is going on with that shirt? You are in like a 1980s
He sure is.
movie.
Boy, I'm glad
I
you
look like
mentioned
a
that.
young Michael J. Fox.
Well,
don't I?
You look like a dude who's in one of those break-in movies.
Yeah.
Remember that? You should have a bandana.
You should. You should be a tough guy with a switchblade in an 80s movie. That's what you should do.
Poor Mexican chicks wear jeans of that material.
They do.
Dude,
That's swap meets.
It's in right now.
Is it in? Because that's just artificially
it's in
distressed
now.
in the extreme.
Did you see
All the
that?
kids are wearing it.
They just showed Shogun. Have you seen the UFC light heavyweight rankings?
Yeah, he's like 3.
It's
I
kind of
think
crazy.
he's tied for 4.
It's really crazy. They're gonna have that Ozdemir dude. He's gonna fight Jimmy Manoa.
Are you talking about pound for pound champ?
But he's had 2 fights in the UFC, and he's like number 3 now.
Weird.
Light heavyweight's the weirdest division with
killing
John
it.
Jones out.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
With John Jones out, and Gustafson obviously just rose to the top of the heap.
How good did he look?
God damn, he
Enjoy
looked
that,
good. Eddie, did
fellas.
you watch that fight?
Which one?
Gustafson and Teixeira?
I missed that whole UFC.
Holy
It was
shit.
a
I was on my way
motherfucking
back.
beatdown.
Dude,
Yeah, I missed it.
Gustafson was a ninja.
He's gonna be tough to beat, man.
Dude, he was so on point. It was one of the best performances of his entire career. It was incredible.
Those uppercuts?
Oh my God. Accuracy. The accuracy was insane.
I heard the Fight Companion, but I didn't actually watch it.
Ha.
Yeah.
Dude, he was amazing. Gustafson was as good as I don't think he's ever looked better.
He's gonna be a handful to beat for John and DC.
Yeah, he's coming into his own. You know, he's 30 years old. He's been fighting for a long time. He's had tough fights with John, tough fight with DC. He got beat up by Rumble. You know, and he's took a long time off, came back, and looked better than he's ever looked.
Didn't he? Wasn't he for a second there thinking about retiring?
Yeah.
I think he was.
After he lost in his hometown,
Yeah.
he was just
Yeah.
tough on him. I bet you he's the light heavyweight champ by the end of the year.
He could be.
You think he beats John Jones?
Yep.
Wow.
Who knows,
He
man?
looks
He's the
great.
only guy. He's the
If
only guy
John
that matches
comes
up with
back,
him.
we don't even know what John's going to come back looking like. You
That's
know,
a big
when a
if,
guy
isn't
takes
it?
that much time off, and you know he's who knows? Either he's going to come back better than ever, like Rory McDonald looked in Bellator.
Roy just needed rest, though. He's never looked like, Roy
Right.
just needed rest. He rushed it. John,
Yeah.
he needs a little cocaine and a whore.
Oh Jesus!
Hey, bro.
Well,
hey,
really
excuse me,
Well, he's
sir.
in button-ups and blazers talking about God. I don't need that. I don't like that, John. That's the OSP, John. That was bullshit.
You want the relaxed John who just doesn't devil may care.
I want the 2-day training camp, John.
I want
Yeah.
the John that takes a flying knee for his first opening move against Shogun.
Yes.
When he's 22.
Yes.
Bang!
Bring that
Those crazy
panther out.
spinning elbows.
How about him like bragging that he beat DC high?
He's going for it.
Right?
He's
The
like, I
most-
did coke a week before I
I don't
beat
think.
you.
Yeah, I don't
The
think
best
anybody
line
is
of all
affected
time.
by that, right?
The best line of all time,
Yeah,
I
like,
thought.
Yeah.
exactly. Like his career's not going to be affected by that. It's
No,
like, right now
it's
we accept
better.
that he's
Oh, he's the
he's
bad
a wild
guy.
motherfucker.
No, he's the
Yeah.
bad guy.
It's
I don't mind
better if
that.
he comes clean.
Yeah, be that guy.
Yeah.
We fucking
Yes.
love that guy.
It's always better if you
Yeah.
come clean, period.
Yeah.
because you
Just
can
come
smell
clean.
the fakeness from a mile
Yeah.
away.
What if he turns into like Conor McGregor, but on coke?
Good luck
Yeah.
beating that guy.
I just think if you're caught up in the demons, and if you're completely honest about it, Americans love you. They forgive the shit out of you.
Charlie
hey, I
Sheen.
fucked up again. Exactly.
Charlie Sheen's like the best example of that ever. I mean, who the fuck
right.
ever admitted to doing crack?
Yeah.
Like on a regular basis,
That's a good
talking
point.
about how he does it. That's how I do it. That's how we roll. And then he goes on and gets a TV deal for $900 million.
Yeah, Robert
after that.
Downey
Crazy.
Jr. too.
Dude, he got the weirdest TV
that's
deal
Iron
ever.
Man.
Yeah. Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr.
Didn't he
That's
get
Iron
caught?
Man.
But he went to jail.
He got caught.
He's fucking
Different.
he-she's, right?
What's that?
Iron Man was fucking he-shoes, wasn't
Hey,
he?
I don't know.
Robert Downey Jr., it seemed when I was growing up, was in the news. You always saw him in court for something, right? Robert Downey Jr. was always asking for forgiveness.
Yeah, for being awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
And
every
then the
couple
judge
years,
said-
he was always
Yeah.
like, Robert Downey Jr. is
Yeah.
in court today.
Right.
And you know what? He still makes humongous movies. He makes Iron Man and
killing
shit.
it.
Oh, he's
It didn't-
amazing.
Yeah, we forgive drug problems easily.
It's when
he
you
came
hide
back.
it.
That's
He
how
came
movies
back.
start. Movies start with dudes who are drunks, like an ex-cop, and he gave up on life, and he's just a loser. He doesn't care about anybody.
Throws a pizza in a blender.
And we
Right?
root
That's
for
breakfast.
Not
Right?
only that,
That's
not
right.
only that is we root for Escobar. When you watch Narcos, aren't you kind of pulling for
Yeah,
him?
you really want him to pull it out,
Yeah.
even though you
That's
know
what
the
people
end.
are
Isn't it
pulling
weird?
Yes,
for 'em.
that's when you know somebody did their job as a storyteller. If you're like, it's like that's why Silence of the Lambs was so genius because you liked him and wanted him to be free because you were like, you know what, he does eat people, but he wouldn't eat me.
No,
'Cause
I
he's too
never rooted for
polite.
Hannibal Lecter.
Everyone,
I
you know,
did.
not only did everybody root for Tony Montana, but when I always, anytime I would see that movie another time, I was hoping there would be some kind of alternate ending. I would always, as a kid,
DVD
I go,
release or
why does he
some
have? What is?
It's true.
Why don't he just leave town? man?
just
go
Why did you
there.
go back to your house?
Right, he's like an anti-hero.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were what's his face? It's Larry David show, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
He had that crazy-eyed killer guy, and he played Scarface over his house
a great
24/7.
show.
Like that's what.
Yeah, yeah.
people
I don't
thought.
remember that.
On the ceiling, he had a plasma on the ceiling.
He was
so
playing
put-
Scarface 24/7 in his crib.
loved
He
it.
just had Scarface on it. That's a
God.
funny thing, man. Scarface is a funny movie.
Did I
You know
ever-
they're remaking it.
It's probably the first movie ever with like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Was that the first one?
well, no, not the first one. I don't
The
think.
first big one?
Yeah.
Well, like Clint Eastwood movies were kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he
Well,
kind of a
there
bad
was-
guy?
Yeah, Clint Eastwood was like the High Plains Drifter. He was kind of a ne'er-do-well, came back.
But he would do good things, though. He
Yeah.
wouldn't do shitty shit. He was
Yeah.
never a douchebag,
no,
right?
no, but the
Which one
Godfather.
was
the
the one
Godfather.
where he came back to life, though?
The
Or
Godfather
Godfather's
was
good
that was
example.
a that was a yeah.
Which was the one where he came back to life? Was it High Plains
I think that was
Drifter?
High Plains Drifter.
He came. They beat him and whipped him to death, and he came back to life
Yeah,
as a
they couldn't believe-
supernatural hitman, and he came back and
Oh,
fucked
I don't-
everybody up.
Well, I don't know that was the case, but I know that when High Plains Drifter takes his shirt off and he's got all these bullet marks, and the guy goes, "But you're dead."
Wait, didn't he?
You know?
Wasn't he supposed to be like a ghost?
Maybe.
He came back and killed everybody.
Maybe.
See if that's the case.
Dude,
I'm,
you know
I'm pretty
how
sure
I-
that was High Plains
I
Drifter's
love that movie.
storyline. Was that he was like he came back from the dead. He was a different person. He looked different. I'm pretty sure.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that was.
I only know
fucking
Clint
movie.
Eastwood from his current movies. I don't know his old shit.
You never saw
Oh,
The
dude.
Outlaw Josie Wales,
Nah, young
dude?
shit. Yeah,
no, what do you
young,
mean old
young.
as shit?
No, I'm young.
That movie stands the test of time.
No, I'm young.
Is that the best Clint Eastwood movie?
High Plains. I mean, Outlaw Josie Wales. Man, it's
What
pretty
year did
close.
that come out though?
It doesn't matter. It
Came
could have
out
come
way
out
before our time,
Yeah.
honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, movie
Yeah.
was like in 1970 or something
Yeah,
like that.
but if it came out now, it would still kill.
It's
I
a
don't,
great
I don't
movie.
know too much
Yeah.
about Clint Eastwood. I wasn't really into westerns, but I know there's a bunch you hear Joey talking
Yeah.
about and stuff. I would be interested in seeing a documentary based on his career.
me
back
too.
then.
And
It
the
started.
chicks.
Yeah, it started with the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That was the
with
first
Eli
one.
Wallach. Yeah.
And then how many did he make after
Oh,
that?
dude,
Westerns.
he made
10?
so many. And here's the
They
most.
did them in Italy.
More
'cause
than
it was
that.
cheap.
What?
But here's
Those
the
were
most
all made in Italy?
controversial.
They were called spaghetti westerns because they were
Right.
doing them in Italy because they'd film them in Italy and pretend they were in New Mexico and shit.
That's why
Two,
they called it
two,
that. I always
two-
wondered why.
two of the most controversial moments in movie history with Clint Eastwood. One is he rapes a woman. He straight up rapes her in a barn. He just
Yeah.
you know,
Clint Eastwood.
I can't. Yep.
Yeah.
Rapes a girl
Yep,
in a
and-
movie.
and
What
he's a
movie
hero.
is that?
And he's a hero. And then the second movie
Was
he
that High
plays,
Plains Drifter too?
Nope, it was.
Was he at that point? Was he a
no,
douchebag in the movie,
Jamie,
or was
look
that
up what movie it was.
or was
No.
that just him as
He
a
was a
normal
man.
guy?
No, he was just a man.
And it was
just a
clear
man.
that he raped a girl.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
she,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
she,
yeah.
loved, and then she
With
falls in
Sandra
love with him,
Bullock.
and then she falls in love with him later.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
how about this? Ready?
What is this called?
Ready?
Good luck in that
Look at
pass
this.
today.
Look at this. They're making him do something to his feet.
Oh, yeah,
They're
some
making him
toenails on
Trim
him.
his toenails.
Uh-oh.
They always
Hey,
check your
man,
toenails.
If you got to trim your toenails, do it with a fucking toenail clipper and then file that shit down.
I
You know,
can
Mike
file it down.
Winklejohn. Mike Winklejohn doesn't have a fucking eyeball because of that. That's not bullshit. Like, that's something.
That's true.
That is something very serious and should have been taken care of a long time ago. If I was fighting this guy and I saw that he was doing that to his toenails right before a fight with his fingers, I'd be like, "Fuck
No,
that,
he's
man."
using a clipper. He's using a clipper.
Well, think how sharp
Is he?
it is, though,
Yeah.
to the
But
point
he
to
needs
file
to-
it down.
But he needs
yeah.
to file it
They're
down.
so
too.
sharp. Look at that big
so
toe.
he's trimming it, and then on top, he's going to do the other toe too. The
Yeah.
ref's going to do it now.
Can you imagine if he gogo plata him?
The fucking ref is trimming his toenails, man. Are you serious? This is crazy.
He's very religious.
But they should be polished. You should sand those fuckers down,
Yeah,
man.
I agree.
We don't have
They
time to
should have
sand.
little condoms over
No time
them.
to
They're
sand,
sharp.
brother.
They're
Little
super
mini
sharp.
condoms.
That's not a bad idea, really.
Hey.
Look, fingernails fuck people's eyeballs up. You know, that's a big part of what's going on with these eye pokes.
Yep.
It's not just a blunt object. It's a blunt object with a fucking hard edge to it.
Did you hear Glover? He goes, when I got poked in the eye, I saw 3 Gustafsons. And then he goes, but they go, can you see? He goes, no, but I want to keep fighting. They go, all right, cool. They let him fight. Obviously, I'm glad they didn't stop the fight. And he goes, it wouldn't matter, though. He had my timing. He was faster, but, you know, he had everything.
Well, if he couldn't see out of one eye, that was.
He was getting beat up before that, though, but he did say, he goes, it wouldn't matter.
What does it say, Jamie?
High Plains Drifter had the rape, and I can't quite tell if this is the one where he
How did
actually-
they get
what does
away
it
with
say?
that?
Yeah, that was the.
That's back in the
I
day.
think
Is that
that's
the
one
rape?
of the reasons why he got away with it, because he was this guy coming back from the dead.
Well-
what's the premise?
It says that this is at the beginning. Attractive townswoman deliberately bumps into him in the street, knocks a cigar from his mouth.
No. I don't mean the premise of the
sorry,
rape.
that-
I mean the premise of the movie.
It doesn't really have. It's a long plot here.
Oh,
That
okay.
was
High Plains
5
Drifter?
paragraphs is
Here's
plot.
the other insanely controversial
Kid is
moment
bodied up.
in Clint Eastwood. There's a girl. She's about 8, maybe younger. She saves him from. He's a Union soldier. She saves him from the Confederate soldiers. He saves life. She says, "No, he's not here." And he looks at her, and because he saved life, he turns and kisses her on the lips for about 5 seconds. How about that?
Oof.
Yeah, more than that. It's like you're like, what? I mean, they got
And
away with
that's
some
High Plains
shit.
Drifter,
yeah,
too,
but by the way,
right? But
no,
isn't it?
no,
No?
it was a different movie.
Which movie?
And in this, he wasn't. You knew he wasn't like a pedophile. He was just so happy that his life had been spared that you could never get away with that, and
Right.
probably shouldn't in movies. But the
Well,
70s.
that's what's really crazy is like how much culture's changed since
Yeah.
1970.
Yep,
How much humans have changed.
Mm-hmm. it's true.
I feel like Paulo here could rape a girl and get away with in the movies. I mean, he is a dime piece.
He's a good-looking
You
fella.
seen this kid fight before?
No.
He's
Yes.
a monster.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's
How do you pronounce his last name?
It's going to be tough. You're asking the wrong gentleman here.
He's built like a
have
Greek
a speech
statue.
impediment, Joe, you know this.
Congratulations.
What is Jamie? See if you can find the pronunciation of his name. Well, we'll hear it from Brian Stan.
There's things that
He's
you
always on the
can't do
ball.
anymore nowadays, but there's things now that you couldn't do back then. Like shit seems to be slipping into TV every now and then, and maybe a fuck after 10. They're starting
Yeah.
to. They're starting to.
Oh, look at this.
Let,
Did you see the Wayans? They were talking shit. They had to separate them.
Wow.
Can I
It was
ask you guys
intense.
a question who are in the know? I know that USADA is very strict, but if you're in Brazil, is
How
there,
dare you?
I'm asking
wow.
a question.
This
How
is
dare you.
I'm
unbelievable.
literally just
I
asking.
smell
singling out-
racism.
Wow.
So let's say his name. What do you think his name is? How do you say it?
Ulawale Bambos.
Borrachina.
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 Bamboos.
Borrachina.
Borrachina, and then his name is Oluwale Bambose.
Bambose.
I think
And
it's Bambose.
I think he's from Nigeria. That's my guess.
You think?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Give me some volume.
It'd be hilarious
hear
if
some-
Bruce fucks us up.
Oh, let's hear it. I can't hear my.
Here we go. Let's hear the names. A little louder.
5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of New York, USA, by way of Lagos, Nigeria, Oluwale, the Holy War Angel, Bamboshe.
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 Aluwale Bamboshe. Okay, now listen to this.
Fighting out of the red corner, a striker holding an
It's gonna be a great fight.
record, 9 wins, no losses.
Borrachina.
6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 184 pounds.
That means
Fighting
drunk.
Does it?
Drunk chick. Or little drunk dude.
Borrachina.
Borrachina.
It's like a little
Borrachina.
drunk.
Yeah. I bet you this fight doesn't get out of the first round, gentlemen.
For real?
I don't think so, the way the homeboy fights.
How much volume can we have and still? Really? What happens?
I mean, the sound will get in the feed, and that's
Oh,
what
okay, right. And then we get pulled
Then
off
UFC
of
bans
YouTube.
us.
Goddamn YouTube.
YouTube bunch of haters.
Oh, somebody's
Oh, they're
explosive.
swinging.
You said somebody's explosive?
Yeah, man.
They're both.
Because he's black?
They're both
I didn't say.
explosive.
I said somebody, bro. Don't ever put words in my mouth.
Well, the black guy didn't do anything. Wow, he's explosive.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, whatever.
I wish that was a stereotype for Mexicans.
If anything,
It's
I
so
would say.
funny when you're watching
be
two guys
awesome.
fight like this. When you're watching two guys fight like this, they're so tense. You know, these guys are like when you have a bunch of bad blood between two guys, like you can almost like see it in how like wound up and pulled back they are.
They also don't have a lot of experience though either, Joe. Like that's
Yeah.
only Homeboy's second fight. Mm-hmm.
He's cupped up. Look,
Yeah.
they cupped the shit out of his back.
Yep.
Does that work, Brian? What's going on?
I did it on my
I
knee. and it
personally
worked.
don't believe it
I
works.
did it on my
Worked?
knee and it worked.
How did it work? What did it do?
I had all like this bad blood in there that wasn't moving,
bad blood.
circulating, and
Sounds
it
like
literally
you're,
got it out. It was like darker.
Healer. You sound like
Yeah,
a
it might be
healer.
some bullshit. I don't
Call
know.
it placebo.
Wait a minute. You mean it got it out? How does it get it out?
They poke holes in your knee and then put the suction on it. It sucks the.
Oh, they suck
Like the
blood out of
stagnant
you?
blood, yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Some vampire
Bambouche with
shit.
a high back mount. He's getting a little sloppy there.
He was just
Oh,
a little
Sam,
too
now-
wild.
Yeah, but he's attacking.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, just barely missed that left hook.
Now he's getting loose, guys. He's getting loose.
That guy's jacked.
They are
He
both.
looks like a fella
extremely
you would
jacked.
see on the beach.
Yeah.
With a machete.
The black fella or the Brazilian?
Both of them.
They both look like beach boys.
Yeah, they
Couple
both have
beach
beach
muscles.
bodies.
couple beach bullies.
I was talking about the Brazilian character though. He looks like some dude coming out of the water with a Speedo on,
Yeah, for Dior or
making
some
you
shit.
super uncomfortable about being on the beach with your shirt off.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and run my keto ass away.
Oh, dude.
I don't think he's keto. I just think he's
Oh,
a
nice
beast.
inside leg kick.
Great
by
kick.
Bambouche.
Ooh,
Those
Bambouche
gonna
has,
add up.
Bambouche
that
has
well.
those John Jones legs. Those things are dangerous.
He's very
Bambouche
very stiff with his upper
Oh,
body.
boy.
he just got head kicked.
He throws big shots, man.
And he's
Yeah.
getting Bambuza looks a little tired, guys.
Yeah, and we're only 2 minutes in. See,
right.
that's being all tight and wound up. I mean, these guys got to catch their second wind, and now you see him pacing
And he's
himself.
moving like it, like
looking
nothing's
to
smooth.
spin,
It's all
looking-
fucking
Yeah.
moving.
A lot of looking to spin from him. A couple times.
I like what I'm
loaded
seeing
those
by
hips up.
Bamboozle.
Both guys.
Bamboozle. Hey
I
man,
like it. I think he's
Bamboozle.
badass.
Badass.
Dude, he throws big
Bamboozle.
ass shots.
Bamboozle's gonna
Oh.
lose.
Bambuza.
When he throws, it's big. He
Yeah.
just waits for a shot.
Yep.
He's not fucking around. He throws big shit.
Yeah, it's whether or not he can sustain this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
He'll
like
be
those
fine.
guys.
This is his style. He's
Boy,
like
Gina
Dominic
can just
Cruz.
chill.
Look at this.
Dominic Cruz.
What?
No, he's like.
Yeah, he
He's
keeps
more like
moving to the
Mike
side. He
Tyson.
keeps switching stances.
Oh, tagged. Yeah, but I mean, he's obviously not as fluid as Dominic.
You know what? That
He looked at the
Brazilian's
clock.
throwing heat though.
They're both throwing heat. These guys are two dudes who don't really like each other. Oh, nice
Great
kick to the
kick.
body.
Oh boy. Oh.
He pointed
boy.
to him. He
Oh.
pointed to him. He's like, "Oh, I got you. I got you."
He keeps looking at the
Oh.
clock, or he just says crazy eyes. I
Yeah,
can't
no.
tell.
Oh, he's getting hurt.
He's throwing
now.
wild shit now.
Yeah,
Let's go, Borchina, and go and get Bamboozle out
he's
of here.
come.
Oh,
He's coming.
oh,
Nice.
that's
Went
gonna
to the
hurt. That's
leg.
gonna smart. Oh god.
Bamboche was
oh,
worried
god.
about the body. He's
oh,
going to
God.
the body now with the punches. Oh,
Damn.
Jesus.
I'd like
Gina,
to-
look at
vicious,
this.
vicious
this guy's
body.
no joke.
Damn.
body shot.
His
Ouch.
first fight, he got
Ouch.
performance
Oh,
of the
my God.
night.
He's like Roberto Duran.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Roberto Duran.
Those are
Eddie
kind of hurt
Bravo,
when you're out of
terrible
breath.
comparison.
What are you
tonight.
talking about?
John
Dog.
Jones, Roberto Duran,
Good
Dominic Cruz.
God.
John
Roberto
Jones,
Duran.
Roberto Duran, and Dominic Cruz. It should've-
Come on. No.
none of it made any
I'm
sense.
talking about
Oh, no.
the Brazilian.
Yeah, I know. Oh, beautiful
Oh my
elbow.
god.
Come on.
God,
Yeah.
he's like butterbean
Oh, so
out
he's
there.
better than Duran.
Point at him.
He's
Point
better
at him.
than Duran.
He's like-
Bamboche's he's
Guys,
in
this is
trouble.
a fight. Oh my
He's
god.
better than Duran.
No.
Okay.
No chance.
Better
Judo
than
throw.
Duran.
But
Those
look,
hips-
Roberto
Razor.
Duran's boxing is like some of the best
No.
ever.
God, dog. You guys-
No, the body shots
Yeah,
against
I
the
hear ya.
ropes.
I hear
Come,
ya.
that's like Julio Cesar Chavez right there.
Ah,
I
that's
could have
hilarious.
dropped
Oh,
that.
man.
By the way,
And it
look at
would've
the
worked.
mark on the inside of his knee though, on Borachina's knee. Notice how I rolled the R. Borachina.
I don't think that's the right way to say it, though.
Well, when
But you're
Borachina.
doing it like you're in France or
Yeah.
something.
Borachina.
like you're
I don't think-
Spanish.
You got a good Brazilian accent.
Regardez Borachina, il est très
Oh,
fort.
Yeah, I don't
Il
think
fait
that's...
du lutte dans le box.
Can you commentate in your Brazilian accent for just a little while?
That guy, it's been a while for me, but I'm gonna try now. That guy's gonna go, look, control the posture. Oh,
posture.
You sound-
See, you
Posture.
went
You
French
sound
again.
French.
He goes French.
no, that guys, because I was in France.
They
I
don't
was
usually
Jamaican
say
now.
too much.
It's Jamaican now.
It's in
Studied.
France. Yeah, it's
If they
I
would say
Jamaican
studied
it
France.
would be like
because I was in
posture,
Jamaica,
posture.
then I was in France, but I'm from Brazil.
Posture, control position.
Come on,
Control
Bamboozle,
position.
let him
But
off.
posture, very good posture. Wow,
Out of the first
Bamboozle.
round.
Bamboozle
Couple
made
of
it
guys,
out. Look
he's
at him.
having
Look at
trouble
him
walking.
wobbling, dude. He's wobbling. He is fucking wobbling.
Yeah.
And he pointed to
He
Jesus.
gave it up to Jesus.
Jesus gonna
Jesus-
help him beat this dude's
Watch-
ass.
Jesus
Oh,
better give him
outside
some
leg
fucking
kicks.
oxygen.
Dude, Borachina just poured it on, man.
But
oh, look at these
shouldn't his
ripping
muscles
shots
be
to the
fatiguing
body.
at this point? Because
No,
all the blood?
man. You know what?
All the blood.
That dude's in shape.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, you can be built and still have endurance.
Looks
I
like
mean,
it.
when Tim Kennedy was at his best, he was always built like a tank.
Never got
and
tired.
had good endurance.
Yeah.
Was he
But
was
it's
he
a
shredded? Was
fine-
Tim Kennedy?
Yeah,
Him and
super
Luke
shredded.
Rockhold. You look at those
Yep.
Strike Force days. Both of
Yeah.
them shred city.
But it's a fine line,
mass.
man.
Yeah.
It's a fine line. Like, you get too much mass and not enough conditioning, and you work too much on explosion in the fight and not enough on technique, not enough on pacing yourself.
He's got giant
Dude,
shoulders.
look at Anthony Joshua. He's shredded city.
240.
240 pounds.
240. And came back, you know? Got dropped in the
like
sixth round.
flatline.
Almost.
By that
And then
Russian
came back
right
and
hand.
dropped
and
the next round.
No.
Dropped.
He dropped Klitschko,
Yeah.
and then Klitschko dropped
Yeah,
him
that's
in
right.
the next
That's right.
round.
That's
and
right.
then he dropped Klitschko twice in the final round.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they stopped
Uppercuts
it.
were
Which, by the
crazy.
way, I think was a controversial stoppage. Boy, that guy's built. Holy shit, Borachina.
It's the shoulders.
Stacked.
It's
He's stacked.
Yeah, he is, man.
Yeah.
We'll,
Yeah,
just,
I mean-
we'll just toss it up genetics, though.
But
It's definitely
he's definitely got
genetics.
amazing genetics.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
It's
he
all
definitely
genetics.
does.
Because you know that golden snitch is sniffing around these two like a
Yeah.
fucking
Well, he's young and
bloodhound.
he's got that mesomorphic structure. It
Yeah.
doesn't look out of place.
No, he doesn't
Also,
look like...
Brazil would be a hard place to hide.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look like
no,
a
it
young
wouldn't.
Vitor.
Are you
Brazil's
being-
really
Are
hard.
you being facetious?
I don't know what you're talking about.
did you see that?
I'm saying I'm not accusing
That was a
anybody.
double front chop.
Anybody. Of
Well,
being,
isn't Vitor on the card tonight? We're gonna find out what the fuck is up.
you
If he
Oh
comes
shit!
out,
What is he gonna look like?
Vitor against Nate Marquardt.
Both of them
Tonight?
have
He's gonna
dabbled
Look
in
like
tonight?
that.
Iron Man.
Both,
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna come out looking
Both
like.
of them. They're gonna
both
make
of
a
them.
deal. They're gonna say, "Listen, I'm gonna let my sister pee for me. You let your cousin pee for you."
He
Boy,
just
she is
kicked and
dropping
fell.
bombs.
And now it's going to be bad.
Oh yeah, real bad.
Yeah.
Eddie, what was that
Oh, yeah.
clip that you
Borachina's
posted?
not really
that
tired.
MMA fight.
That's the end of
I
that.
didn't see the fight, but how did it? Oh, Borachina gets the
Damn.
stoppage. Eddie, what was that MMA fight that you posted on your
Holy
Instagram
shit.
where someone
Sick
was
ass
going
body.
for the heel hook?
Allen be tripping.
Oh, shit.
What was that MMA fight you posted on your Instagram today where someone was going for the heel hook?
That was earlier today. It was in the
and
prelims.
and the other dude was beating the shit out of him while he was going for the heel
Yeah,
hook, but
yeah.
then the minute ran out. Who won that fight?
Matthew Lopez.
The guy on top. The guy
that's
throwing
my boy.
bombs.
Yeah, the guy, the Brazilian. I forget the Brazilian's name.
So the Brazilian was a cat that was going for the heel hook.
Yes.
Damn, that was a battle.
Yeah, he put him right in 50-50.
That's tough.
And he had the heel
He
hook,
had him.
and he had it, but he held on. And Matthew Lopez used to dealing with heel hooks all the time.
he's a great wrestler, too.
Yeah, and
Impressive defense, though, man, because he got to death's door. He
Yeah.
got to death's door a couple of times.
yeah,
Real good defense, but damn, hammer fist from hell.
yeah. That's the danger in going for leg locks in MMA. They work,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
some of the
play
times
that,
you're gonna
Jamie.
get smashed.
Jamie's gonna play it. Look it up there. Look it up there on the
Powerful
left.
Matthew
Dude,
Lopez.
I mean, this is like
Oh,
as
that's
close to a
deep, deep.
goddamn heel hook as you're gonna get. This dude's jacking on it and yanking on it, and homeboy Matthew Lopez is a bad motherfucker because he was in pain here for sure, and he survived. Look at this, ding,
Oh,
ding,
he's a tough
ding.
kid, man.
Oh yeah,
and he
man.
still has it. Right here, they should allow a head kicks with the foot.
Oh, fuck
You
yeah.
should be able to
Oh, he
stomp
would've
the
knocked
head.
him out.
100%.
He would have.
He would've
That would
knocked
have
him
killed
out.
it right
Yeah.
there.
Listen, why can you kick someone in the head standing up and you can't kick someone in the head on the ground?
Doesn't
it makes
make sense.
zero sense.
Yeah.
It's a viable move. Look, if you want to say that the guy standing up can't soccer kick the guy in the head or stomp him in the head, okay, we can argue that because
Yeah,
of the
that's
cage.
fair.
Because the guy can't go anywhere. But you can't argue that if they're in that position.
Yeah.
If the guy's going for a heel hook and they're both on the ground, you should absolutely be able to kick, just like you can absolutely elbow to the head, you could punch to the head.
Yeah.
Why can't you kick to the head? It
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
zero sense.
Zero. Up kick should be legal. You're on your
100%.
back. You're on your
100%.
back.
Why? What,
No,
you
but
get a free
they
shot?
might be too hard.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it
Meanwhile,
too
you can
hard?
hit a guy with a wheel kick.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
Meanwhile, you can hit a guy with a wheel kick, but you can't up kick him when you're on your back and he's trying to close in on you. Fuck that. You should be able to go crazy. You should be able to, when the guy's on his knees, you should be able to kick him. 2 knees, 1 knee. You should be able to kick the shit out of him. If you're on your
It
back,
is strange.
You know, I was in Singapore and I hung out with Shatri, the guy who owns Evolve and he owns One FC.
oh, the guy who owns Evolve owns One FC as well.
Yeah. One
Brother
championship.
cheese. Yeah,
And
One
man,
FC.
I swear, I've been to
Got some great
I've
fights.
been to 1,000 UFC
Ben
events.
Askren.
I've never been to an event like this.
Really?
Dude.
Hey, bro.
You won championship as far as production goes and how fuck.
Really?
Who's doing English
It was like
commentary?
prize time?
High level.
Who does English commentary for them?
It's the most incredible. It's like this VIP section was just the way it was all set up was
Really?
just let's just spend there's no budget. It was incredible. Every fighter that came out had its own music video, an own show. They really go off on promoting each individual fighter. Each guy came out and they had his own music video, his own song,
Damn.
cut up.
Who's the big stars over there? Is Askren a star over there?
Askren's a huge star.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
No one's
that
beating
guy,
that boy.
Dude, that guy
Send
has
some of that
mitts.
cheese my way, son.
Bro,
Jesus
why
Christ.
not? Relax a little,
Angela,
bro.
a knife?
You know,
I
the
use
reason
my
I bring,
fingernails, Joe.
Give me that knife, son.
the reason I bring it up, Joe, is I was talking with them and I
Keep
asked
that
him.
fucking goat cheese away from
I
me.
said he
That's
was
a
going
beautiful
he was
problem,
going back
aged.
and forth on the rules, like because they allowed soccer kicks initially.
Well, you see Brandon Vera's soccer kick?
Yeah. So then they eventually he said we got to pull him out. You know, there was a couple.
Really?
Examples.
People's
So they
teeth
pulled
goes
him out.
missing. And,
No, but it's his decision. He doesn't have a commission. He could do whatever he wants. So I
Damn,
talked-
it's just up to him.
Yeah, it's up to him. And he decided to pull the soccer kicks, but and all kicks on the ground. And I said, including up kicks, and he goes, well, technically yes, but he thought about it for a second, or maybe he allowed him. Maybe I'm a little confused, but as to what he said. But he agreed at the end of the conversation that up kicks should be legal. I mean, you're on your back,
Yeah.
and you allow a wheel
So
kick.
there's no
standing.
commission.
You 100% should be able to up kick. At any time, where the guy says one knee on the ground, two knees on the
I
ground,
agree.
no knees on the ground.
It's too gray
You're
right
on your
now.
back. You should be able to get back to your feet. It's a viable technique. And the guy shouldn't be so confident that he can close the distance. Okay? The only reason he's so confident that he can close the distance and get a hold of you is because you can't up kick him when you have one knee down.
Right.
It's a bullshit strategy. It's a bullshit strategy based on a bullshit safety.
So, Eddie, there's no commission out there?
No,
So everyone going Sizzler.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
calls
how
the shots.
crazy.
But like I said, I've never been to a show like that. I mean,
Damn, I want
he
to go.
went
You sold me, bro. You sold me.
seriously.
do you guys think
It's
that,
one dude, Shatri. He's the man. That
What
guy,
ethnicity is that,
guy's-
gentleman?
It's like he just wants the best show.
What
The
ethnicity?
he's half Thai, half Japanese.
Who does the commentary for English?
Does Rich Franklin do it?
Rich Franklin just moved there to
Powerful
work
Rich
for him as a
Franklin.
VP.
I love me some Rich
Rich
Franklin.
Franklin, Ben Askren wants to move there, and Shatri's
Ben Askren wants to move to Singapore?
and work for ONE FC.
Holy shit.
After he's done biting?
He's thinking about
Frankie
retiring. Askren's thinking about
If
retiring.
Askren never gets to UFC, that's such a fucking shame.
Yeah, that guy's an animal, man. I can't see.
He would
any-
beat our champ right now.
do you guys think
How
that you
dare
should,
you.
Joe? Do you think it should be illegal to be if you're inside control to knee the head?
100%.
Really? What
100%.
about when you're on your hands
And
and
we-
knees?
Should be able to don't be in that position.
Right.
If your guy can get you inside control, you should be fucking scrambling like a wild cat. If you're not scrambling like a wild cat, it means you're compromised. And if you're compromised, it means you either got too tired or you got too hurt, and that guy should be able to capitalize. A knee to the head when you're down, the only time it's a problem in my eyes is when you can't move your head. That's why Pride was superior in that respect, because they had those ropes. So you can go under the ropes and avoid soccer kicks, you could avoid stomps, you could avoid knees. The only argument against soccer kicks and stomps and knees to the head is the fucking cage. Getting your head pressed up against the cage and getting stuck. In my opinion, that makes it a problem.
Yeah.
Because the guy can't get out of the way of a strike. So then the artificial boundary of the cage becomes a weapon. It becomes... And then obviously you can strategize to get the fuck away from it. Don't let it happen to you. If it does happen to you, it's very dangerous. It makes fights more exciting because there's more opportunities for KOs, but you're going to shorten careers too.
I have a different point of view on it in that I don't think that when you don't have knees to the head when you're inside position or when your hands are on the ground, or for example, soccer kicks, I don't think it makes, if you added those things, think it would do two things. It would not make the sport more exciting, but it would make it more brutal and it would probably shorten careers. So in my opinion, it's brutal enough and there's enough technique to...
You're talking like you're on CNN.
I know, but to not allow certain
But up
things
kicks
I
aren't
think-
more brutal.
yeah, up kicks are
It's
a
not-
different story,
or
actually.
they're not- okay.
And I also think if somebody's trying to rip your knee off and you can kick them from that position, I
Or
think
an
that's...
ankle lock? Yeah.
Yeah, you could break
you should be
someone's
allowed
skull
to do that,
and break
right?
their brains if they got their head caught in a bad spot, and you actually stomp on it 100%.
Can you
could
imagine if
actually-
Brock Lesnar gets a hold of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man.
That's why you need the
fighting-
open mats, no
that's-
cage.
Exactly.
Get
that's
that
what's
bullshit-
up.
Oh,
That's what
God.
we're talking
Rogan
about.
Fighting Championship.
Rogan Fighting
Oh, and I
Championship.
also asked him I asked him about. I go, what if a fighter wants to wear spats, or a rash guard?
Like Aoki?
Can he wear a rash guard? Yeah, whose decision is that? He goes, my decision. I go, so can women wear rash guards all the time, and it's never a problem in an MMA fight. It's never like, what do we do with the women's rash guards? We can't have them fight topless. What are we gonna do? It's just like you just wear a rash guard, no big deal. There shouldn't be a rule prohibiting male fighters from wearing rash guards, in my opinion. I mean, it's not a big deal for women. Why, and he agreed.
You want everyone a rash
He said he
guard
would let
in
anybody wear anything because you
open
want to
field.
wear a gi in ONE FC. You could wear a gi.
Yeah,
you
that's
could
the
wear
way to go.
Aikido pants if you want in ONE FC.
I think you should be able to wear a gi, and I think you should have
come on.
no gloves. I think gloves.
Oh, my God.
If you can knee someone in the head, elbow someone in the face, you can kick them in the head with your fucking shin. Dude, my shin is so much less vulnerable than my hands.
Should we get rid of
Anybody's
weight classes
shin.
too?
No, but
We're
you
talking
should take away the padding on
common
the
sense,
knuckles.
Brad.
Why have if you're gonna have padding? We should have padding on the shins. We should have padding on the knuckles. We should have absolute padding on the heel, because the heel's the most dangerous, in my opinion. Because I could wheel kick something, you could hit something really hard, and it doesn't really hurt your heel.
Right.
Like you punch someone in the head, you have a really good chance if you hit the forehead of breaking your hand. I've never heard of a guy wheel kicking a guy in the head and hurting his foot. I mean, I've hurt my foot to the point where I was limping, but I never hurt my foot.
Didn't break
Like,
it.
I never broke it. It was like owie, but
Yep.
that was owie off of someone's fucking head.
Right.
Like the idea that you could pad up your knuckles, you don't pad up your heel, is crazy. Your heel's a goddamn hammer. I mean, what's that dude's name? There's a dude who just fought in Bellator recently. I'm going to pull this up because I told this kid I would give him props, but he knocked out somebody with an axe kick.
I saw that.
This
What?
motherfucker.
But
yeah,
that's
he
hard
has
to
a taekwondo
do.
background.
That might be the only time ever.
Hey Joe, it was after the main card though, right? Like he was the next fight.
He was on either before the main card or after the main
Because
card.
the Bellator do so there'll be the main event and then it's over at TV and then they'll have guys fight after.
Yeah.
Like one or two guys fight after.
Okay, homeboy, his name is
Some shit
Alfier
you guys would
Davis. Yeah, Alfie R. Davis. And he axe kicked the dude. He axe kicked the dude and KO'd him. Which, sweat this. Doom. Oh, wait a minute. Go again. Back it up again. Here we go. Watch this.
Oh, no way.
Come on.
No
Get
way.
some.
I told you someone was going to do that eventually.
Dude.
Because that's happened. I've seen that happen in
People
Taekwondo.
never throw 'em.
I want to see
You
it
don't
happen
see 'em
with
'cause people don't throw
front
'em.
foot hook kick. That's what I want to see if that
Dude,
ever
I don't
happens.
think
It's already
that's
happened.
Bellator,
That's
though.
Derek the Black Beast Lewis. No, that wasn't. That one wasn't.
Oh,
That wasn't
word.
Bellator. But
Yeah.
that dude just
There's
fought
our
in Bellator.
answer.
But Derek Lewis got knocked out by Sean Jordan with a front leg hook kick.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Sean Jordan, who's 250 pounds,
260
built
probably.
built like a
Built like
brick
a
shithouse.
Human
Yeah.
British bulldog.
But can do backflips.
What?
Yeah, Sean
Played
Jordan
fullback at
hit him with a
LSU.
hook kick, front leg Bill Wallace,
That's
Superfoot
awesome.
style hook
That's
kick to the
awesome.
chin.
Yeah, Sean Jordan was a freak.
He's a freak athlete.
Here it is.
Here it is. Watch this.
Oh,
Boom.
what?
Yeah, that was Derek
on.
Lewis's last loss. Actually, it looks like he brought it from the back leg.
Yeah, and it looked
Look
like
at
it was
that.
almost a side kick, right? Was
No,
it? Let's see it
watch.
again.
No, it's definitely a hook kick.
No, you're right.
And
It's
when
a
they
hook
show
kick.
it in slow motion, you see the hooking. But
Lewis
it could
lost to
be,
Mitrione
you're right,
after that,
it
right?
could be a shitty side kick.
Yeah, it might be a shitty side
I mean,
kick.
look at that. No, that's a straight up hook
That's
kick,
a hook
son.
kick. It's
That's
a
a
hook
straight
kick.
up hook kick.
Does he have a karate
Heavyweight?
background?
Amazing.
Do you know that?
Look
Do you
at
know if he
this.
has that karate background?
Boom! I mean, that's amazing. And Derek's like, what in the fuck?
You don't train
that's
for
good.
that as a heavyweight.
Well, he's a crazy athlete. Football background. can
LSU
do
football, yeah. It was supposed to go to the NFL. then
Full
got-
backflip
Yeah.
at 250 pounds. Full backflip.
God.
Woo! Flies through the air.
God.
And he built like just a troll.
Yeah.
Like
Straight
he's
up
built
troll.
like the thing from Fantastic
Like a
Four.
fat
I watched
troll.
a guy. They said he was going to UCLA as a fullback or whatever he was, and he was that big, and he was dunking a basketball. He was just standing there and just jumping up, and going, "Kadoosh!" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, Sean Jordan was supposed to go to the NFL, but he got caught with some Brazilian supplements crossing the border.
Oh, what?
And the
Did he?
NFL was like,
Oh,
we're good.
No,
We're all
really?
set. Yeah, pretty
Oh,
sure.
Whoopsies.
He's a freak, though.
You got to send those in the mail, son.
Yeah, come
Name-
on.
name Mark
Is this amateur? I get a P.O. box.
You get a stuffed animal, put it inside the stuffed animal. I'm sending teddy bears to a sick kid.
Have your
you
buddies
fuck.
have nothing to lose put up their ass. Come on. What are you doing,
Come on.
bro?
Listen, if
Powerful
you're 32
Nate the
years
Great.
old and you still have student loans, it's time to become a mule.
Time to become a mule.
God, I hope
Seriously,
Nate wins, man.
If we had if one day in the future you have 100% transparency, and you get to see all the crimes that are committed all across the world. How many times per day are dudes coming across the border with drugs up their ass?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Are you
god.
kidding me?
I got him in my ass right now.
Yeah, I've been offered a few.
What's the number though? 100 a day or more?
Oh my god,
Probably.
way more.
1,000 a day.
Yeah.
A couple dudes the other day got caught going through Kennedy, I think, with coke taped all over their body. They just made them look
Jesus.
fat.
That's
See if you can
amateur.
pull that up. See if they
Yeah.
pull that up. Well,
That's
you can
a-
get randomly touched down, man.
Yeah.
That's a big risk.
Dogs,
that random,
too.
Plus but I think dogs can only smell one thing, and they usually use them for bombs.
No, because with drug dogs though, they can smell. You know, they
Right.
have
Cocaine?
They'll have
Right.
Yeah.
With drug dogs, but
I don't know if
look
that's
at this.
true.
Look at this. These legs.
That motherfucker.
Oh, they did a
football
good
pads.
job.
Dude, that's very smart.
Did a
but
good
that's
job with the
big
legs.
Hey,
time.
put that in your ass.
You know what he should have done? He should have got it shaped like one of those Batman suits where all the muscles are like
Yes.
nice
He's
and
in
smooth.
He's in deep
That's the way to
shit.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in deep shit.
Oh, yeah, he's
man.
going to jail. He's going to get
See,
fucked
look,
in the
oh,
ass.
oh, look at that vagina.
Cocaine
Look,
in a
that thing was in
vagina.
a vagina.
Wow, that looks
That's
like a
a
turkey.
large-
That's a
yeah.
butterball.
That's
That
a-
bitch has a big pussy.
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, I feel
Yes.
sick now.
Once you've had a few kids, I guess you could probably get a turkey in there.
I was cool with the ass play, but that makes me
Have you
feel
had like
sick.
6 kids? Half a pound!
That's
Jesus
impressive.
Christ!
In her vagine.
Think about, well, wait a
Just
minute.
say
How
what
heavy
ethnicity
is
she is?
cocaine? If you pack it tight, isn't it like a rock? Half a pound might only be like a fist.
I don't know.
know,
That
we
looks
might
like
be-
a big tube.
We
right
might
there.
be giving this gal more credit than she deserves.
Look at the size of that fucking thing. That thing is almost.
yeah, but we're
almost as
no
thick-
perspective. We have no perspective.
no, it's almost as thick as my cock. If you
Yeah,
look
that
at
could be a pill. Oh, look at Vitor coming out for the last time. Maybe, what if Vitor, like, I mean, he's only got one more fight left in his contract. He thought this was the last fight, and then he was
fucked
going to
up.
leave. Yeah, he fucked up. He didn't count right. Not a good sign. And then one of the other things he said recently that was crazy is, like, he wants to make UFC bigger than Uber. And everybody's like, hey, homie, Uber is crashing right now. I don't know if you understand, like, the amount of punishment that Uber is taking
They had
online.
a huge
Really?
loss in the
Yeah.
first
Uber-
quarter.
Uber is
$300 million,
falling
$300
apart.
million
Really?
loss in the
Also-
first quarter.
Yeah, all
What?
sorts of controversies attached to Uber.
Like what?
Oh,
Fired
that's a good question.
The CFO, so they're firing a bunch of people.
Yeah.
They're
They
in
had
a
some
little bit
legal
of trouble.
issues, but they'll come back.
Yeah,
Because
but
we
don't
all
say
use it.
UFC's going to be Uber.
Yeah, but it's
it
just a
wasn't
weird
because
time
of
to
the
say Uber.
The actual idea and the service didn't work out, or was it just bad?
That's a good question. I don't know what, I looked at it peripherally. Like, I saw, like, oh, Uber's in trouble again. Uber's in the news
The
again.
president has said some shit that they've lost a lot of money, and it helps Lyft.
Yeah, that Lyft is the new version, right? That's
It's
what
like-
a lot of people use.
It's like the 99-cent store for Uber. It's kind of
Everybody I know uses Uber, and they rely. It's awesome.
You ever
I
fucked
use
up?
it all
You
the
ever
time.
fucked up and got Uber pool on accident? And people saying there's like
Yes.
6 people in the car.
Yes.
Like, God
Yes.
damn it.
You were trying to save money.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
trying
like,
to
oh.
get somebody.
No,
in
I just
Uber.
did it on accident because it automatically
Yeah.
goes to it. I'm like,
You
where
gotta
the
go
fuck?
to-
I'll
yeah.
just fucking wait.
Other people's
Yeah.
houses
Yeah, I'm like,
first.
no, get out of here, please.
I got an Uber for my friend, and he was going to my podcast, so I'm watching him from his house, and I'm watching the car do all these fucking turns. Like,
Look how flexible
fuck is he
Vitor
doing?
is. Jesus Christ. Yo, Vitor's crazy flexible. He's just doing stand-in splits.
Oh yeah.
He's a fucking athlete, man.
Oh my God, one of
I
the
mean,
greats, man.
If this guy never had a chemical controversy, I mean, if we had a frozen time machine from 1997 on and he got it all dialed in, he'd be
Bro,
one of the greatest of all time.
He's just the one that he's one of the ones that got caught.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Well, so, for sure, but he's also an interesting case. Vitor is, in that he's had like these spectacular victories and then also some really brutal defeats. And his spectacular victories are very rare because he's a sprinter. He attacks you and sprints at you, which a lot of people don't do. Like Vitor just dings you a little bit, and then he sprints.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
Has he ever?
it doesn't
back in
work
the
these
day.
days. Really, guys know it,
That's
right?
I don't know. See, in the TRT days, it absolutely worked. But he's also 40, right? So it's like
Every bit of 40.
man. Like, what is? There's something to be said for the strategy. If you hurt a guy in MMA, you have little gloves on and you just fucking swarm him. But you're going all in. You're pushing all your chips in.
You're all in.
Chael
Has he
Sonnen
ever
said it
been
best.
down? Has he ever been down and come back? That's the question.
Yes.
Vitor. Wait, when?
Anthony Rumble Johnson. He got
Correct.
fucked up by Rumble Johnson in Brazil. Rumble didn't even make 185. Rumble was way over 185. This was back when Rumble went up from 170 to 185.
So crazy.
Didn't even make 185. Put a beating on Vitor and then ran out of gas.
He choked him out. Vitor choked him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who else choked Rumble out that people forget about?
Yeah.
DC did.
Rich Clemente, motherfucker.
Old school.
Old school. How about that? Rich Clemente, who used to fight at 55.
That was that young,
Okay.
dumb Rumble.
That's so crazy.
That's
Well,
crazy.
You know what it was? 100%. He cut too much weight and he couldn't sustain.
Yeah, no shit.
When we did
Yeah.
Warrior, he
God.
he was walking around at 235. 235. I remember asking him. He said, "You're a giant." And I said, "You're going to suck down to 170." I go, "How are you going to do that?" He goes, "I'll make it." And he did.
Such
And
a
he made
bad
it.
idea, man.
Well, I
mean, that's
think that's
crazy
one of the
weight.
reasons
65
why
pounds?
he had this bad feeling about MMA in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, when he says he doesn't like fighting MMA, Jesus Christ, you're one of the top 2 fucking light heavyweights on the planet. Top 2 or 3. I mean, Rumble beat him. I mean, DC beat him the last time. Oh.
Look at these two veterans.
Oh, round
These two
1,
awesome
Nate
veterans.
Marquardt, Vitor Belfort, 455, 454, 453, 452.
Couple of Mount Rushmore
Couple of
fighters here.
veterans.
Didn't sync earlier. And for those who don't know, Brendan Schaub extensively trained with Nate Marquardt back in the day, and you said you never saw him lose a round.
Never. And you know,
People don't realize,
you
right?
know, Vitor and Nate trained together too. For the Rumble Johnson camp, we all flew out there to help Vitor. So they know each other a little bit, and they're also Jesus brothers. If you don't know that,
Yeah, they are.
they're also brothers in.
We're going to see who
religion.
Jesus likes the most in this fight.
Yo, Nate is looking quite thick.
Yes, he is. Strong as shit.
Dude, Nate is a freak athlete, man.
Yep.
Super freak.
He's awesome.
Been fighting since he was 17.
It's almost like Nate just missed the time periods. You know? Like if Nate in his prime. Whoa, Nate is coming strong here, man.
Yep.
He looks very confident. He looks very fast too, man.
Oh.
Look
Great
at that
takedown.
beautiful trip. Vitor on his
Inside
back.
trip.
Vitor on his back is not good. This is not good, except against John Jones. Against John Jones, John was slacking, left his arm out there, and Vitor pulled off the rare armbar off his back.
He
and it
popped
looked like
John's arm.
Dude, it looked like he was winning that fight.
Oh,
Those
look
don't
at
really
these.
do much.
Hey, B, don't.
Sorry.
They annoy you, but
Sorry.
look at Vitor with the elbow from the bottom was actually very strong.
People sleep on Nate's jiu-jitsu too. He's a legit black belt.
Legit. And he's a fucking strong dude, too. And if he could hold Vitor here and beat him up, and he's doing aggressive shit, too, like he's sticking his fucking
This
head
is
in
the
his
old
face.
Nate, man.
Yeah.
It's such a smart move by Nate because Vitor, like you said, he's only dangerous in the really the first round. After that, he tailors off so bad. So for Nate, this and the second round, I bet he TKOs him.
Well, especially the Vitor of today,
That's what I'm saying.
his testosterone levels, he says, are super depleted, and he's got a real problem. And
Yeah.
I mean,
See it on his body.
it's a weird argument, right? I mean, why are they depleted? You're only 40.
I don't stand him up. That's a dominant
That's
position.
terrible. That's terrible.
Oh, fuck you.
It's Brazil, bro. We
Yeah.
want to see people bang.
Yeah, but that's terrible. They're doing that because it's Brazil.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
I don't know how many warnings he gave him because
Oh.
we're not listening to the commentary.
Well, he's trying to move. Vitor's tying him up.
Well, you know what it looks like to me here? It looks like Nate is like super confident coming in here. This is a Nate who knows his opponent and feels real good about his chances. He looks confident. He doesn't look tentative at all.
I think Nate knows he's.
Vitor just physically does not look that good.
Vitor's just waiting for that one.
Like
big boom.
look at the excess body weight around his waist and his
Yeah.
legs look kind of.
That's his endocrine
He's
system.
40 though, guys.
Yeah, but
Dude,
it's
there's how
just
many
a few
55
years
years
away.
I'm 50 and I don't have that. And by the way, his endocrine system is probably a little bit, compromised.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
he also. Oh shit! Get out of there, Nate.
oh, shit.
Now he just tripped.
Oh,
See, this is what you can't do.
Caught that one to the body.
Way to go, ref.
But I mean, he caught it on his elbows.
Fucking scrub.
Ooh, front leg side kick to the leg. I love that kick.
It's got some tricks, kids.
I love that people are doing that now. That's a legit technique. The people think that it's damaging to the knee.
They think it's dirty.
What about heel hooks? Look, it's a good technique. If you can kick the leg, that's a good way to kick the leg. I mean,
Correct.
what are we doing here? You could blow a guy's knee out with a regular tie kick.
I can't believe that's even a debate.
I can't believe it is.
People
either.
just think it's dirty. The Jackson camp are really the ones who started it.
They do it brilliantly.
Yeah, they really do.
And they also do it with that elliptical kick, which are what's not elliptical kick? What am I working on the word? Oblique kick. That's
Yes.
a beautiful kick. That's a beautiful kick because it's weird.
Oh,
Did he go to the face
what?
with that?
That's that Aurora fucking flying knee.
You
son.
calm down to my left over there, whatever your name is.
It's Brendan Schaub.
Oh, sorry. Brendan Schaub. You fought in the UFC. Never mind.
Vitor does not look good here.
I get excited. My test starts spiking, guys, when I watch fights. Just
Bro,
so you
is
know.
it? Bro,
What
Yeah,
about
bro.
when you hear engines? They say it when you
Never.
hear-
No, it goes down.
Bro,
I'm not in the
hey,
cars.
if you want your testosterone to spike, and no disrespect, bring up Vitor's wife. Good God,
Yeah.
God mighty. The Brazilians know how to make a woman.
I thought you were going to talk about my stand-up and coming to my show.
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Is it in Irvine? Oh.
It's in Irvine, June 8th, 9th, and 10th.
That was a good jab
Glad
by
you brought that
Vitor.
up.
Yeah, really
And
good jab.
Nate gave him a finger. Like, yep, you got me there.
Oof.
The one finger, not the bad finger.
Right.
Nate
We
Dogg
got
can
it.
box.
Oh, nice leg
Couple
kick there.
front foot leg kicks,
I
guys.
think he said, no, you didn't get me.
Is that what he said?
Oh, great kick.
Jesus, Nate.
The thing is, where do these
Might
guys
have-
go after this? You know what I'm saying? Like the winner of
Bellator.
this
To heaven.
One FC.
to
The offer's
Ryzen.
there. Vitor's going to show up
To
wearing
the
a gi.
after party.
Vitor's going to dress like a sambo fighter with shoes on. Combat sambo. I love it. They just went like, let's take this, but not this. Let's take the shoes,
Look at me.
but not the wrestling singlet. Let's go with the gi, but not the pants. Okay.
Not the fence.
And headgear. We go with headgear.
Oh, bro, I forgot Vitor's at TriStar.
I was going to say, is that Fahas Arabi?
yeah,
Yeah.
Vitor's at
Oh,
TriStar.
shit.
No, Faraz Sahabi, not
meant that.
Fahas
I meant-
Arabi.
What'd he say?
No.
Fahas
Oh, it's,
Arabi.
That's racist, Brian.
Oh, it's Faraz Harabi. Okay.
Oh, damn, his cheese is damn good, Bryan Callen. I'm sorry if I'm chewing into the microphone,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
I got your wine. I got your cheese. I got your.
This-
We're going to Italy next.
Cheese
You ready
is
for
pretty
Italy?
good. I'm already going.
No, you're
When are you
in
going?
California, Bubba. You're still in California.
Oh, with the
I'm gonna let
wines.
Eddie finish off
When are
California.
you
a
going to
little bit.
Italy?
I don't know. Working on it, but not for comedy, just for hanging out. I went to the Amalfi Coast last year. I had a great time. It felt real good.
Where the fuck is my cup, B?
It's a
Oh,
real-
you never
sorry,
gave me a
buddy.
refill.
Oh, sorry, pal.
There's something about the way people
go to
live
Italy.
in other countries where they're super relaxed and let me tell you something, man. I had a really interesting conversation with a cab driver. This cab driver was driving us around.
Who takes cabs?
I do. We were in a place and they had a cab, and we got a cab. They have cabs there. I don't even know if they have
okay,
in
gotcha,
Italy if
in
they
Italy.
have Ubers.
Oh, word.
But here we're round two. But one of the interesting things the guy said, he goes, I want my children to grow up in America. And I said, why? And he goes, man, there's opportunity. He goes, here, there's not much you can do. He was a smart dude, and he was a cab driver. And so we started having this like kind of cool conversation because he spoke, I believe he spoke 4 languages. He said he was a very smart
Where was
guy.
this be?
This was in Amalfi Coast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where's that?
It's
Italy.
in Italy. It's there's a place called Ravello and Ravella or Vello.
I think it's Ravella.
But anyway, it's beautiful, gorgeous. I mean, it's just pretty. The beaches are nice. The ocean's gorgeous, and the people are just awesome people. Just so nice and friendly and interesting. But they don't have a lot of opportunity as far as like careers.
It's more the simple life.
According
there,
to this guy, I mean, if you
According
live
to the
there,
cab driver?
don't. Yeah, according to this. But the cab driver was very educated. He was a smart fucking dude. We got super lucky.
shit.
We went there and we went to Rome. And when we went to Rome, we had a really good guy. Oh, front leg round
dude,
kick.
this is Nate Marquardt, ladies and gentlemen. Don't
Oh, and he clipped him with
fucking
that
sleep.
right hand. Dude, he clipped him
38
with
years
that right
old,
hand.
killing
I
it.
hope he
He
takes
looks
him down
good.
again.
God, he
He
looks
looks good.
great. He looks fucking great.
Hey, B,
very
this
jacked,
wine is
too.
earthy, bro.
It's a beautiful wine,
It's
right?
that good?
super earthy.
Is that good?
Do you like it?
It's
I
a little
love
too
it.
earthy for me. I'll
Oh,
go
really?
more fruit.
Oh,
I'll
Vitor just
open
hit him
one.
with an
I got one.
uppercut. Vitor just tagged him with a left uppercut.
Why Nate shake his head? But he's loud.
Oh! Head
Ah,
kick by
fuck.
Vitor.
Vitor's like a great
the
white.
uppercuts.
Oh, time up, Nate Dogg. Yes.
No, mate, Nate's coming back.
Yeah, this is a
Jesus.
fight, guys.
Woo, what a
Holy
fight.
shit, what a fight.
Good right hand by
fight.
Nate Dogg.
What a fight, man.
Is this an argument for no testing?
Yes, it is. Fuck yes, it is. And I don't care what anybody says.
Well, neither one of these guys are.
They're testing him there. I'm kidding.
They're testing him, yeah, but still, I would like to see
Good body kick.
guys who need a little help fight for longer.
It's called the Masters division.
Nate Marquardt is one of the only guys that's ever been pulled
How
from the
dare
card.
you, Jamie?
Is that real?
How dare you?
That's
How
horrible.
dare you?
Put that back up.
How dare you?
Put that back up so we can look.
God!
Vitor from
Well, that's
2012.
insane.
Vitor
God!
from 2017.
That's a beautiful look.
It's incredible.
I got to get on testosterone right now.
I don't
That's
think. I think that's
incredible.
more than test.
All right, well,
Well,
I'm going to do
it's-
whatever he's doing.
It's post-endocrine crash, too, on the right-hand side. Like a healthy-looking dude who's 40 years old on the
Double jab.
right-hand side could be pretty jacked.
And apparently the bird
He's
flu. He looks
compromised.
terrible there.
Yeah, well, it's compromised. His endocrine system's compromised. But Nate is one of the only guys that's ever been pulled off of a card because he was on legal TRT, and his shit was so high. They were like, hey, no. He was supposed to be fighting Rick Story.
Yeah. And then
And he
Charlie
won a-
Brenneman went in
Charlie
and he
Brenneman
beat him.
beat him, yeah. beat him by
To
decision.
Nate's defense, I know exactly how this went down. The doctor, Nate
Yeah,
didn't
I remember.
administer the shots himself. The doctor did. And he's like,
Yep.
no, you're fine. And Nate was like, you sure? And he goes, yes, and gave him the shot.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Oh.
went with Dr. Feelgood.
Nate's looking good. Nate's looking good, man.
He looks real good.
Did you guys know he had a red beard? Look at that.
Switching up. Look at this.
Vintage Nate, Doug.
Yeah, Nate is he's switching up good, and he's also turning that left leg in good, like to get ready to check that kick. He's sharp, man.
Nate's a better wrestler. I wish he'd do more takedowns.
Well, he got that one in the first round. He got stood up. He might be a little bit
So
hesitant
stupid.
now. You might say, "Oh,
Nate's body's looking very good.
we're
He's
on
looking
the
in shape. Oh, look
the
at that.
Poha rule plan here."
Poha.
Poha.
Poha. What does that
Stand
mean?
up.
What does poha
It means
mean?
fuck. It means balls. It means dick.
Hansel Gracie
It
used to
means
always say
shit.
that. He'd always be like, poha.
It's like
when you get mad.
fuck. It's like when you say fuck. You know, you can say fuck or you can say shit. It's the same thing. You know.
Okay, some of his blacks be like, do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, poha.
Dude, do you remember when Nate Dogg fought Woodley in Strikeforce for the belt?
Yes.
Did the
Lit him
Mortal Kombat
up
straight
like
up combo?
a Christmas tree. That Nate Marquardt, that finish was one of the finest. Oh, look at that, the big cut on Vitor.
Oh!
He went with the head kick.
Made a lot of scar
Dude,
tissue.
Oh, and again to
Oh!
the body. Nate
Nate Dogg.
Oh, he
Get him, Nate
he
Dogg.
stung him with
Dude.
that right hand.
Yeah, he did.
Nate is no. Oh!
Oh,
No,
he's
no,
swinging.
Shit.
Dude, Nate looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Not since the CB Dalloway fight has he looked this good. And that was a one-punch knockout.
He knocked him the
Oh,
fuck
when he
out.
knocked
CB
Damian
got
Maia out,
crazy.
too.
Yeah, but that was way back in the
Yeah.
day.
That's super old school.
That was
However,
at 85.
Dude, I'm calling it. If he knocks out Vitor, let's bring on Anderson Spider again.
Oh, my
Let's,
God.
let's,
High
let's
kick.
bring it back.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
if he
these
looks
guys-
as good as he looks here? Dude, if he looks as good as he looks here, I might have to go with Nate.
Right?
Oh! But listen,
Dude,
if
this is
Vitor
a
pulls
great
through this,
fight.
if Vitor pulls through this, how about him
Glorious,
versus
glorious.
Anderson too? How about that?
Anderson's
How about
not
that?
trying to have it.
How about that?
Vitor's going to sail off to Rise and just go Bane on us.
Well, he's got one more fight. But he's got one more fight in his contract. Nice.
Oh, dude.
Dinged him. They both dinged
These
each
guys
other
are
there.
a couple of ding-dings.
Hey, man.
I don't know what that means.
That's what Barry Bonds called his
Means
dick.
what you want it.
Shit,
Is that
I
what they
love
call
him.
it?
Yeah,
And
you know-
not ding
I
dong.
love
I
him.
call it his ding ding.
You never heard
Enormous
those, you
respect.
never heard his voicemails to his side piece?
No.
He called back, "What's up, girl? Barry Bonds. I know what you need. You need some ding ding." And it was just like, it didn't help him at all. It was just like a horrible ding
Unless
ding.
he's my friend. I'm
Yeah,
hugging him.
exactly. Me too. Don't fucking go
Ding,
bad on him.
ding.
Don't go bad on Barry Bonds for being great, even though he took steroids and likes girls. Hand me that
He
knife
hits
over there.
fucking baseballs. I want them on steroids.
Exactly.
What do you want, this?
Nice.
Well,
trying to
we
shoot
don't
you.
we want to get any victimized baseballs. No up kicks in baseball.
No.
Vitor's got a big cut.
A lot of scar tissue on that man. I'm sure it's pretty
Let's
easy
check
to
this
open him
out.
up.
Look at some highlights. Boom! Clipped him with the right hook. Nate with the high kick too. Ooh.
Do you remember the story of Vitor's sister dying, man, when they took her for ransom?
But there's that uppercut. Yeah, it was horrible.
Horrible, man.
They took her for ransom and they killed her and
Still
lit her
killed
on
her.
fire. It's
God
horrible.
damn. Brazil
Horrible
don't fuck
shit.
around, do they?
No.
That's the worst thing I can imagine.
One of the guys working for the UFC
Poor
got
guy.
held at gunpoint this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing. Gave them their money.
Was he just a production guy or what?
Yep.
God damn.
Here we go.
Brazil's beautiful. It's dangerous as shit.
Well, you know, Chicago's dangerous too, man. Go to the wrong place in America.
If you're on the south side, yeah.
It's just as dangerous in a lot of places. It's just, you know, you can have crime everywhere.
You know where's not dangerous? Australia.
Australia's beautiful.
I'm headed there tomorrow.
I love it. I love Australia.
I'm nervous as shit
Sydney?
about it.
Why are you nervous?
Sydney?
I don't know.
Why are you
You'll love
nervous?
I
They're
never
so
really
friendly.
travel, man. I don't travel.
They
a
might
lot.
as well be Americans. They're like you know, I say Canadians are like 20% less douchebags than American.
Yeah, they're way nicer.
Same thing with Australia.
Really?
They're like Canadians with a cooler accent.
Wow, I'm sold.
They're the shit. I'd live there. I'd live there. It's not even America. They drive on the left side of the road.
Never been there.
I'd live there. How dare you not go there?
I know.
What are you
Been
doing?
offered.
You're 50. Go there.
I've been offered. I just haven't gone.
I love
You've
it.
been all over,
Too
B.
busy training.
I went to I went to Melbourne last year, maybe a year and a half ago.
Did you do shows out there, Joe, or no?
Fucking loved it. Yeah.
You did shows?
Yeah, I did a couple shows out there.
They'll love you, Brendan. Brendan's going to be there. He's sold out a bunch of theaters.
Yeah, they'll love you for sure. They're great people. And by the way, big as the United States, same amount of people as LA.
Oh, I dig
The
that.
entire country.
I didn't know it was as big as the United States.
Yep,
Is that
contiguous.
big?
Contiguous, not with Alaska.
No,
Lower
but that's
48
it's as
and,
big as the continental
yep,
United States.
Yep.
Wow.
And then
I
there's
didn't know
nothing
that.
in the middle, right? It's like all in the
Nothing.
skirts.
Death. The middle kills you. Everything
Yes.
in the middle eats your ass.
Well, eat your ass, and then in the
Desert.
ocean is Shark City.
Yeah, the ocean, Shark City.
Shark
the water
City.
around the ocean is Crocodile City. And you get deep inside, you got Snake City and Spider City.
God
They have brown snakes that kill you instantly.
Tiger
They have
snakes.
A bunch of spiders that kill you instantly.
And
you
giant-
go in the water to cool
giant
off
kangaroos.
crocodiles.
God,
and box jellyfish, sir.
Kangaroos, yeah.
Box jellyfish, sir.
They fuck
Let's not
you
forget
up.
about
So,
those.
some guy sent me a picture of a saltwater croc passing a great white.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I think it was photoshopped.
It might not be. Let's.
Hey,
they
how
both, they
dare
both
you?
live in the
This
water.
is an Australian doctor who sent me that. you
Sorry, guys.
fuck.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, doctors sometimes are not savvy with the internet. They have student loans to think about.
They
you're
doctor
right.
photographs. Fucking,
man.
I'm on
You should
fire
get into
tonight.
comedy.
Fucks.
He's not a professional. Mate, Marquardt with a fucking
Dude,
inside kick.
He's,
These
this
guys
is
are red.
how do you call this fight right
Nate
now?
needs to finish him
These guys are bruised up.
because
Look at all the
Brazil don't
marks.
fuck
In
around.
Brazil, Nate is looking great.
Vitor's a legend, so he's
Yeah.
already up 2
Well,
rounds.
you know what, man? Nate looks super strong in this fight.
Yeah, he does. His back is looking swole.
Thicker than
I
a
mean, like
Snickers.
super strong technique. Oh, the high kick
dude.
again.
That's got to.
His defense looking good too.
Well, he looks like healthy.
He's also not tired at all.
Yeah, he looks healthy, right? I think also a big thing for Nate was going up to 185 improved his chin. It improved his vitality.
Yeah.
I just think being at 170, he was so depleted.
Way too
Yeah, he was
small
a
for
big
him.
ass 7.
Oh, he's huge. He's so big.
Still walk around at 205.
Nate is so strong, man.
Oh, I
Freak
believe
strong.
it. Oh, man, he just clipped Vitor. Did he catch him with that left hook? Did it graze him?
Grazed.
Looked like he grazed him.
This is an interesting fight, man. Because I think both of these guys are kind of at the end of their UFC rope, right? Arguably. Oh, Vitor tagged him. And
Both
Vitor
of them are on the back 9.
Yeah.
Both look great.
But they're both like, if you didn't know that and you saw this, well, Vitor, you would tell kind of by his body. You'd be like, something's going on.
He's a legend though, so you put up with the body fat.
Yeah, well, it's not just the body fat. It's like there's a looseness to him. Oh, he high kicked him with the left.
Because he had a bunch of muscle down there, just went
dude, he
away.
had so much more meat. It's all gone.
He was so meaty.
But his technique is still really good.
Don't say
oh
it.
my
It's just
god,
a matter
he's
of whether
such
or
a
not.
freak.
Oh, Jesus
He
Christ.
caught that on the elbow.
People forget Vitor's one of the best athletes to ever come in the octagon.
Come on,
Take all
man.
the steroid shit out.
The guy
Oh,
doesn't
shit.
throw a wheel kick
Uh-oh.
at all until he fights Luke Rockhold. Throws one and misses,
Oh,
and
there you
throws
go.
another one and KOs him.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Nate got hurt there. He got tagged.
Well, he went looking for that
Yeah.
takedown.
Oh, look
Ooh,
at that.
Nice
Beautiful
jab.
jab,
Beautiful
man.
jab.
That's what I call an educated jab, guys.
Oh, but that left high kick is strong.
Yeah,
And Nate
blocked
keeps
it, though.
moving to his right. Yeah, you could block that all day, dude. This shit's going to fuck your arms
Dude,
up.
I'll tell you what's weird is
Look
Nate
at
was
his
at
arm.
TriStar with GSP forever.
He
Shit.
dinged him with that head kick.
So I'm wondering if Faraz really helped Vitor with his game plan.
Oh, for sure he knows something.
Fucking
He knows
traitor.
something about him.
Fucking traitor.
Can't believe what you're saying.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Faraz.
Look at that right.
Traitor.
When they show Nate's right side, like, look how red his fucking arm is.
He's also pale as fuck.
I know, but that's why you can see the impact. Like, when you have a super
Yeah.
white boy, you get to see, like, where he's been getting scratched up and dinged
Super
up.
white boy.
He's a
Yeah.
super
How
white
long
boy.
was Vitor with Faraz?
Just this camp.
Just-
He
okay.
just went
Look
down
at
there.
all the redness all over Nate's arm.
Vitor's been known to jump around camps. That's kind of his thing.
Well, sort of, but I mean,
Hmm.
not that much. I mean, a lot of guys have jumped around more than him.
Flying knee from Nate Marquardt, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit.
Damn, that's
What a
tough in
fight.
Brazil. They're probably going to
This-
get the
What a
fucking
great fight,
Vitor.
though.
Great fight.
Nate won round 1 and 2.
It's a great fight.
I think so.
Who
I mean, I'm
knows?
balls deep in cheese and half a glass of wine, but from my perspective, 1 and 2.
Is there any more cheese?
I'm time
There's more
traveling
cheese,
from
Bob.
that weed.
It was strong.
that goddamn LA speed weed. What does I say it was? Bamboo leaves or something like that? They wrap these blunts with?
With bamboo now?
Something like
Panda
that.
style?
Yeah, something koala bear style. That's a beautiful inside
Koalas
trip.
don't fuck with bamboo, man.
They didn't have that wrap that's already
come on,
dipped
you
in
guys-
stuff, was it?
No,
I saw
no,
some
it's
of
not
those
a-
at the store the other day. It's
No.
already got shit on it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
Oh,
don't
it's like
those.
angel dust on it or
Whatever,
some
the
shit?
the real interesting thing, if you're gonna go blunt, you really should go Charlie Murphy style, which is where you take a Swisher Sweets,
Classic.
You take the weed and you put it inside, take the tobacco out, and so then you're getting the harshness of the tobacco, and you get that weird tobacco buzz from the outside, that weird nicotine buzz. I like a nicotine buzz every now and then, man. I've smoked
Did
a
you ever
couple of
chew?
cigarettes before. I've done, yeah.
What a
Only a few
great
times, but I've smoked a couple of cigarettes before I go on stage before. I like
Really?
it.
So
This was, a,
cigarettes?
this was a great fight, man.
What's that?
With Donald Cerrone? When you
Oh
did it on
yeah, I
here.
ate some dip.
Oh, fuck
I
that.
swallowed some dip.
I can't believe you
who
smoked
wins
cigarettes.
this?
What's
Who
wrong
wins
with
this?
this?
Every now and then.
I
wins
say
top
Nate.
one?
I say Nate's got it, but I
Nate
think
should,
Brazil.
Nate should win 2-1.
It's Brazil, though. They
29-28.
weren't gonna-
Brazil?
But do they have the same
Split decision.
judges? Let's see what we got here.
Oh, all 3. It's Vitor. The piece of shit Brazil, man.
100%.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, come on.
Oh, Nate
Damn.
Marquardt put his hands
Yeah,
on
it's
his
Brazil.
hips.
It's
Felt real
Brazil.
bad.
Damn.
It's Brazil. That's
You got to figure you just by going to Brazil, you lose a round.
I guess. I don't know. Good fight though.
Well, those are terrible jerseys to say the Phenom
great
on.
fight, though.
I
It was
would-
a
I
great
would-
He
fight.
definitely won that last round.
Yeah, he
Vitor
won 2-1.
the last
I gave him
round.
2-1.
So you thought Vitor won too?
No. Hell no. Nate won 1 and 2, and then Vitor won the third.
that weird
That's the only
fat
round
down there.
Vitor did anything. Again, I've ate a shitload of provolone. I've had some wine.
I
And a latte.
watched some good moments in the
coconut
fight
water.
by Vitor, and I thought I saw a few more good moments by Nate, but I was in no means judging the fight. By no means. Proud for Bryan Stan with a pink tie. Confident gentleman.
It's no big deal, even if those first two. He did lose the first round kind of big, right? Because he got taken down.
Yeah, and
Really
outstruck.
good. Yeah.
Is
It was all about that
Brazil,
second round.
Is Brazil going with the new rules?
They do whatever the fuck they want.
But do they have the new rules, like as far as judging and everything like that?
I don't think so.
Because
Vitor's
there's some
such a class
places,
act, though.
like
He's such a
Texas.
classy man.
Texas doesn't accept those rules.
It's like
yet.
Brazil's the Wild West and New York. That's it. Everyone else, they follow the rules.
Well, New York is just juvenile.
New York, they're just morons. When it
Oh, let
comes
me hear
down
what
to
he's
it.
saying here.
What it is they just don't have a lot of experience. New York State has only had MMA for a year or so. So they're just going through growing pains. I feel like that's what's going on with New York. It's just, when I say juvenile, I don't mean like they're childish.
No,
I mean they just started.
They haven't had a while, but the mistakes they're making, I mean, you're talking extreme mistakes.
Right, but who made that mistake? It was Dan Mergliata. Dan Mergliata is a super experienced referee. The guy who made the mistake in the,
Well, it'd be
the
Herb Dean,
Musasi.
right?
Mergliata.
Was it Mergliata or Herb? I thought it was Herb Dean.
Which one was Mergliata? Which one was the Musasi fight? Was that Herb Dean?
No, Herb Dean,
Herb
I
Dean.
thought. Yeah.
Okay, then the Mergliata fight was. There was another one that
Weidman?
was in New York. Was it Weidman?
Weidman?
Which one was Weidman Musasi?
I thought it was Herb
Weidman
Dean.
was
both.
Herb Dean.
I
Weidman was
thought
Herb
Herb
Dean.
Dean was both.
Right, that was that one. But there was one with Mergliata recently. Either way, the point being, both Mergliata and Herb Dean are excellent refs. And, shit goes wrong, man.
Herb been fucking up lately, though. He's my favorite ref. Been fucking up a little bit.
A lot of people have been saying that. I'm not going with that.
Well, I mean, it's just,
You're
the
gonna
facts
fuck
are
up
the
every
facts.
now and then. You're gonna fuck up.
You really can as
I
a
fuck
ref.
up. I fuck up, and it's submission only, and I fuck up every now and then.
Yeah.
I've done maybe 2 or 3 big fuck ups.
Herb Dean's fucking
you're
done
live.
a million fights.
You're live, man. How can you not fuck up?
That kind of speed.
Sometimes I think I'm saying like Vitor, but I'm really saying Nate. Like I'll fuck it. I'll have it in my head crisscrossed because what I'm trying is just I'm trying to pay attention
the
and I'm
weed.
all trying to talk at the same. No, it's not the weed.
Really?
No, because I'm doing. Here's a fact. I don't do the UFC high ever. I did like 2 high ever. I didn't like it.
Like when they, back in the day.
Way back in the day, like 2002 or something like that. But I don't do them high. Because I don't want to ever have the urge to talk about some shit non-fight related, because that's what this is. Like this is the whole this fight companion podcast shows the whole reason why I should never do weed. What is that? What are you watching?
That's Mergulata there.
Yeah, that's the Weidman Musasi fight.
Okay, so I was right. So Weidman versus Musasi was Dan Mergliata. The other one that was similar, there was another one that was similar that was Herb Dean. That was a recent
What fucking fight
knee
was that?
foul as well. What was the fight? People online right now are
Oh,
going
no,
crazy.
it's Eddie Alvarez and Poirier.
Yes, thank you very much.
God, my fucking
Thank
brain.
you very
CT,
much.
fuck
Beautiful.
you.
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Anyone
Strong.
says that
Man,
brain
up
trauma.
top on that.
So
Thanks,
that's
bro.
a
Yeah, way
perfect
to go.
example
Don't
of two
do that
guys
to my hand. That's so
that I
gay.
respect super. If you got to give me a list of top 5 best referees on the planet Earth, Dan Mergliata and Herb Dean are both on that list, and they both made errors.
John
but those are
McCarthy's
just,
numero uno, though.
He's number 1.
That
He's the
motherfucker
gold
writes the
standard.
books.
And by the way,
You ever
John,
seen him fuck
John
up,
McCarthy,
though?
Yes.
Not like this.
Oh, sure he did. But Murillo Bustamante versus
in 1918,
Matt Lindland,
yeah, he fucked
Yeah.
up.
he tapped him. Murillo tapped him, and then they restarted the fight and did it again. Look, he's the gold standard because of his experience, and that was a mistake. It was just experience.
Damn, that
He's
was a
the
while
best,
ago.
though.
Currently, though,
Yeah.
he hasn't fucked up.
I feel like he's the best. I feel like Big John's the best, but
Number
I feel
one
like,
by far.
Here's another one that doesn't get enough credit because he went to the pokey. Josh Rosenthal,
He's the. I
Damn.
agree. Josh Rosenthal.
Damn, that's right.
outstanding
Well,
referee.
he's out by
He's
now.
out. He's
Yeah.
out. He's out.
But he never
went
got
to the pokey
reinstated.
for weed.
Yes.
Maybe a couple
Someone
guns.
snitched
Yes.
on him.
Yeah.
Couple illegal
Ooh.
AK-47s.
I spoke to him right before he went in.
Ooh.
He
Let the man rap.
he's also a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
I think he might be black by now.
Yeah.
But
What's
I
he
might be wrong
doing?
about that. He's out now. He's refereeing again. He did some
Okay.
King of the Cages and shit. But here's the deal.
Can't just jump
as
back
a
in the UFC.
referee.
Excellent.
Excellent referee.
I agree. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and also like super like out of the picture. Like you don't even know he's there.
So is homeboy with the Yosemite Sam mustache.
Yeah, Mike Beltran.
Mike Beltran, outstanding, one of the
Beltran.
best
Don't
in the
sleep
world.
on Beltran.
Beltran's in my top 10 in the world too.
Not only that,
He's top 3 for me.
He's one of the smartest. I've dealt with a lot of people in the industry over the years. He's one of the smartest dudes that I've ever met.
And Mike is a
Seriously.
fucking great human being. A
Why
great
the
human
hell
being.
is he so nice?
Beltran?
He's
Just
the
is.
nicest
He's
guy ever.
awesome.
Gotta be nice when you have a
Beltran's
mustache
awesome.
like that.
By the way, a lot of people
Or
don't
your
know.
dick.
You know, he was a cop.
And you're a Mongol.
He was like an undercover. I think an undercover like special detective.
I think
or
you might
something.
want to look at your
No,
phone
no, no.
before you talk.
Yeah,
No. Mike Beltran.
Can you
Mike
research
Beltran,
that? I feel like
Mike
Dan's making
Beltran
shit
was an undercover like. Oh,
You know what I love about
probably
Callen?
shouldn't say that.
If he's not sure, he will double down.
No. Actually, maybe
He's
I
all
shouldn't.
in. No.
Actually, I shouldn't be talking about it.
Well,
Eddie
it's too
just-
late, you fuck.
Sorry.
You just rat him out. Now he's gonna die.
If you think
Fuck, I
you shouldn't
hope
have
I
been
didn't-
talking about it, what you
Shit.
should do is not.
I didn't know that, but I
not
just gotta look.
say
I gotta look
you
at
should've
fucking.
talked
No, he's
about it.
writing a book. I think.
Eddie's
about his
giving you super
experience.
skeptical hippo eyes because
Eddie, I think he's writing a book. I think he's going to write a book about his.
Is someone
of
going
the
into
truth
the Hall of
what he
Fame?
did.
Is Sakuraba
Okay,
going into the
okay.
Hall
If
of
he's
Fame?
writing a book, then
Yeah.
okay.
He
I was
was not just a
into the
ref,
UFC
guys.
Hall of Fame.
Hey, this is Sakuraba going to the Hall of
Well,
Fame.
fuck you,
Damn.
commentating on it.
I come in straight from yoga to do these fucking
Looking a
UFC
little
things.
sweaty?
I look so fucked up. I look greasy. I have red marks all
Hot
over my
yoga,
face
bro.
and head.
Hot yoga. I'll sweat for the next 2 days.
But I just looked at myself. I'm like, they can only use like a couple seconds of video of me. I look like a wino. Look at Don Fry.
I love Sakuraba,
Oh man, Sakuraba.
Sakuraba in the
him.
UFC Hall of Fame.
the greatest
That's what they're doing.
I think that's what this is.
MMA Hall of Fame.
That makes sense.
He'd wear shirts that said water on them.
He fought in the UFC, and also because the UFC owns Pride, it's a legit
Oh, so we letting Pride guys in now?
100%. They should
Oh,
let Fedor in.
Fedor, Wanderlei, Krokop,
100
Barnett.
Well, Wanderlei should be
Gun-
in, but
Bob Sapp.
Wanderlei's got that issue.
He
They've got
landed a
that
turning
issue.
sidekick on Vitor that put him down on the
Yeah,
ground.
he did. Remember this with Hoyler, where
yeah.
Hoyler didn't tap, and they stopped the
Gracie
fight
killer.
anyway. And he's like, no, I didn't tap.
Sakuraba broke Henso Gracie's arm. Henso has a picture of
He
that.
broke Henzo's arm, but with Hoyler just didn't tap, and Hoyler was like, "I'm fine, man. Like,
love
yeah,
Kevin Eiley.
I'm getting my arm chewed up, but like,
love
look
Sakuraba.
for Hoyler, that proved to be the case in your fight, Eddie, because when you had that grappling match with him, you fucked his leg up. I remember watching that from the sidelines, and I was like, this shit is so over.
Yeah, and there's
He's
nothing,
gotta
right? He just
tap.
took it.
He just let his knee get mangled.
Or is he that flexible?
Dude, there's no way he can be that
Yeah,
flexible.
handsome.
He's just tough as
Love
shit.
Henso. Love Henso.
He's just tough as shit. He dealt with it. He dealt with getting his knee torn apart.
Henso watched
Powerful
his.
Sean
Henso watched
Shelby
his
making
own.
the pay-per-view.
Watched his own thing. Henso
Look,
did.
remember that? That was the
Henso
broken
refused
arm.
to tap.
Yeah, they
Watch this. Watch this. He just watches his own fucking arm break. He will not tap.
I'm eating this cheese like I'm on naked and
Want to know
afraid.
something
I
crazy?
love him.
Naked
No.
and Afraid doesn't have.
Wanna know something
cheese.
crazy?
Yeah.
Shatri wants me to do you know that Tonin did a super match with
Yeah.
Aoki?
Yeah.
You see that? Grappling?
Yeah.
Shatri wants me to have one against Sakuraba.
Did you see? Did you see?
Eddie, do it.
Are you gonna do it? But how's your back?
Dude, I don't know, man. My back is not 100% yet.
How's your back for 100? Ow.
What are they offering you? Like serious cheese?
We haven't even.
How's your back for
We
100,000
haven't-
on a wheel of
we
cheese?
haven't even
First of
gotten
all,
into that.
I want you to shut the fuck up because
Sorry.
I'm negotiating for him. We're not starting at 100.
No, you at least the hundo and
Jesus
some
Christ.
cheese, bro.
No, man,
and all
we're
the
talking
shit you
about
can do.
A wheel of cheese.
We're talking about shekels.
There's a couple
We're not even
things.
talking about dollars.
Couple things.
shekels.
Still haven't recovered from my back surgery. One, two. I'm trying to find out if I might need surgery on my shoulder. I'm not sure. I've been doing that hanging therapy. I don't know, man.
Did you
sound
ever
like
get an
Joanna
MRI?
to me right now.
Not yet, but based on those videos that I'm watching about the hanging, that you know, if you have any kind of tears, if you hang, eventually it'll fix it up. That's what I'm hearing. Is that wrong?
Impingements. What it is one of the things that happens with people with shoulder injuries is you get a lot of pain from impingements. Means your mobility is impaired because you get tears and damage, and then your shoulder sort of like gets scar tissue. It never increases its mobility. It never regains its mobility. And one of the best ways to regain your mobility, get on a chin-up bar and fucking hang. Just hang. And I hang every day. Every day. It's one of the main things I do. There's two main things I do.
How long do you do it for?
2 minutes. But I'll start out with 30 seconds, just loosen up, get my hands loosened up, and then I let it go. And then sometimes I'll go into a minute and a half, and sometimes I go into 2 minutes. But I take my iPhone, I put it on, I hit the stopwatch, and then I hang. And you know one of the reasons why I did it? Because first of all, because it's really good for your shoulders, but two, because we did Fear Factor, and we had men and women hanging.
Yeah.
And the women all won. The men couldn't hang.
It's because they were lighter?
Yes, because the men are too heavy, and they couldn't hold their weight up. Because if you're a man, even if you have stronger hands and stronger muscles, the amount more that you weigh, like against a 130-pound woman, you know, most guys are weak in that regard. And most primates, that's one of the things about the shoulder. Like, our shoulders came from primates. So the premise behind this hanging is that some of the lack of mobility and impingements and problems that we have with our shoulder joint is simply from a lack of your shoulder articulating correctly and stretching out. Like, and doing so doing range of motion things. Like, I do a lot of kettlebell shield casts with not a kettlebell, but a club. I do these shield casts, which are really big. So these big movements.
In case you got to wield a sword.
And another thing, I saw Wonder Woman, bro, strong. Yes. Another thing I do that I really recommend is bottoms up kettlebells, where you put the kettlebell upside down.
You're
and
dropping
then upside
serious
down.
knowledge right now.
You're working on some serious stability. This is only 40 pounds, but
I'm
it's
not mad at that.
very difficult to do.
Could you
like
do that, Brian?
I don't know. That's pretty impressive.
Let me see Brian try that.
Well, I could do it now at 70.
I want to see
I
Brian
started
do it so
out.
hard.
Brian,
Try it.
get
See
on
me?
there.
Okay. Can I bring you to Italy for a second and pour you a little wine? Then I'll show you how I do
And that shoulder was fucked before?
Yes.
It was.
Yes, that shoulder, I had to have I had stem cell shots shot into that
And
shoulder.
now
You're on
you're
favor
fine.
already.
This shoulder's jacked, son. The shoulder I'm pulling back. I shot maybe 80 arrows today with an 86
Can we
pound
look
bow.
at Brian put this up? He almost
And you
broke your
couldn't do
mic.
that before?
Well, no. So, look at that!
Oh, yes!
He did it! He did it, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's hard to balance that. I've
Yes.
never done that.
Well, that's really good. It's really good for shoulder stability. There you go,
Okay,
Russ.
well, let's just
You should
one.
start off light if anybody's doing it, and I recommend no more than 5 repetitions. I believe in that for weightlifting. I believe in no more than 5 repetitions.
Easy.
And I think your
really?
cardio, your cardio and your endurance should be done doing other things, either skill work, like martial arts, whether it's jiu-jitsu or kickboxing, or strength and conditioning work, like
Right.
running stairs and shit
disagree.
like that.
Fucking 12 reps.
Wait a
son.
minute, you mean
Yeah,
5
listen,
reps?
son, if I was your
5
size, I'd
reps
make you
as,
look like a little
and you could
I don't
only,
think so, son.
Hey,
If you don't have
Joe.
a lift off, bro.
Nobody's stronger.
You can have a
Nobody's,
lift off.
nobody's stronger than Brendan
Well,
Schaub.
you're 250
No,
pounds.
Brendan
If
Schaub.
you were my size, I'd make you look gross
No,
if you
no,
took
no,
your shirt
no, I
off.
don't think so, sir.
Ah.
Sir, Schaub reps with
Excuse me.
600
Eddie
pounds.
Bravo has a
Nope,
question.
I'm not
So
done.
he's my,
I'm sure he
he's my
does.
hype
I'm
man.
not done, sir.
He's my hype man.
He reps with 600 pounds.
my Flavor
deadlift.
Flav.
You know what he does
Deadlift
with
with
600
600
pounds? That impresses me? Those fuck movements.
Oh, God.
When you lie on
Yes,
your back.
the power front.
That's the best
Yeah,
move
the
for a
hip,
dude
yes.
on Instagram. You got 600 pounds on a barbell.
That's right.
And you're sitting there doing this shit.
Yes. yes.
So even big girls like this motherfucker will let me get on
Like,
top.
what?
Nah, they're strong
You
and
guys
then
are
they're
making me
shot
sweat.
strong. You've been lifting since you were what 4th grade?
5th grade.
It's got some density.
damn, I had a shoulder question.
What was it? Sorry.
Just take that goddamn fight.
Okay, sure.
I like this though.
No,
this-
but yeah. Well, the thing about
cool.
the bottoms-up kettlebells is they say you should be able to do 90% of what you can do normally. Most people can't. Like 99% can't. But they say if you have a real stable joint, what's going to hold you back, it's not strength, it's the stabilizing muscles.
Right.
And the stabilizing muscles are the ones that oftentimes cause issues with your range of motion and with using it in terms of functional strength, like using it for martial arts or if using it for anything where you would be using, like I guess I would even think sports, like throwing things. I mean, I would think that shoulder stability is like super important.
I remember what I was going to ask you. When you say no more than 5 reps, do you mean use the amount of weight where you fail at
No,
5 reps?
no,
Or just regular?
I've been following this Pavel Tsatsouline regimen, and he's like the godfather of kettlebells in the United States. He's the guy that came over from Russia. He's got a ton of books out and videos, and his belief is that strength is a skill, and that you should never do a skill when you're tired. And so the idea, and if I'm paraphrasing and fucking this up, please, I apologize. But the principle behind it I know of, and the principle is that, like, say if you can lift something and you get to like 7, 8 reps, and you get to the 8th rep, and you're like, and you're like, keep going. He's like, you should never do that, because you get the strength from doing the amount of repetitions. Like, say, if you do 5 reps, you can get to, if you could do 10, do 5, but then wait a long time. Wait like 10 minutes. Then do
sounds
another
too good to
5.
be true.
Wait another 10 minutes. Then do another 5.
A lot of people would beg to differ, right,
You're
Joe?
right. You're right.
A ton of people,
a lot of
including
people
myself.
would.
Yeah.
A lot of people would. But I guarantee you, if you had Pavel on, you should listen to Pavel on Tim Ferriss's podcast.
So you
It's
do a little
fucking
bit every
amazing.
day. It's kind of like you do it.
Yes, exactly.
You don't think you should mix
Do
it
on-
up?
You can do that too. But I'm telling you, one of the good things about this is you have people that get injured less because your muscles are never working like fully fatigued. They're never working to the point of failure. But you're still lifting heavy weight. But you're lifting, say, if you could lift something and you could do 10 repetitions, don't do 10. Do 5. Do 5, put it down, take a big long break.
That
And
sounds
again,
like
this is not
Homer
endurance,
Simpson
but it's
workout.
not endurance work. It's not, you're doing the same. No, but you're doing the same number of reps. The problem is it takes longer. Like you would need to be at the gym for an hour and a half versus 40 minutes. If
Your
you just
bench
burnt
can
it
take
out.
That's even
2 hours.
better.
I had a
But
guy who's
think-
that means I'm
but I
on the
think there's
internet
some-
longer.
There's some benefits to it. I think
I
there's some real
think there's
benefits
benefits to it. I don't think doing that all the time, though, is the answer.
Maybe. I would love to have you sit down with. You should have him on your show, man. The guy's in California. Pavel's
Really?
he's a wizard and he speaks perfect English.
I'd love
He's
to
a
meet him.
wizard, dude.
Might change your
I think the
shit.
3 of us should do it because you're a fan. He's a fan.
Yes, we should do it. I'll do it. I'll do it with you guys.
Let's do it.
I want to
We
listen.
could even have him in here. One of the things that that guy brought to the United States is not just the kettlebell, but also like some serious fucking bodyweight exercises, and then like some movements that now have become like really standard, like. Bryan Callen's pouring me from. Were you going to Italy? We in Italy right now? Now we're in Italy.
Now we're going to Italy. It's 2008.
where
I
am
want
I
you to
at
take your
here?
time with
Like,
that.
I need
we're in
a
Italy
fruit.
too.
I need a
You need a
fruity.
fruit. I'm going to
This
get you
too
fruit.
earthy.
He's going to like my Italy. This is Via Veneto
I'm
wine.
sure I do. But what I was
Yeah.
going to say is that Turkish Get Up, which is a big one of his, it's huge.
Yes.
Turkish Get Up is so big. There's Pavel. The dude's a stud. By the way, always wear sweatpants.
Hey,
I
bring
don't know why.
Schaub up doing a Turkish get up with 145, please. Just
Oh,
bring him
ridiculous.
up. Isn't that ridiculous?
But it was with a bar, which
Dude,
is even more
I don't
impressive.
know.
It's not like
And then he
Homeboy
did
here.
200 pounds. Didn't you do 225?
Yeah, but it's
He
not
did-
like homeboy
You did a
here.
225-pound
Yes.
Turkish
Yeah,
Get Up
but,
with one
but
arm?
the technique's awful.
Yes.
The technique is awful.
It's not that awful,
You're
dude.
begging for a blown disc, but that's still super impressive.
225.
225
That's
with
how
one
strong
arm?
he is. They're
That shit's
stronger than the
insane.
Schaub. I told you. Hold on. I'm going to fruit you up. You want to go California?
What do we
You
got
want to
here?
stay in California?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this
Give me
it?
a
Is
fruity.
this
You don't
it?
like
Look at this.
traveling,
Look at
Bubba.
this. How much weight is this?
That right there is 145.
That's 155.
155. Look at him. He's a fucking beast.
That
And he
is
did it with 225.
That is redonkulous.
Yeah.
That is redonkulous.
The technique shit, though.
But it doesn't matter, man. Like the point is that you have that kind of core power that you can get up from your feet, and how applicable is that to grappling? So
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the most applicable, like in terms of like functional strength, Turkish Get Up is one of the most applicable, because if you can fucking lie on your back and press something and then sit up with that fucker overhead.
Well, that was
get
my
some-
move. If you remember, like with
Ooh.
Roy, as soon as the arm would pass from second try, just
Oh,
boom.
so strong. If you
You
have
did
a
it on
strong
Ultimate Fighter, too.
Turkish Get Up. Yeah, strong Turkish Get Up, man, is like one of the most, for jiu-jitsu especially,
Yeah.
one of the most applicable movements. Claudia Gadelia versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
You know, she's at
It's
Jackson's
a
now.
good fucking
She's
fight.
got some,
Claudia changed camps to Jackson.
Yeah.
got some traps on her.
And she's got that dude, not Greg Jackson. Who's the old guy that's her main coach?
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
The forgotten man in New Mexico.
Oh my god. I can't
Jamie will
believe I
find
can't
it.
remember.
Claudia Gadelia.
He was part
Claudia-
of Jackson Wink. He
Claudia-
left.
yes,
He's
and he
really
came
close
back.
with Keith Jardine and
Yes.
Rashad. Oh my
Yes.
god.
And
I
he's
can't
on the
believe I'm
wall.
forgetting his
He's like
name.
a New Mexico
Steven
MMA
Seagal?
legend.
He's a cop.
No, not Steven Seagal, you son of a bitch.
God damn it! How dare he? He's
Jesus.
a cop too.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve
And-
Luttrell. Luttrell.
No,
Luttrell.
yeah, but not
Something like
Steve.
this. Not Steve. It's something Luttrell though.
Yeah, Tim? No.
God.
No,
Thank
Tom?
God I remembered that. Thank
Luttrell?
God. It's
Luttrell?
Luttrell something. Luttrell.
She's
Right.
adorable, by
Look
the
at
way.
her. She's just
Jamie
leaning on the
Foxx.
cage.
She's
What
adorable.
guy leans on the cage like
Papa,
that?
you
Just
want to go?
chilling
You want
like
to stay in
that?
California? You want to go to Italy with me?
Let's
Look how
go.
smiling
Look how
she is.
happy
ready.
she is.
You're coming to Italy.
What's that?
Chris Luttrell.
Oh, very strong. Brendan Schaub proven CTE can be overcome.
Thanks to Alpha Brain. Thanks to Alpha Brain and some coffee and some wine.
Get on
Some
it, guys.
wine,
10%
some
off.
Did you
cheese.
see that article, Shab, about that Jermichael Finley had about his CTE?
No.
It's really good. He wrote it on the Players Tribune.
Oh, really?
And he did a bunch of like mental work with it. I'll link it on here.
Yeah,
I'll send
please
it to you.
do.
It's pretty good.
Jamie, we want to. You want to come to Italy via Veneto with me, or you want to?
Yeah, let me finish this
All
California.
right.
Oh,
Stay in
shit.
California.
Claudia is by far the best 150-pound girl in the world not named Joanna.
Yep.
She's so fucking good.
She's pretty bodied up.
She's very, very
She's a
trapped
cute
up.
T. She looks like a little Brazilian pit bull to me.
Look at that.
Like one of those cute ones,
That
though.
six-pack, son.
Come
on.
She's gangster. She wants to do EBI too. Depending on how this fight ends, like if she comes out
3-time
not
jiu-jitsu world
injured,
champion.
Yeah, she's
hell
down.
of an athlete.
She's gangster.
Oh, Mario with the heart still.
Why does he do that heart thing?
Because
He loves you, man.
he really loves emojis, but he can't bring one into the octagon with him.
Look at Claudia Gadelia, relaxed as fuck.
That's Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Whatever
you son
her
of a
name is.
bitch.
I meant that's what I meant.
That's
She's my girlfriend.
Claudia Gadelia.
I know. No, I know that. I just love. I love Poland. I love her. I think she's
a
good,
beast.
gorgeous.
She's
They're
a
both
beast.
super
Sexy
beasts.
is what she is.
And let's see if she gets the rub. Right? She went 5 hard rounds with Joanna. Let's see what
She's a
how she
badass.
comes back. Oh, clean right hand she lands.
The Poles have been through the worst. Their history. They're not like fuck. Octagon. I went through World War I and II, motherfuckers.
Yeah, she didn't,
Exactly.
but I hear you.
They don't
like-
fuck around.
They're eating munitions with their
Dude,
breakfast.
They suffered
cold there.
terribly in both wars.
Dude, I saw Wonder
Fighting's
Woman.
nothing. You saw Wonder Woman. Our
Is it
girl
good? I
Patty.
know what it's like.
Our girl Patty Jenkins, by the way, #1. I think it's going to be the biggest grossing
God,
movie
get
for
off
a
her
woman.
titties.
I'm proud of her.
It's
I love her.
a good fucking movie. It's
I
a
heard
good
it's really
superhero
good.
Movie.
I heard
Yep.
it's good.
Yep.
Look,
I have
if you
no
like
desire to see it,
if
but
you
yeah.
like superhero movies, and I love superhero movies,
Yep.
it's a good fucking superhero.
That's what everyone says.
Yes.
Look, when you make a superhero movie, you're confined. Right?
Exactly.
You have to make a movie about a superhero, and the
Yep.
good guy has to win, and you know that going in.
She dealt with all that, and
Yeah.
she did it. She did it on her own terms.
It's
and
not
she's
about man or woman.
such a
It's about a
badass.
hero.
It's about Patty
It's about
Jenkins.
the dude. I don't want to spoil alert. I almost spoiled.
Don't,
the name of
don't
the
spoil
movie?
it.
What movie?
I gave you a
Wonder
spoiler.
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Our
It's
girl
good?
Patty Jenkins.
People- they love
I
it.
enjoyed the fuck
Is it
out of
rated R?
You know what I hear is good? It's
Come
on
on.
iTunes now. Is that
She
movie
killed it.
Life? That Ryan Reynolds movie? People keep telling me that
Oh,
you
really?
gotta see that movie. It's
I haven't
supposed to be
seen it.
dope.
Chris Pine is hilarious in Wonder Woman, though, right? I love that guy.
You know what I
Fucking
did
love him.
today? I get a Bad Father of the Year award.
Oh, no.
I let my 9-year-old watch the original Alien.
Oh, she's scared of shit.
Nope.
She think it was cheesy?
She's so gangster.
I think it's fine.
She's so gangster.
She's like, that's not real, Daddy. If it was a real thing, I'd be scared of it, but I'm not scared. I'm
Legit
like,
point,
ooh.
kid.
I love it.
Kids, man, they have iPads. They get online when you're not looking.
They can see all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and
know
Avatar
things.
fucks things up. Everything looks
know
like
things.
shit next to that.
They know things.
My daughter used the name asshole today, and I had to scold her.
Oh, you should let
She
her
goes, that
go.
guy's an asshole. I was like, hey,
You're
hey,
right.
hey.
She said you're right, but don't tell anybody.
Right. Right.
But the thing about the Alien movie is that there's no CGI. It's all like
It's a puppet, right?
No, it's a dude in a suit, so it looks real as fuck. That movie was done so well. Ridley Scott
God.
was a wizard.
Yes, he is.
They did everything in the dark. Everything was like real sneaky. You only saw the alien for like quick bursts of it. It's just like American Werewolf in London with John Landis. You see it in like
Ooh, look, she
Claudia
got her
with the
down.
king.
In trouble now.
Side
Look at that.
control.
Did you see the new Alien?
I did not see it yet.
Bro, you gotta see
know
it.
I do. I
That
know I do.
alien is so
I'm
gangster
having a hard
in it.
time getting people to go. No one in my household's capable. And my wife said I could let her watch the original Alien on TV, but I can't take her to the movies to see the new Alien.
So you gotta wait till it comes out on
I gotta
demand.
Oh, shit.
The wife makes the rules.
She makes
man.
the rules.
Fuck yeah. She You know, I was trying to keep for my son. We were trying to keep. He farts all the time, but we were trying to keep it toot. We didn't want him. You know, we
He
thought
keeps farting?
My wife
word
thought fart
toot?
was a bad. So we were trying to keep it toot. Don't toot
Oh,
in
he'll get
public.
roasted in
Only
school.
toot
Oh,
in
under
the
the
bathroom.
chin!
Shit.
Under the chin!
Oh, no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
she
no.
got her. It's
Oh,
over.
she
It's
got
over.
her.
Oh, no.
It's the best in the world.
Oh,
Not named
no.
Joanna.
That's it. That's done.
Oh,
First
Claudia
round.
Gadelia!
8
Damn
rounds.
it. Damn it. That was a big mistake. Fuck,
That's
that
a
was a
huge,
mistake.
huge
Yeah.
victory for her,
There's
man.
Latrell.
Wow.
Huge victory for her.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Look at that. Powerful New Mexico in the
no.
house.
Here's the
Look
here's
at
the
her.
question, Joe. Do you give her the three-peat
Yes!
against Joanna?
Yes!
Rhodes is supposed to be next, though.
Bullshit!
Dude, that was a crazy. She
Listen,
snuck it under
I go
there.
MMA math on that
Oh,
one.
no.
Rose lost to Carolina. Carolina just got murked.
Super murked.
I go.
She was too relaxed.
I
And
go,
she
wait
went
a
5
minute.
rounds with Joanna.
It doesn't matter if you're relaxed or if you look nervous. All that matters is how your ground game
How did
matches
that
up.
happen?
So you're just like pretending that everything's cool, leaning against the fence. That's not gonna
I
do
bet-
anything.
Wait,
I
wait,
bet
wait.
She's
Gadeja
super
feels so
dangerous on the
good.
ground,
Hey,
man. She's
jiu-jitsu
so
guys,
dangerous.
what was the mistake she made there?
Well, you know, once
Giving her a neck up?
well, Claudia, first of all, is physically a beast. You're in the first round. No
Right.
one's tired yet.
she
This
turns.
is the
She
mistake.
turns away.
She turns
Big
away.
mistake. Oh, my
Instead of
God.
turning towards her, she gave her back up.
The
That's
worst thing
second
you could
grade
do.
bully grass yard
Well, you
shit.
know what it is, man? It's panic shit. You just like, I want to muscle my way back up to my feet.
But now
And
she
look
got
at that,
control.
Under the
She's
chin,
controlling.
son.
That's
Under the
that's
chin.
where it all
Old
ended
school,
right there.
Yeah.
But wait,
Yeah.
she's controlling here, right? So,
Yeah, she's got her, and she's also, if you see her, she's only got one. Well, she's got one
She's got
hook
two
in
on
here.
one.
She's
She's
got
two
one
on one.
hook in.
That's fine
she's trying
right
to
there.
push.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long as
And
it's
she's
the
got
bottom
her,
one
yeah,
that's
look at
in.
that. And then look at that second hook. Oh,
that's a
once it was under
disaster.
the chin, then she goes second hook.
That's a
That is
disaster.
deep.
That's a huge win.
Deep. Oh yeah, that's
I mean, she
that's
just-
an undeniable choke right there. That's like you're going
Oh,
to
my
sleep.
God.
Once it's that
I feel like
deep,
she deserves the title shot a little bit.
I think she does.
I really want to see Rose because we've seen it.
Sorry, Rose.
That's
But
that's
we gotta
so
go with the
devastating.
bodied up Brazilian.
That's devastating to my girlfriend. Fuck.
Get some shit for this.
I don't care. I would like to see her versus Rose. Let's get this started.
Yes.
If I was,
Joanna, chill.
Joanna, I would say, "Oh, my foot hurt.
Me too. I pulled
I
the
hurt
Duran to
my
me.
toe.
Ah, my hand. You guys go.
I
You
need to
guys
take
go.
therapy."
did she
How about
shorten her
Jermaine
name?
Duran
yet?
to me?
Can everyone say her name now?
Duran to
Can
me
it-
went, I'm good. I'll just fuck your belt.
Duran to me's like, "Yeah, I never really wanted to fight 145 in the first place. Going down to 35, and that girl, I'm just like,
You know what? See ya.
Is her name John Jedjic?
Yon Jenchek.
Jacek.
Oh, I got close. So
Young
little
Jacek.
by little,
You want a
month,
Young
month
Jacek.
to
I
month.
finally got it after 2 years.
I would say 80% of MMA fans know how to say her name now.
That's how she's getting famous.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Well,
say
he still calls her champion. Brian Stan, he calls her Joanna champion.
That's because you can't pronounce.
give
Yon
it up.
what is it
Jenchek.
again? One more time.
Young Jacek.
Yon
Young
Jenchek.
Jacek.
Yon
Young-
Jenchek.
like
Yon
the way
Jenchek.
Young, like young Jamie?
No, like YUN. They spell it out for me
Young
phonetically when
okay,
I have
slow.
to read it for the
Young Jinchik.
When I have to
Young
read
Jinchik.
it, I might be doing it wrong, but when I have to read it for the weigh-ins, it's like YUNJAY and then check.
What is her first?
Young
What does her
Jacek.
last name start with? What's the first letter?
J. It's a J.
That- okay.
It's like
JJ.
JDEZ.
Is she just JJ?
JJ's
she
good.
just
Right,
JJ?
GSP.
Come on.
JJ.
Is she just
Well, a lot of
JJ?
people call her JJ.
Is that what they call her? I
No,
think
most people Yon Jenchek.
Not a bad idea though. She's the only JJ other than John Jones.
There's one
it's too
JJ.
much confusion.
But the problem
it's
is,
too much.
Young Jacek
She's
sounds
unique.
like JY.
That's like one of them Thai. Once the Thai guys start flooding into MMA, oh, you thought you had it hard with the Polish people. When
yo.
the Thai guys come in, they got like 35
guys.
letters in
Thai guys
some
ain't
of their
been in
names.
UFC for quite some
Wait,
time.
while we're waiting for the next fight,
They're coming.
did you
They're
guys
training.
see what the fuck
Thai
Lion
guys are
Fight
training.
did?
Seriously,
Did you
there's a
see what-
revolution going on right
Eddie,
now.
did you see what Lion Fight did? They
they
put
do?
this dude Lurdzilla. Do you know who Lurdzilla is?
No, I love his name already.
He is he's a multiple world champion.
Lurd?
He has 180 Muay Thai fights.
How many
They
worlds?
put him in there with a guy who had 0 Muay Thai fights.
No.
Listen to me. Muay Thai debut fights Lurdzilla.
Come on.
And gets head kicked into another fucking dimension.
Why would they do that?
lost.
to him?
Watch
Lurdzilla
this.
lost.
Look up there. Look up
Why
there.
would they do
No! Watch this. Look at this. But watch the combination though. Watch the combination. Hit it again, Jamie. Oh, is it Instagram? Watch this.
Why would
Watch
they
this.
do that?
Front kick to the body. Bang! Front leg ground kick. Insane. The other guy's an MMA fighter with a
Lurdzilla.
decent record. He's got like a 6-4
There's-
or
there's
something
Muay Thai- there's-
comparable.
There's
at
Muay
this
Thai
guy.
champions training
Come
MMA
on.
at Evolve right now.
Lurdzilla.
Dude,
Was
but
that?
you know
Was he
how
have the
crazy
best
that
name
is?
on earth?
Yeah, he's got the best name on earth.
Lurdzilla?
That's his real name too.
Look at how relaxed he doesn't give a shit.
Lerdgsill.
I want
Look at
Lurdzilla to
this.
be
Front
my
kick to the
friend.
body and then front
Boom!
round kick out of nowhere.
How the fuck that guy fight him?
That was like a
Because
fake leg kick
this
to the
is-
head, right?
Yeah, fake front kick roundhouse kick, or they call it a question mark kick.
Yeah.
But what happened was a bunch of people to Lion Fights. This is to to their just
Credit?
or in the interest of full disclosure, they had 2 people pull out. That didn't want to fight this guy. They're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And this guy was making his debut, said, I'll fucking fight him.
God,
like, he's
what a
crazy.
terrible
If I
idea.
was his manager, I said, listen to me,
No.
son.
That wasn't
son.
an MMA fight, though, right?
No, it was
No.
no. But it was a guy who had a record in MMA that was like, it wasn't good. It was, it was a
He had a
decent
salty record.
He had some losses and he had some wins.
Like a
but,
6 and 7
But
or
he
some shit?
wasn't, he wasn't Habib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about a guy who's like an elite world-class striker, and he's fighting this guy Lurdzilla,
was he
who's
thinking?
just a fucking
He
assassin.
probably got $1,000 for that and a headache.
Headache
what you got.
for a year.
$1,000 and a
A
concussion.
year-long headache. Nunez
That's a
versus
good card,
Shevchenko
right
is a
there.
That
real
card
fight.
is filthy.
Hell yeah, dude. Come on. top to
Robert
bottom.
Whitaker.
Filthy card.
Top to bottom.
I like
That's
Robert
right.
Whitaker in that fight, and he was like, you never know. No, I'm
So
for
that's
real.
the main fight now that TJ and Cody are out,
Yoel,
right?
Yeah.
Yoel wins, and then he beats
How
Bisping.
dare you?
How dare
I've been
you?
saying it from
How
day
dare
You
one.
don't
you
know what the
pretend
fuck
you
you're talking about.
know?
Yeah,
Listen,
I do.
Robert Whitaker could beat anybody in the world.
Did you see him murk Jacare?
Yeah,
I almost said
Yoel might
Jacare.
win. He might win,
Yoel-
but he might get put to
He's
sleep.
beat everybody. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, gentlemen. He's beat everybody. Who's he lost to?
He
Find
lost
me
to
one.
Jacare. Jacare got fucked in that fight.
But he
But
did not lose
he's
to Jacare.
undefeated in MMA other
Thank
than
you.
that, right?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it from day one. Two-time world champion. Beat
Oh
Cael
wow!
Sanderson.
Yeah, wow, you really picked an underdog, Brian.
But he is a gorilla
Hey.
when it comes to wrestling. There's
He looks
very
like a
few
ninja
people.
turtle.
It's
Yeah.
He's
ridiculous.
He
shredded.
doesn't even look real.
He's going to win the world title at
He might.
40 years old.
He might. Or
Robert-
Whitaker might put those fucking kangaroo paws on him.
Robert Whitaker's going to take that fucking right hand from Australia and knock his ass
No,
out.
sir, I'm going to need you to calm down.
I'm on the
you got
Whitaker
this-
train.
You got this 80s NSYNC jacket on, which I appreciate.
Instincts from early 2000s.
well,
this
whatever
would
it
be
is.
New
Breaking.
Kids on the Block.
That's like
That's
breaking.
New
This
Kids
would
on
be
the
New
Block.
Kids on the Block, first of all.
And I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I admire your courage, your fashion courage.
Thank you.
I'm also outraged at the same time.
That's
Yeah,
It's
you
okay.
shouldn't have bought that. Did you get it for free?
Of course he bought it.
We got it free. Well, it's New Kids on the Block, man.
He got it at the New Kids on the Block store.
They're back, by the way.
Okay, so this is the main event. We're at the main event already.
Already?
Yeah, it's 9:00.
Dude.
Oh, you know what fight we didn't miss it because it was on the prelims, but Asuncao versus that Morales kid from World Series of Fighting.
Oh, what happened?
Asuncao beat him.
Really?
And a split decision. Some people
Marlon
think Morales.
Moraes?
Yeah, a lot of people think Moraes won, but Asuncao beat him.
Wow, interesting. Marlon Moraes, in my opinion, was the best 135-pounder in the world outside of the UFC.
World Series of Fighting, though.
Well, no, but he's really elite. If you look at his skill set and the way he moves and who he's training with,
Mark Henry trained.
Mark Henry,
Yeah.
Frankie Edgar, Edson Barboza,
Yeah.
I mean, that's his camp.
Everyone's so high on him, man. I'm
high on him, too.
I
I
don't
am,
buy
too.
the hype machine till you get to the UFC, man. Until you beat people.
You're right, but I mean, it's his first fight in the UFC, and
Asuncau's a
that's fuck of
motherfucker.
a first fight.
But
man.
it should be though. You haven't lost since 2004 or some shit.
Okay, true. But if you are the UFC, if the UFC, someone says, "Look, Brendan Schaub, we're tired of running this. Take care of this." Wouldn't you want to build him up? I would want to build up Marlon. I would want
Yeah,
to
I would-
let everybody know how good
I agree.
he is. I'd want to give him a highlight reel win.
Yeah, me
in
too.
Rio.
Because his striking's so elite, he
He's
would knock
nasty.
bitches out.
He's nasty.
and they need a new contender.
Exactly. You put him in there with a guy who's a
Asuncao?
good.
He's a monster.
A monster.
And he's not that exciting.
Right. Yeah, you put him in there with a good 135-pounder who tests him. But you know what, man? That's how guys lose, and that's how you find out who they are. I mean, that's what happened with Sergio Pettis, right? Fought Alex Caceres. They threw him right to the wolves, and Caceres chokes him out. And you realize, like, okay, like you got some shit to learn, kid.
Yep.
You're fucking talented.
Yep.
But hey, try
It was
by
the Frank
fire.
Yair Rodriguez thing. Mr. Schaub,
Yeah.
you know, who do you have in this fight? Because you tend to be pretty scientific about your picks.
Man, this one's so tough to pick because of Jose. It's so tough to pick against fucking Jose Aldo. But I just feel like
Brazil.
it's Max Holloway's time. I feel like his boxing, he's bigger.
Max Holloway's very smart. And he's very, very like fluid with his movements. He moves in
He's
and out really
dynamic.
good. He stays on the outside. He
Here-
can do anything.
here's
he can
the
go to
big
the ground.
question.
What?
Well, how's he going to deal with Aldo's leg kicks?
Big question.
And
Big
if it goes to the ground, people forget Aldo's a fucking world champion on the ground.
Ooh, Aldo beat Cobrinha in a regular jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah, everyone forgets about his grappling. He's such a beast of a striker.
Well, he's a
that could be
stud-
trouble for Holloway because
stud
Holloway
athlete.
just wants to fucking strike.
And I think a lot of it depends on, like, where's Aldo at mentally? Well, he just came off the Frankie Edgar fight. And he looked fantastic.
But before that, he was talking about retire. Remember, he retired. He wanted
True.
to play soccer.
That might have been out of
Max
anger.
Holloway's all in, though. Max
be.
Holloway's all in.
All in.
What else is interesting about Max Holloway and Stipe is these guys, they just run their camps. Like, he's not at some super camp.
Why is he holding a British flag up when he's from Hawaii?
You son of a bitch. That's a Hawaiian
That's
flag.
why
Part British flag.
Oh, my God.
You don't even know.
Hey,
Have you been to Hawaii?
No.
Can we mute
Never
his
have.
mic for that?
You never been to Hawaii?
I thought America was
you've
part of
been
the
to
Hawaii's
Saudi
part of the United
Arabia
States.
and
though.
shit.
I know.
You
Never
son of a
Australia
bitch.
and never Hawaii and never South
the
America.
fuck?
Everywhere
Damn,
else.
I've been to
though.
all those.
I know.
And you
Weird.
talk all this shit about traveling.
Yeah,
Come to my world.
I will, brother.
You know, you don't want
Australia
to talk
yet, bro.
traveling
I'm going
to?
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Don't talk traveling with Henry Rollins.
don't-
You
yeah,
feel
don't.
like a townie.
God, that guy's been around, hasn't
Do
he?
you know what he does every year? Picks
Hmm.
a spot on the map. Just goes like that. Bali. Calls his travel agent. Where can we go on Bali? And he just flies out to Bali by himself with a laptop and a camera, pair of underwear, toothbrush. Just lives there.
That's cool.
Didn't your boy Ari do the same thing
Yeah,
because of
Ari
Henry
went-
Rollins?
Yeah, Ari went super deep. He went even deeper. He went for 4 months. Ari's like, I'll show
I
you
feel like
Henry
that's
Rollins.
too much.
I'll show
You know
you
what
Henry
it-
Rollins.
Did
I'll
he
take
come
my-
back
I'll
weird
take
or
my
did he come
Comedy
back
Central
awesome?
mug.
If
Weird
you're
as
looking
fuck.
for Wi-Fi when you land, if you're looking for Wi-Fi in your destination, you're not traveling.
Ari Shafir is
That's
such a
an
good
illusion.
guy.
Fuck your Wi-Fi. Fuck your phone if you really want to travel.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't you travel with a phone?
You're all
Because
about
I know,
selfies
because I'm
on
all
the
about.
board.
I travel all the time, and like, I'd rather stay home. Once you travel to 1,000 cities, you realize
They're all
that
the
it's an
same.
illusion. Everyone's trying to travel to where I live. People are coming from Australia, and I'm going to fucking Tahiti.
Preach, brother.
And you know what? Because
Preach.
you're walking through the airport
right.
and you see the destination, the be all end all. Some dude's feet on a fucking badass beach.
Yep.
And it's like, that's the goal.
Yep.
And then when you get there, you realize, wait a minute, they're cutting off. They framed off like the people trying to sell you a crocodile floating. You know what
You're
I
right,
mean?
brother.
I
You're
thought I was
so
going to be
right.
alone on this island. I didn't know this could be like fucking.
I thought this was going to be a
shitty
fresh
people.
Corona with a lime in it coming my way.
That's
I
right.
thought,
That's right.
I thought, I went to Thailand. I go, I'm going to go to deserted fucking island on Thailand. And everyone said, yeah, you can. I go, where? They go, you need to fucking take a cab 3 hours. Jumped in a cab 3 hours. Like, I'm going to, and then we finally get there. Go, where are the islands? Oh, you want to go to the island? Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking, I don't give a fuck how much it costs. Let's just go. It's cheaper if you go on a big ferry
Yep.
to this island, or you could take a speedboat. I go, fucking speedboat. Let's go. Boom. I'm videotaping everything on a speedboat. I want to go on this fucking island that I see at the airport. I see them all the time. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting book money and shit. I don't give a fuck. I flew to Thailand nonstop. I go, I'm going to go on a fucking island. You get there, boom, and there's 200 other people there.
Yep.
And there's like snack bars and shit.
The secret is
You gotta
not
get
yours.
richer, son.
Dang, that's
Like,
the secret. What's the matter about
What
that?
happened to that
God,
joint?
man.
Where'd that
I
joint
go,
go?
this is
right
the
there.
island.
There you go.
It was a trick.
Crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
It was a trick. I spent
there's
fucking
places-
all day finding this fucking island. Dude, I was on a
all
speedboat
illusion,
thinking
Eddie.
they were going to take me to this island.
Eddie, remember
And
your
I was
boy,
going to be
Lagoon
alone.
Beach,
Remember
son.
your boy Jason from England? The Maldives. Got to go
Yes.
to the Maldives.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Probability.
Hey, did you see Jose Aldo in Brazil? He has a restaurant. It's just American burgers in Brazil.
Really?
It's just cheeseburgers.
Probably smart.
It's called Famous Burgers.
That's ridiculous. Well, he is
Baller move.
famous and he sells cheeseburgers. Hey, man, like, is that cultural appropriation? Because a bunch of chicks got ran out of
Probably.
Portland. These girls got ran out of Portland because they were white and they were making burritos.
Yeah, because the United States is
I don't wanna-
cultural appropriation. That's how you get better as
No,
a
I don't want
person.
a white girl making my
he-
burrito.
Brian's about to go Fox News on us here.
I was in Korea. I went
It's
to a
fucking
Mexican joint in
ridiculous.
Korea. They got a Mexican joint in Korea. They play fucking Mexican music.
Hey,
It's like,
Koreans
oh,
making the burritos?
Rice
Eddie.
came,
It's
I
rice
don't
came
eat
from
them.
China.
Koreans making Mexican food. They made
If
me
we
chorizo.
ever, boys, if we ever do a fight companion that's like in Europe or something like that, it's on the weekend. I got to take you guys to a real legit Mexican joint down the street.
Do you
They
guys
have
realize
everything
there's a
speaking
Mexican in the
Spanish.
room?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a super legit. You order for us. There's a super legit Mexican joint down the street where like all the TV is
love
in
that.
Spanish. All the music is Mexican. The people barely speaking. You could barely order. You'll be the only. You and I and him will be the only English-speaking people in the room. It's fucking tremendous.
That's all I eat, son. My
They have
girl's
menudo
Mexican.
on the weekend. Woo! Like
can't
real
stand-
legit menudo.
Hey, why do these guys all have berets
Eddie,
on? What's going on over here?
Super skeptical eyes.
Guys, what's going on with the berets?
They're in the Guardian Angels.
They are?
Talking about
Yeah,
like
the
some
guard-
authentic shit. It's like I was raised with the Mexican. Like it wasn't. We didn't go to. We went to McDonald's
Well, then
when my
you
mom
cook
got
it.
paid. We were like, we're going to.
Aldo's
We're
ripped.
going to Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, he looks tremendous.
Yeah, he does.
Like physically, dude, he looks as good as he's ever looked.
Ever, yeah.
That looks like Aldo when he fought Chad Mendes
Oh
for
my
the first
God.
What
fight.
are you saying?
He looks fantastic. Looks like he's motivated. I'm not saying shit about steroids, bro.
It looks like he has
Eddie
bills for a
Bravo.
cheeseburger.
I didn't say
restaurant.
shit.
Eddie.
I didn't say shit.
But just by
listen.
asking what he meant,
He looks tremendous.
I was
Brazil
curious.
is very strict.
I think for a guy like Aldo, who's been the champion, besides Conor McGregor, there's only been one ever 145-pound champion in the UFC. That's that guy you're looking at right
Yeah.
now. So with a guy like that, I think many times it's a battle of motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so dominant. He's been in the game for so long. And here's the crazy shit. He's only 30.
Unbelievable.
All the years that Jose Aldo has been dominating, and you think about it. I mean, there's a guy who beat
WC.
Frankie Edgar, right? First time beats him,
Italy,
and then beats him
Italy,
again the
Baba.
second
Yeah,
time,
man.
maybe even cleaner, maybe even better, right?
For sure.
Think about all the people that he fought. The Chad Mendez fight, the second fight's a war.
Mendez.
First fight he
remember
KOs him.
the Mark Hominick fight in
I
Toronto?
love you, Eddie. I love
Jesus.
you.
Mark had that huge
I love my boy.
fucking lump.
Hematoma. But that was also when he was having a hard time making that weight.
Yeah.
That was when we did that press conference the day before the fight, and it was the day of the weigh-ins, and he could barely be on the dais because he was so weakened by the weight cut because he hadn't weighed in yet. I think Aldo, I mean, the crazy thing is, he's always going to be judged by that Conor McGregor fight.
Which is fucked up.
Which it's kind of crazy.
I don't judge him for that. Fuck that.
But it is what it is. But you kind of have to.
Well, that's
because
his
when
biggest high-profile fight.
Conor showed that a guy can come in, well, a guy as talented as Conor, can come in and, first of all, fuck with his head, which with Conor absolutely did. Get inside of his head, create a lot of stress, create
him
a
to
lot
rush.
of pressure,
Yeah.
force him to rush.
Rush.
And then Conor just relaxes fuck, slides out of the way, and drops that left-hand bomb on him.
Here's a
That
question
is-
for you guys.
He solved the puzzle.
What happens if Holloway comes there and murks him in the first round with his striking? Then it's going to really taint his legacy.
Here's the real
because
question.
he's never fought any really, really good striker except for Conor Holloway, if you think about it.
Or what happens if Aldo kicks the shit out of his legs and has him hobbling and wobbling really early and winds up stopping him? Do you have another Conor fight? I mean, does
Conor's
Conor,
never
does he go
fighting
up
at
to
45?
55? Does he go up to 55?
He should. He
Conor
says he
Conor?
wants
Do you
to.
see Dana goes, just to get him to commit this, I have to have a serious talk with him. Like, Conor's never going to fight you. Got to move on. Like, that's never happening.
That's so crazy.
Why would
for a
Conor
guy.
make a fucking $100 jagillion fighting Floyd and then come back and take on a fight against Jose Aldo?
You're right.
Got nothing
but
to win.
You're right, but is a guy that just fought Eddie Alvarez a year ago.
True.
Right?
And you got to remember, the result of what happens with Mayweather is huge. Like, let's say
not at all.
Mayweather. Let's just say that on the off chance that Mayweather just
Murks him?
it just murks him and just doesn't get hit, not even once.
Sure.
And
Is
Price
Aldo
After
nervous?
that, Conor's going to come back with the fury.
Yeah.
He's going to come back with the fury to the UFC and say, "Fuck boxing! I'm going to come back, and this is my sport,
Right,
and
but
I'm going to
will
dominate."
he be
He'll fight at
tainted?
welterweight
See,
almost.
if he makes it to a decision, he looks tough. He won't be tainted.
It all depends on what happens.
if he
But
loses a
if he gets
decision-
like super played with,
Yeah.
he's
Which he
going to come
won't.
back to the UFC with a fury.
Yes.
But I
But
think he's
he'll
gonna
also
come back
be a
no matter
little
what.
tainted, but he'll be-
If he goes to decision like you were saying, it's a win for MMA.
Yeah, if it's
Right.
close.
Right.
If it's
Big
close.
time
Right.
win for us.
No, not even if it's
No,
close.
no, I think even if
has
he
to
gets
survive.
outclassed for 12
because
rounds.
there's no way Conor would ever let Floyd survive.
But-
There's not a
but
chance. If they had a
Mayweather
5-round, but hold on, if they had a 5-round MMA fight, let's all agree. Floyd Mayweather would never fucking survive.
The last
I'm
30
nervous for
seconds.
this
There's not a
fight, guys.
chance in hell. There's a chance. There's a very, 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 very
not in
slight
hell.
chance that he Ray Mercers
I have to bring you guys to the attention of the
Yeah.
great
No, James
Jose
Toney.
Aldo. We have to watch this fight and give it the respect it deserves. And
Listen, settle down.
no, I won't settle down because this is a very
It
serious
all depends
fight
on
for
what
me.
kind of takedown training or
nervous.
takedown defense training Floyd Mayweather puts himself through.
I'm rooting
Does he
for
put through
Aldo.
himself through the
40?
delusional kind of
Yeah.
training or the real legit takedown
That's a good point.
defense?
That's a good point.
You
Here they
know.
go. Here they go. 457, 456, 455, 454 if you're sinking.
It's one of the best matchups of the year. If not the
Man,
best.
feeling each other out here. How nervous are they both?
Max
Max
Holloway
is so-
looks very smooth and relaxed. So does Aldo. Everybody looks good. No
The
one's
leg
doing
kicks.
nothing.
Let's see
Yep.
what's up with
Lot
that.
of respect.
I just want to see Holloway's answer for those leg kicks.
Well, the thing is, Holloway's very clever.
I
He's
know.
not going to rush in, man. If
No
you see the way
way.
he fought Jeremy Stevens, I mean, he adapts the way he fought Cub Swanson. One of the more interesting things about Holloway is because he talks, you know, he's like a cool Hawaiian kid. Like, people kind of sleep on that. Like, they think of Hawaiians as being, like, fun-loving, like, surfing, partying people. You know
It's
what I mean?
BJ Penn.
It's
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I know what I'm saying. I know, but there's something about like the way he talks.
don't take him
and
serious
acts.
almost?
There's something about it. It's
Yeah.
almost like you think he's just.
So nervous right now.
Is
you-
BJ talking
you
about coming
forget.
back?
Yes,
Yeah,
he's still
he's
fighting.
fucking homeboy.
I feel like Aldo's
Dennis Seaver.
Dennis Seaver. And Dennis still
Yair
doing
was
the
too
damn
much. You know, yeah,
Yeah.
BJ can still have some awesome fights, but Yair was just not the right matchup.
Hey,
Yeah.
does Aldo
Too
look
much.
like himself right now, or does he look nervous?
Oh, he looks perfect. Nothing's happened.
Yeah,
he's just
there's-
right now. He's just moving. See, he is probably aware that Max Holloway wants him to commit, and Max wants to counter. Max is a taller, longer fighter,
Yep.
and he's also Max is very good at not loading up. If you ever watch Max Holloway's fights, he throws things very precise for the most part. I mean, he'll load up if he can get away with it. But he's like
Wins by attrition.
He's just very technical with his striking. He doesn't have a lot of fat.
Super straight.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
very straight punches.
He doesn't have a lot of fat in his movements, and because he's a long, tall guy, that makes up for means so much. He's got long, tall, which is great, and then he also has like super efficient movement. He's hard to hit, man.
He's hard to hit. Yeah, he's really hard to get like a clean punch
Yeah,
on.
Nice.
super hard to hit. And
Long
again,
jab.
he's fucking smart. Max Holloway's fight IQ is very high, super
Obviously,
high.
yeah.
Isn't it crazy? He doesn't come from the super camp either.
But he just knows how to he
good
clipped
left
Aldo.
hook.
He clipped Aldo right there with that left hook. And he also knows how dangerous Aldo's leg kicks are. So
Yeah.
right now, Max Holloway's aware.
Oh shit!
Oh my
my
God!
God!
He dung him!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh,
Oh my God!
Shit.
Oh my
my
God! Man.
goodness.
Jose Aldo!
Aldo's on fire.
Holy shit!
On
Oh my
fire.
God! Oh my
he
God!
woke up a lion.
Oh my God!
God,
Jesus, you forget.
When he gets in that
lest
kind of
you
rhythm,
forget
forget
how
about it.
good Aldo
You
is.
let him get
lost
that kind of
once.
confidence.
I remember when he hit Chad Mendez with the Dutchie.
Oh,
he hit him with
my
that left hook to the
God.
body and that right leg kick, and you watch him do it, and you go, "Oh Jesus!"
Max Holloway
I think it
weathered
was
that
Chad.
storm. He
Fuck-
weathered that fucking
fuck
storm.
yeah, he did.
Jesus,
Fuck yeah, he did.
his eyes are wide open.
Chad should be coming back any day
Wow.
now, right? Off the suspension.
Yeah. Do you know what his suspension was for?
No.
I mean, straight up PDs. right?
Oh! Well, no, it was for something that he used for psoriasis. There's some shit they
fuck,
tested.
man.
It.
Chimera?
There's something in some psoriasis medication that makes you piss hot.
God damn
Meanwhile, I sound like a fucking alpha male apologist right there, don't I?
it. Yeah, but shit. PDs? No, Brendan.
No,
Arthritis.
Even though Chad Mendez could jump out of a fucking 5-foot pool and he's only 5'7".
Oh, he's a
you know,
freak.
He is a freak, super freak athlete. But for real, that is what he said. I believe him.
I cured my psoriasis.
He does have it. I know he doesn't have. There's
Yeah.
a lot of photos with it where you can see it on his skin. And I know that steroids are a way that they handle that shit.
But if you just put
There it
that on
is.
the thing, you might be all right.
GHRP is what it was. Before it came out, he had no idea what it was. Mendes explained. When the test results came back, they told me I tested positive for it. I was like, I don't even know what that is. Bunch of
Oh,
research.
man, that sucks. I love Chad.
It says
Plaque
it's
psoriasis.
used,
Roid
it's
head.
used to treat plaque psoriasis, a skin condition he's been dealing with for years.
Fuck.
So it seems legit.
Poor Chad.
Yeah.
Hey, fucking USADA, relax. God
Yeah, but here's
damn.
Oh my
uppercuts!
God.
Dude, Max
oh my
Holloway
God.
can take it.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, Max Holloway dung him back.
This is a fucking.
Hey, I'll tell you what, there's a huge speed advantage on Aldo's side.
Aldo's so goddamn explosive. He's so good at closing the gap, man. Like, you remember that Mendez knee he landed in their first fight?
Oh, my God.
Woo! And I'll never forget calling the Uriah Faber
Oh
fight.
my God. Look at that.
Uriah Faber fight was one of the most horrific displays of leg kicks I've
Oh, it
ever
was
seen.
the worst thing in the world. Uriah said he wanted to faint. He was trying not to faint from the pain. That's what he said.
How tough is Uriah Faber?
Toughest. I think toughest guy to ever step
Never
in the
going to
octagon.
UFC Hall of Fame.
Never quit in that
Toughest
fight.
guy. He broke both his hands against fucking Mike Brown and
Yep.
kept fighting.
Throwing
Kept
elbows.
fighting.
Nobody tougher than that guy. You don't get tougher. Dude, first round. First fucking
And then
round.
he documented the damage to his leg.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Max Holloway with a
Nah, that doesn't work on
got it with
Jose
the
Aldo.
toes. Well, it would have worked if
So
he hit him
there's
with the
something in
heel.
psoriasis that shows up in
The steroid
No,
test.
the
Peptide.
treatment for psoariasis.
There's something in the
it. Yeah.
treatment that
Yeah.
shows up. Man, that'd be a good idea.
So I
like if
had
you get
it-
on some juice, say, hey, listen, go get a prescription for this stuff. So if it
They
ever
use
comes
psoriasis
up,
medication.
right? You
I
can
had-
have,
Oh, look at
right
that.
away.
Oh
You
my
do it.
God.
Look at that
Oh my
uppercut left
God.
hook. That was brilliant.
But I cured my psoriasis. I have plaque psoriasis. I don't know what happened, but I
I
just
heard you were
stopped
sucking a lot of dicks.
sucking dicks.
Now you can do steroids.
I was sucking
and if
strange
someone
dicks
says shit, you
in
can tell
Bus
them,
Room John's.
I'm 12.
And then, remember,
Sucking dick.
no, and then I
Oh yeah, bro. Heard you were sucking dick.
I stopped eating, touching cow dairy. And there's this book. You ever read that book called The Plant Paradox about lectins? Really good book about
Yeah?
psoriasis. Yeah.
What
Put
was
you
it
right to
saying?
sleep.
Well, there's certain there's
Can you imagine a book about psoriasis? What kind of books are you reading?
But if you had psoriasis like he did, that's a reason to read it.
You ever seen that documentary on psoriasis?
Do you have psoriasis?
It literally.
But he's recommending
no,
it.
no, it literally.
That makes sense. Well, I have
get it
I
why
have
he
vitiligo.
reads it. It's
I'd get it
all-
on
yeah,
my.
he has the
I'd get it on my
condition.
face. I'd get it on my legs. Really
Round
bad.
two.
Like I
Here
couldn't
we
wear
go.
shorts.
Here
He
we
saw.
go.
it.
So
I
I
Is
think
there a
we all
chapter
agree.
about the shorts?
Yeah,
We all agree
read the book.
Aldo won that first round.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah, right?
Yeah,
That's-
that book.
Not a
the-
10-8.
Dude, he looks
Never
good.
mind.
He looks good.
Cool boot.
That fucking sneaky left hook to the body, man.
Dude. Aldo, one of the best ever. Still.
Dude, that sneaky left hook to the body is no joke, and he follows it up with that right leg kick a lot. And by the way, he hasn't thrown any of them yet.
No, not one.
No, he
doesn't need to.
Well, that's the
one.
same thing he did. He threw one,
Hard.
maybe. But that's the same thing that happened with Frankie Edgar. See, a lot of people anticipate the idea that Aldo's going to try to take him down.
Opens his hands up,
but
you're
Aldo's
saying?
got some serious fucking hands. And when he knows he's not going to kick you, but you think he might kick you, then it opens up his hands.
Makes you hesitate.
Dude, and his hands are no fucking joke.
Dude, he's so much faster than Holloway.
Dude, Aldo's hands are like lightning. He's been talking lately. I mean, I would like to find out how serious he is, but he's been talking about lately about possibly one day fighting in pro boxing. That's not out of the question.
Oh
man.
my God.
Dude,
He
it's
needs
not
to come
out
to
of the question at
55.
all.
Speed,
He needs to come to
dude.
55.
I think you're
What's left
probably
for him
right.
at 45? Let's be real.
Well, I mean, who knows, man? I mean, he seems to be this. If he makes it through 5 rounds looking like this, we got to shut the fuck up because he made 45.
100%.
I know, but
And
who's
he's
he
looking
gonna fight?
fantastic.
Oh, my
but
God.
it doesn't matter. He's looking fantastic unless they can make a case for him to fight McGregor.
At 55.
They should.
Yes, at 55.
At 55.
If,
Super
Connor's
fight.
never coming down to 45 for him. But I would feel like if I was Aldo, like you have to become undeniable.
Oh my God. This
And
left-
at 30 years old, he can become undeniable still.
yes.
He's still, I mean, to us, to the hardcore fans, he's undeniable.
Undeniable.
But in order to sell that big pay-per-view that would make Connor want to come
Get your
down
revenge.
to fight him.
Get your
Yeah.
revenge.
It's going to be tough.
He's got to murk everybody.
Yeah.
He's got to
Oh.
become this guy, like Gennady Golovkin. Like, we're to the point where, like, Canelo had to fight him. Everybody keeps talking about Golovkin. Golovkin,
Oh, shit.
Golovkin.
Oh,
Oh boy.
that was good.
Max has
Like
found
what happens
an
if
opening,
Jose
yeah.
Aldo came up and fought fucking Khabib or Tony Ferguson,
Right,
murked them?
right.
Then
Crazy.
Connor almost forced to
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
starts talking shit.
Yeah.
He ain't murking Tony, I'll tell you that much.
fight him. No, I knew you were going to say that. I'm
Bravo,
just saying,
Bravo,
you'd have to
loyal.
do that.
Loyal.
God,
My
let's be
man.
real. Let's
My
be
man.
real.
Oh, no.
He's too much.
Oh, no.
Tony
Tony's
would
a
slaughter
nightmare.
this.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like Tony is so fucking durable and so nasty. Just like such a natural fighter.
He's
And
so
then-
He's too big
He's so
for-
game.
But
for a
also
45.
super smart, super skillful, and disciplined as fuck. Tony's a handful for anybody.
Anybody. I need to see him and fucking Khabib fight. Or I'm
I
gonna
know, man.
freak the fuck
you know what?
out.
Tony should just ask him, like, "Hey, man, what do you weigh? Like, let's
Catch
fight
weight.
at 65.
I agree.
Let's just fight.
So you don't die.
Yeah, don't die. Let's fight. Oh, Max Holloway tagged him. Max Holloway long with those punches.
I don't think he tagged him actually. Oh,
Dude, he
He
definitely
got
did.
pretty good there.
Oh,
man, this is
Max is
beautiful.
long.
Two of the
not a
very
whole lot
best.
of kicking. Not a whole lot of kicking,
No.
folks.
Because I think Jose's afraid he's going to catch a right hand if he kicks.
Aldo.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, though, Max is showing his fight IQ, man. He's showing his fight IQ. Look how he's stretching those arms out in front of him. He's
give you an idea how good Connor is. He beat both these dudes.
yeah. But it also, like, you see how he's doing that? First of all, he's doing it totally legal, right?
Oh, good head movement. Oh, my God.
Oh, he tagged him with the right again. This is crazy.
Hey, Connor beat him too with a torn knee, by the way.
I don't want to hear about that. Oh, body kick.
Damn, they're going off now.
Whoo. That was
Man.
a strong kick to the
Give him
body
back,
by Max.
Give him back.
Holy
God
shit, what a
damn.
fight. What a fight.
One thing, Max has a chin like a
Oh!
My
motherfucker.
God, does
He's
he
a
ever?
savage.
Does he
But
ever?
so is Aldo,
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to
man.
say that.
You know what? If you take away that one punch by Connor, where
I know.
he
He's
ran
the best
into it,
ever. He's
the
pound
best
for pound
ever.
number one.
Yeah, I would
It's
say.
crazy.
I would say.
It's crazy.
But he
Come
did
on.
take that hit.
Come on, Jose.
But he did take that hit.
Ain't that a bitch?
So you know what it is, man? It's like there's a puzzle to every fighter. The question is, did he seal that puzzle problem up? That little hole that Connor found. Did he seal that up?
We won't
if
know
they
until he
fought
fights
again.
Conor.
Right, we won't know. Damn it, they have to fight.
at 55,
If you were the
mega
if you were
fight.
the head of the UFC, would you be like, listen, we got to make this happen, boys?
No.
What would you do?
I would have Connor probably fight
Floyd
GSP
first.
I'd have him fight Floyd then GSP.
Good
For
head
the payday.
movement. Look at this
for the payday.
I want people to be educated. I want. Oh, nice jab.
Oh, man.
I want people to
Fucking
feel about
first.
fights
I
the
mean,
way we feel about fights. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Like I want people to be educated.
Oh!
Oh,
Damn!
and Max nodded at him. He's like, come
Holloway's
on.
a bad
hands
motherfucker,
up,
man.
hands up, hands down.
Oh!
Shit. Max Holloway.
Little Hawaiian Diaz,
Into
baby.
the body again.
It's a Hawaiian Diaz tactic.
Oh.
Open hand slap.
He just bitch slapped him.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Boy, you better.
careful.
Damn, he got
You
fucked
know what
up
happened
after
there after the bell, though?
Jesus.
Max was trying to give him the thumbs up, and,
Oh
and
my
Aldo
God.
turned his back. So Max lost a psychological war there. He gave a thumbs up to a
Fucked
dude who
up.
had his back to him. That's not good. What a fight!
What a fight is right.
Max Holloway's a goddamn
Max is down
savage.
2, though, you think?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, probably, right? If you had to guess.
It's in Brazil,
yeah.
remember,
Yeah,
John?
he's down. He's down
So if
for
it's
sure.
close,
But look at that,
for
that
sure.
right hand.
God.
I mean, that is clean. That's clean.
He's so
That
much
jab's
quicker.
Clean. He looks good.
Look at this Juan Diaz move.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And look at, see that? Oh! He gave the thumb to his back.
nice.
You never
Too
want to do
nice.
that. You got to be quick pulling
Aldo
that
got
thumb
some
back.
fucking
and then you
cheeseburger
got to take
places
that
open.
hand and you got to double, and you might need to walk towards him after that.
If
right?
that, yeah, you gotta
You might need to
come up
walk
with a
towards
game
him,
plan.
and no stool in between rounds now.
Yep, no.
As dangerous as Aldo is standing, he's got high-level chokes.
Oh yeah.
Aldo's a
One wrong move on
world-class
the ground.
jiu-jitsu guy, man.
Yeah.
Look, he's
And
jacked.
we're not,
Look at him,
it's
look at
like
him,
that's
all
not
relaxed.
even being
Yeah.
I'm not mad at his
thought about at this point.
Spanish
There's no
mustache.
jujitsu going on here
No.
at all.
He's got a
bodied up.
salsa mustache.
Bodied up in this
Yep,
fight too.
great head
Mr.
movement.
Steal Your Girl with that facial hair, right?
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I wish I could
Okay,
pull that
so
off.
here's the question. We're in round 3 now, right? It's 4:44.
Max is down 2. Let's be real.
Yeah,
here.
I would say, right? If you had to look at the scorecard.
Yeah.
But interesting rounds, right? Max has
Yes.
got his. Both guys
Yes.
have gotten things off, but Aldo looks fucking sensational.
Only the second round was a little interesting. The first round, I was like, well, Max about to get smoked.
Brendan, please make
Oh,
a T-shirt.
Please, you're crazy. I was interested in the first round. Like,
No,
heavily.
I'm saying that first round though, Max really got outclassed.
I don't
the
think
second
well,
one
there was a
it
big
looked better.
There was a big long period in the beginning
Oh.
where everybody was waiting for somebody to move,
True.
and then Aldo eventually got the best of the exchanges. He's just showing
In a
some
major
real
way.
next
Look at
level
Max
speed.
put him trying to get him back him up to. Oh nope, he's letting him out.
Oh my God.
This is some.
Oh.
Here's the other thing. You got to
Oh,
realize
bye.
how many wars Aldo's already been in.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
think
only-
about this.
The only real fight like took a lot out of him was the Chad Mendes thing, though. I mean, and also Connor.
Connor
Well,
one
he's
didn't
had
help his
two.
brain.
The
you know.
Ricardo Lamas fight. Lamas had him on his
Yeah, that's
back,
true.
and he's
Oh,
punched
oh,
him.
oh, my God.
So,
Mark Homnick
so did
fight.
Homnick.
Shit's getting crazy now,
Homnick was
guys.
good.
I don't
But
know
he
if
was
you
on
noticed
antibiotics when he was.
Shit's getting
Oh my
nuts
God,
right
yeah,
now.
it is. Brendan, please.
Oh!
Oh my God! Oh my
Max
God!
Holloway tagged him.
They're going off.
Oh, knee to the body.
these
God,
guys
how
are
gangsters, Max Holloway.
Woo! Both of them. Aldo with that sweet knee.
I know. I don't know why I'm hating on Aldo. I don't get it. I really want Max to
man.
win for some reason.
You know what?
on,
One of the best things that's ever happened out of being a commentator is learning how to appreciate just a performance.
Oh yeah, not
By
me.
both
I've got
guys.
favorites.
I always had favorites, man. Always. When I was
We're only human.
oh, that right hand. I try not to now, but like if somebody that I'm friends with, like if Cowboy fights,
Oh, it's the worst.
ooh, it's hard.
beast.
It's
Yeah.
hard for me.
Yeah.
Very, very hard for me to call. Your fights were the hardest I've ever had to call.
Really?
100%.
So
The
you-
hardest I've ever had to call.
So you have to
I
like
did not
sway
like
on
it.
going.
No!
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's out! Oh, he's hurting!
It's not over yet.
246!
It's not over yet.
246!
Oh, let him
It's not
up.
And they're
over
on the
yet.
ground. Max Holloway
man.
with the mount.
Oh my
Full
God!
mount.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Let him up.
Jose Aldo.
Oh!
There's a lot of
Oh!
crucial grappling going on right here.
Max Holloway.
Crucial.
Oh, he tagged him again. Oh!
Let him
Aldo
up,
is-
Max. Let him up,
Yeah,
Max.
Aldo is
Ma-
on
let him up,
Clear
Max.
Street. Oh,
my
my
God.
goodness.
Make him get up, Max, and knock him out.
Oh, what heart. What heart.
What heart is right?
What heart by Aldo to survive this.
He's too
That's
good
his
of a
jiu-jitsu
grappler.
right there. His jiu-jitsu's
But side
keeping
control.
him
Look at this.
alive. Oh, shit.
Yes, jiu-jitsu
He's
keeping him
so,
alive.
he's so battered, man. Oh. Holloway's
Oh, my
at
God.
the oh! Oh, he's almost out. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. Full mount.
No more burger plate joints.
Oh fuck, man!
Dude, he might still
Oh,
win
fuck.
this. You never know what the fuck can
Nah,
happen.
I know. No more burger joints. Please.
Oh!
Come on.
Max is
No.
dropping bombs.
It's over.
Oh,
It's
Jesus.
over, son.
Oh, this is
They're about to
he's
stop
turning.
it.
He's
Is he
turning.
gonna choke
He's
him
gonna
out?
try to sneak out the back door. What he's gonna try to do is use. Oh, he's
Oh,
going
no,
under
no,
the
no,
chin.
you're liberty.
He's going under the chin. He's got it.
Oh my God!
In Brazil.
Oh my God!
Shit.
Oh my God! If
I
he
don't like
survives
that
this,
move
if
against
he
this
survives
guy.
this,
He's taking
a lot
full
of
back
time.
mount.
survive
Full
this.
back mount.
He's
Plenty
gonna
of time.
recover.
A lot of
I
time.
don't know about all that,
Ah,
dude. This dude's hurting.
A lot of time.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Which ref is that? Oh, that's Big John.
Oh my
he knows
God.
what he's doing. Oh, head arm.
triangle.
Head arm,
no, he's got
son.
the wrong. His arm's in the wrong spot. But,
This is an
still-
ass.
Oh!
This is an ass
Joe,
whooping.
this is if he just pours it on right now, he's gonna stop.
Come
this
on,
fight.
come
Keep
on.
going. That's it.
No. No.
Oh my goodness.
He's defending.
Oh my goodness.
He's defending.
Defending.
He's
No,
back-
get the arm. Get the arm, Jose. Cover up. Cover up. Now what? Now what?
That's it. They're gonna
He's
stop
gonna say,
it.
no, he's gonna say, defend yourself. Defend your. No, he's saying I'm good. My ref didn't hear that last fight. But when he
If
said,
Max
It's
Holloway
fine.
keep
You
pouring
can't
this shit
stop
on,
it yet.
this
You
could
can't
be
stop
it.
it.
He told the
Oh,
ref, he said,
That's it. Oh!
Oh my
Max
God.
motherfucking Holloway!
Oh my God. Oh my
holy
God.
shit.
Oh my God.
Holy
Stars
shit!
born,
Holy
gentlemen.
shit!
Hawaii finally got their world champ.
God damn!
Fucking Hawaii.
Holy shit, Max Holloway!
Yes!
You know what, man? Aldo, he's shaking his head because he still wanted to be able to fight, and it's a referee's call to stop the fight, and he's very upset about that. He was stuck, but man, it seemed legit to me.
That was a legit stoppage.
It seemed legit to me.
Eh,
It
oh,
seemed like he
yeah,
wasn't
okay.
intelligently
Oh,
defending
shit.
himself.
Oh, you know it's legit. Eddie agreed.
You don't think it was legit?
It was legit.
Yes.
Legit. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
You think it's
Yes.
legit, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I would imagine.
They could have stopped it a
there
long
could
time
be,
ago.
I believe
You have to protect the
I
fighter
agree
from
with you,
himself.
Ralph.
But I like
agree with
this.
you.
I like this. I like that Big John let it go that long. I
John's
like
the
that.
best in the
Yes, he's
business.
the best.
It's
Hey, you know
Aldo,
what? That was a
longtime
fight that you
champ.
rarely see. He took a beating for like 2 minutes straight.
back.
Yep. Came back, man. You got tagged.
Is
Look
that
how
his girl?
sad that white girl is.
Damn,
It's so
dude.
hard, man.
Damn.
She sees what he goes through, man.
What an incredible fight.
Well, look at
from Max
Max,
Holloway.
son. Oh, let him jump in the fucking
He wants
crowd.
that flag. He wants
Get
his
outta
Hawaiian
here.
flag, man. He wants
Yes,
his-
no, there's his family that flew all the way from Hawaii for God's
Where's Jason
sakes.
Momoa? Where's The Rock? What the fuck?
Yeah, Brock, where you at, man?
You got a world champion in Hawaii?
Wow.
Cleveland, we got a world champ!
Fuck,
Who
yes.
am I? Who am
Wow.
I? Cleveland, we got a world champ!
Stipe.
That's right. That's one of my all-time favorite, a guy who just won the title things. The Stipe Miocic did.
Cleveland's a
What'd he
real,
say
it's
about
a
his
serious
kitchen?
situation.
Well, he ran out onto the cage. He couldn't believe it after he knocked out
Yeah,
Verdum. He goes,
I remember
Cleveland,
that.
we got a world champ!
There's a
We got
serious
world-
Cleveland movement. right? It's
Like,
like
this last fight, he said something
Machine
about
Gun
his
Kelly,
kitchen.
right? You like him?
What?
You like Machine Gun Kelly?
He's actually from
Jamie,
Colorado, though.
Jamie
you know
likes
that, right?
to say something nice or say nothing at all.
Hey, listen, there's a serious movement in Cleveland.
Yeah, well, listen, Cleveland is I had a great fucking time. We did a UFC in Cleveland just a little while ago, and
Poor
I did
Josie.
a show there in Cleveland. I had a fucking great time, man. They're fun.
Dude,
That city's coming back to life.
Hawaii
With me,
is
let's-
fucking come
yeah,
back
let's
to
talk
life.
about
What's
Aldo
this?
here. Look at this. Bang.
Boom! Bam!
Oh, come on, son. Drops him with that right hand.
Nothing fancy, is it? The 1-2, the 1-2.
Beautiful timing, though, man. Beautiful
Bop, bop.
timing. Look at this. Look at
Bop,
this. Look at that.
badoosh.
Oh, man. Timing with that right hand is perfection. He's on top of him, dropping bombs on him. There was a couple of times in the fight where it looked like Aldo went out, but his will and his need to fucking get through this. Like right there. Bang! Come on,
Do
man.
you know how
I mean,
hard it is to beat Jose Aldo?
So
He's lost
hard.
once in that kind of freak fight with Conor.
Right.
Other than that,
And to beat him like this. I mean, Max Holloway beat the shit out of him. He beat him in a way that no one's ever beat him.
he
Max
took his
Holloway-
best and kept going, too.
He beat him in a way that no one's ever beat him. Conor only beat him because he caught him. Max Holloway beat him down.
Beat him, yeah.
He
Outclassed him there.
He beat him down.
God damn, that's
He
sick.
got through the gauntlet.
How
all
big
the
is Max
weapons.
Holloway going to be? Hawaii and fighting
Giant.
is fucking...
Giant. I've been singing
How
this-
happy is BJ
He's
Penn
gonna
right now?
own that island.
I've been singing that kid's praises for a long time. He came into the UFC super
Oh,
young.
look at poor Jose
Super
Aldo,
young,
man.
too. Oh, yeah.
Who's the guy in the background holding
He's
that belt?
devastated.
Like it's his. I know. I feel
Jose's
bad.
Oh, my
devastated.
God, that's the worst.
He's devastated.
In Brazil.
Someone has to lose, though, don't they?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, it is what it
He
is.
did a great job.
You
He's a
know?
great fighter.
It is what it is. This is fighting, and people win and people lose. And the sport, ultimately, it depends upon these sort of fights. It
Yep.
depends upon these all-time greats
Yep.
like
Yeah, man.
Aldo facing some guy who's got the solution to what that guy presents.
Yep.
And that's what Aldo did tonight.
How-
I mean, he went out there with all of his championship medal, and he laid it all on the line. He fought his best, and his puzzle got solved by the new breed.
Yep.
How
Let's
crazy
hear-
is
let's
this?
hear what he has to
How
say.
crazy
Hold
is
on.
this? Conor
Yeah.
beat both
Let's
these
hear.
guys.
Give us some volume.
Give us-
I know.
Conor beat both
Hold on,
these
hold on.
guys.
He beat him with a torn ACL,
Look at this.
but a long time ago.
Still,
It's
though.
incredible.
Max Holloway.
First and foremost, I gotta thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Second of all, I got a lovely son at home. baby, Rush, you got another gold one, baby. You got another gold belt. And I got a tank car.
Rush Holloway, great name.
I love it. George Rush St. Pierre inspired? Yes or no?
Nah, he's Hawaiian.
Wow.
They're booing you now, though.
Cheer on your fellow countrymen. But at the end of the day, you guys fight fans, and I love you guys for that.
Primeiramente, eu tenho que agradecer Jesus Cristo e meu filho.
John.
Powerful shout out to Brazil. Always a good move.
Yeah, but they're booing him. They're booing him.
Of course they're booing him. They feel like the fight shouldn't have been stopped because their guy
Come
got
on.
beat.
You're smart in that, Brazil.
It seemed like you started a little slow tonight, but in round 3, when you got your
Slow.
rhythm, it was a left, right, left.
Why you got to bring up old shit?
What did he say? What did he say?
What if
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
What if he said that? You're stupid, Eddie.
You guys are ready in this blessed era. You're Dana White. Where's my 50K?
Yeah, Dana White. Where's my 50K?
UFC Hawaii.
He made the decision right
Bing,
there.
bing.
That was smart.
UFC Hawaii.
Wow, that's tough.
Damn, UFC Hawaii would
Very
be
tough
the
for
shit.
Drizzy.
Fuck
I
yeah.
don't travel overseas, but I will fucking fly to Hawaii in a
I will
heartbeat. for
definitely
UFC.
be there. I will.
Let's make
do
it
that
happen. How about we do a joint show up in that motherfucker?
What? We missed.
They're
How
really
about
doing
we
a
do
show
a
in Hawaii?
joint show? Yeah. How about we do a fight companion in Hawaii? If they do a UFC in Hawaii, we all fly out to Hawaii and do some sort of a fight companion in Hawaii. So even if I don't work
I'm
the
in.
event,
We're still there.
let's
I'm
be
in.
Hawaii.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get a fight companion booth. Let's just cut the shit.
Okay. Done.
Why
UFC,
can't
do
we
you
get
have
a fucking
ratings?
booth?
Like
This
we
is
can watch
like
it
a
live
U-
and do a fight companion? Like
This is like-
actually at the show?
And get a
This
vineyard to
is
sponsor us.
imagine that
This is
at
what
the
I'm
show?
thinking.
No, we do it for
This
4
is what
seasons.
I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. This is the kind of commentary I like doing. So what we need to do is we need to treat the fight companion like an embassy. Like we have our own special country rules.
Yes.
We
Yes.
can slide.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
put us right in there live.
Yes.
Just like
Imagine
leave
that.
us alone. I want you to
Ringside.
take this
Put us
desk.
in ringside with
I want you to bring Jamie all the
bottles of
clutter,
wine.
all the clutter, and let us do commentary. You don't have to listen. You got other options. You can listen to the
It's a
corners.
choice. It's
you can
a
listen to
choice.
the corners.
It's a
man.
choice,
Yes.
man.
The
Yes.
Spanish options, right? You can
The
switch over
Spanish option.
So hey,
You can listen to it in Brazil. You can listen to it in Portuguese.
Then there's that green,
I think
lime
a suite.
green.
I think
fight
it'd be cool in
companion
a
button.
suite. Like
We need to sit down with Dana
right?
White and have a fucking conversation.
Wouldn't it be better one of those
Let's do
pimp
it.
suites instead of ringside if we did it?
See, I think we should
that
do it
would
from
be
like
the
a
best.
Fantasy 4 season and watch it.
We could
From
totally do
Hawaii.
that, or we could just keep doing it from here.
Yeah.
But-
or not get on a plane for 5
But
hours.
imagine if they
Fuck
offered
that.
it.
Just do it here.
Do you imagine if they
Scratch
offered
that.
that in Fight Companion? If that was one of the options, like you get Fight Companion, or in Fight Pass, you get Fight Companion
You know how
commentary.
big the ratings would go up? If
They would have already contacted you. They don't
No,
want to
they
do
can't
that
do
shit.
it. It's
They
too
don't want that
crazy.
shit.
No,
They
they can't do
decided
it.
that it's not a good idea.
Come on, man.
They
How many
decided
times
long
terrible
ago.
poster.
we have talked
They're not
about
on the fence.
pedophiles?
They're not. Yeah, they're not
We're
on the
talking about
fence.
someone getting
They're
raped.
like,
Raping
no.
We're talking about someone getting
We need
raped.
to keep those motherfuckers away.
There's 42,000 people watching right now.
Damn,
Live.
that many?
Yeah.
Hold on.
42,000. Is that a record?
I don't know, man. It's
I never-
interesting.
I forget
no,
that people
I
are
think the
watching.
record is Alex Jones, right? Yeah, it was like 60 something.
Jesus, I forget people are even watching. That's a lot. It's a stadium watching this
Dude,
right
how
now.
about Derek Lewis, Mark Hunt?
Look at that fight.
I should have done my hair.
Derek Brunson, Daniel Kelly. Daniel Kelly might just be able to beat everybody. There's something weird about that dude.
He has some weird old man thing going on. I can't
And the
figure it
judo
out.
thing, man, the competitor thing.
And the
That's
double
a-
knee braces,
Right.
huh?
It's crazy. His
Double
knees are
knee
fucked
braces.
up. I asked him about it after the last time I interviewed him after a fight, and he said if he wasn't fighting, he would get surgery.
Fuck.
He said, but as long as they let him tape the fuck out of his knees. Dude, he's like a mummy.
All judo guys are like usually judo people I know. All their knees are
All their
fuck
knees.
city.
Their knees get jacked. God damn, Max Holloway with some long ass
Look at how
punches.
fast
Real
Aldo is.
champ,
I mean,
man.
Holloway with that fucking long punch, but Aldo countered him. Look at that
Head
right
movement is
hand.
amazing.
Dude, Aldo countered him and hit him some real
He
good
slips.
shots. But that's
Oh,
it right there.
That's it.
Woo!
That's how good Mask is.
You know what's
Look at
crazy
his
is
timing. Ding! Ooh!
some people thought maybe Cub Swanson would get the next shot, but Max fucking annihilated Cub.
Yeah, well, you know what? Here's what's important about this fight. It's not just that Max Holloway did this, but that Max Holloway did this to Jose Aldo. Max Holloway left no doubt in anyone's mind. This is the best 145-pound fighter on the planet Earth.
Yep.
If you look at how Aldo got past Frankie Edgar, you look at how Aldo got past everybody except for Conor, and then you look, you know that Conor's not coming down to 145
Never.
anymore. That's the motherfucker motherfucker right there, and he
You know
made
what's
it
next?
emphatic tonight.
Holloway Frankie. You're welcome.
Hey,
I gift you that.
what in the world?
Don't you think that Yair Rodriguez has two forks in the road, right? There's the fork of unrealized potential. So he comes into this fight. He's got BJ Penn behind him, right? He annihilates BJ Penn. He hits BJ Penn, one of the greatest of all time, Hall of Famer, with a 360 round kick to the neck.
Yeah.
That just doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets murked by Frankie.
Destroyed.
So
he's not ready for this top 5.
He's not ready. No. But he has two paths. Like either he can learn from how Frankie was able to take him down and beat the fuck out of him, and then figure out a way to never let that happen again, or be overwhelmed by the pressure of that loss and the circumstances and the sorrow. Depends on his mindset.
But it also depends on matchups. Like, I like Yair versus Holloway. That's a great
Very
fight.
good fight.
Because Holloway's not going to take him down, so
Right.
it's just striker versus striker.
That's
They're
actually
both big
really
45ers.
interesting. Yeah.
That's a great fight.
Guarantee
I bet Yair
you-
would be it'd be damn near even money, I bet.
Yeah, but I guarantee you're going to see Max Holloway taking people down too. I think that dude is smart as fuck.
Well,
He
keeps
ain't taking
changing,
Frankie
right?
down.
He keeps
He's not
adding to his
taking Frankie
He's
repertoire.
not going to take Frankie down. You're right.
there's no
he's
really
also got
grapplers
he's an
left.
extra foot reach
But
advantage.
Joe, there's really no a lot of grapplers left
You're
besides
right.
Frankie.
You're right. Frankie's the big threat. If you're a guy who can't stop a takedown, the
You're
number one
fucked.
threat is Frankie.
And
because
then why give him to Yair? Why would
Right.
you give him the one guy
I
who can
think
grapple his
Yair wanted
ass
it.
off?
I
Yeah,
think
but the
Yair
UFC
wanted
still
it.
you
that's,
gotta
that's
protect
you
them.
eating your own young. You're
Yeah,
eating your young.
You say that,
You
but
believe in
then
protecting
every now and
fighters?
then
You believe in protecting fighters?
you get a guy like
Yes.
John Jones. John Jones, youngest
You have
ever,
to build-
does a flying knee in his opening move
Yeah,
against Shogun,
but- okay.
right?
Look what he did
that's-
before that.
But that's what
It's
makes
still
those guys
that's a hard case though because
couple good fights.
but it's a hard case because you don't give him to a grappler like Frankie, knowing that the guy cannot stop that
legend,
takedown.
all-time great.
Give him time to develop and give him the other guys who are very exciting strikers.
Because he's
It's a
a
case of
star.
eating
He's
your
star
own young.
quality.
John, before he won the title, had some very good fights.
Big time.
But his real good fights were after he got the title.
For
where
sure,
he showed
but like he
how good he
destroyed
was.
Brandon Vera,
Gustavo
Matyshenko.
Gontes.
Yeah.
Cradled Ryan Bader.
The Dantes fight, the Stephan Bonner fight was one of the most
Oh my
interesting
God.
ones because he showed how creative he was.
Yeah. We
And he
picked up
showed-
the single
yeah.
leg spinning elbow.
Yeah, he showed how creative he is, and he showed how fluid his movement is, and he just showed that he was on another level.
But like
when it
Yair
came
really
to-
never got that. But also
Right.
Yair, like he had a split decision win over Bruce Leroy.
Right. It's very good point.
And then they're like, oh,
Very
here's
good
Frankie
point.
Edgar. It's like, God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, it's a very good point because I feel like he felt so good after the BJ Penn fight. He felt like he had arrived, and he's like, that Alex Caceres fight is out the window. I'm fucking past that now, and he might have been, but he wasn't. There's levels.
There's levels.
You know how it
As
is,
Kendrick
man.
says, there's
I mean,
levels to this.
everybody that knows anybody in any kind of martial art, whether it's boxing or wrestling or jiu-jitsu, there's always people who overestimate their proficiency.
Pronounced jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
I'm gonna get some more Italian
Position.
wine. We gotta stay.
Make,
in
make
the-
sure it's fruity. Quit that earthy
You,
shit.
well, this is your fruity. That's your
Thanks, fruit.
California. But the
I
boys
stay
and I,
fruity.
we're hanging in Italy.
I'm fucking super impressed with Max Holloway, man.
Well,
super
me too,
impressed.
man. Him versus Frankie, I bet's coming next.
Isn't he only 25? How old
Yeah.
is Max Holloway now? I want to say he got into the UFC when he was either 20
Why not
or
do
21.
UFC in Hawaii though? Because Hawaii
Oh,
and
for
UFC go
sure.
together like fucking peanut butter and jelly, man.
Dude.
They fucking love fighting. Because BJ started that, man.
Dude, listen,
now you
if
got a
they
legit
had,
champ.
yeah, and a legit champ that just beat
Who's a striker.
arguably one of the great. Look, I gotta say Connor's the greatest 145 pounder of all time because he knocked out Aldo, who is clearly the
13
greatest.
seconds, yeah.
But in terms of like who's got more victories, of course it's Aldo.
Body
Who's
of
got
work
more
would
of
be
a body
Aldo.
of work. But the problem is the ultimate question is we're not doing MMA math here. You're having two guys actually fight each other. So if you said like who's the greatest of all time, well it would have to be Aldo because he beat all these guys. No. Because the two of them fought. And Connor murked them.
Correct.
So you got to give it to him. Otherwise, there's no other metric.
Yep.
There's no other metric other than a knockout.
What happened
that's
when they
the
went
most
head to
right?
head?
Is
Yeah.
that- It's the most important
Body of work when they
deciding-
fought head
You
to
can't
head.
be penalized for beating someone easily. I mean, like, you beat him too easily, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to really
You got
beat him
lucky.
down.
But this is
Right.
what validates
You know what I mean?
Connor's
To-
thing is in the locker room they show him do the exact combo.
Yep.
Like it wasn't like a freak, like, oh my God.
Oh,
they
yeah.
show him step back, throw the exact combo
Yep.
and goes, this is what's gonna happen.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
and they also
fucking
showed him
nuts.
do that front leg side kick to the leg.
It's nuts.
You know, he created the distance. He was hopping in and out, and he wanted to slide back and counter with that left hand, and he hit it perfect.
Like he called
He's
it.
the best ever. You have to say he's the best ever, even if he never fights featherweight again. Why? Because he KO'd the best ever. The reality is
ease.
Aldo's the best ever. But Conor KO'd him.
Yeah.
You couldn't say without the Aldo fight that Conor was the best ever. Because you look at all the different people that both of them fought, you're like, wow, it's really close. It's really interesting. But then but Aldo has more fights. But then once they actually
Head-to-head,
fight,
which is all that
that's
matters,
it. That's
right?
all that matters.
That's not even
That's
MMA
all that
math.
matters. It's not MMA match.
No,
You're
it's-
right. You're right.
It's a competition. They fought.
Yeah. It is. I mean, so you got to give it
black
to him.
and white.
And people will fight against it. No, because Aldo was the champion for so many years. You're 100% right. His body of work is much more impressive. And there's always going to be an asterisk next to Conor because, that was just this one time he fought for the title at 145, KO'd Aldo. It was like, y'all be cool.
Y'all be cool.
I'm
gonna
outta
go
here.
up here.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez has the belt. Come get some.
I'm all about
It's really clear.
collecting
They're
belts,
tied.
son.
It's really clear they're tied for the
That's some
best
guy in
ever.
this shirt would
Yeah.
say.
And
Yeah.
then what's the tiebreaker? Oh, their fight? They fought?
yeah.
What happened in the fight?
Right.
You decide.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
But
Right?
you know what's interesting,
It's
Eddie?
really simple.
But
I agree.
sometimes, like, you look at top 10s, you look at a guy who's number 6, and then the
it's
guy who's
tough.
number 8 knocked him out in the last fight. You're like, what in the fuck
They
is
go
going
off
on?
body of work.
That's crazy.
I know.
And then
Yeah,
people also say,
sometimes
like, oh,
there's
that was an upset. He got lucky. Like, it says who? When a guy punches you in the face and wanted to punch you in the face and then
not
punched you in the
lucky,
face, where's the luck? What are you doing? Are you rolling
He
dice?
caught him.
But
But he
the-
caught him
caught
with
him.
the hand that
The
he
fact
hits
that
with
he
the
wanted to
blade.
punch
Yes.
him with.
To be in the argument of the best ever, like for Aldo to be in the argument and for McGregor and for anybody, John Jones, like just to be in the goddamn argument.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Who's the best ever?
You know what I mean?
Is it Fedor or is it Anderson?
Anderson Silva.
Who is it? Is it Fedor?
Anderson.
Those are the two. That's the two arguments.
But-
I'm always been in the
You don't
Anderson
think John
camp
Jones
too.
is in there?
No, not yet. But
What?
I think he still could be.
Look at his body of work.
You're right. He could, but there's so many problems with that. There's so many problems with that.
Off the field.
There's the
problems.
OSP problem, where he had a good fight. I think he performed well against a really dangerous, slick guy, but he didn't put on a show.
Okay, then Anderson Silva has the Damian Maya fight, the
Talasaitis
fight,
Yep, yep.
those horrible fights.
You're
Fedor
right.
had some boring
You're
ass
right,
fights
but
too.
Anderson had those earlier, and then he started dominating people. And when you look at some of the crazy Anderson fights, like the Forrest Griffin KO, when you look at Anderson, like motivated Anderson, when he's like in shape, and the James Irvin when he went up to 205.
James Irvin.
I know it's true, but when you see him as an assassin against Vitor Belfort, Vitor, who
Nate
is
Marquardt in his prime
super
beat
dangerous.
everybody.
Yep.
Vitor,
Yep.
TRT, Vitor.
Yeah, but go through
Yeah.
John Shogun. You know what I'm saying? You got
He wasn't. That's not true. Wasn't TRT Vitor back then? No, Vitor wasn't on TRT and became on TRT
When he fought-
after he fought Anderson. He looked different. When he fought Anderson, he was like he didn't look
John
nearly
beat
as
Vitor
jacked.
Belfort.
Yes,
John beat
Yes.
TRT Vitor.
Was
The
Vitor,
jacked
was,
Vitor.
what was Vitor? Was Vitor when he was 19? Is that still considered TRT Vitor?
No.
No, that's roided Vitor.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
Devolve
That's what he
Vitor.
said. That
That's
not me.
Winstrol Vitor. Yeah.
Yeah, he was 240.
That's
He was
everything.
240 with a size
Energon
9 shoe.
50.
Size 9
That's
shoe.
Gold Jim
Yeah.
Vitor.
Eddie and I met his trainer way back in the day. We used to call him Garden Hoses.
Dude, remember how
Homeboy?
I remember
Yeah.
him. I remember him.
What happened to that guy?
Joe and I
Died from steroids.
at 35 years old. Joe and I were looking at him. He was
Popped
he
like
was
a grape.
Joe and I were looking at him at the airport.
Man,
Remember, he was eating.
Of course.
He's eating out of
Dude.
a can of tuna at the airport, and he and I were watching him. And Joe goes like this. Joe's looking at him, and Joe goes, "He is the color of a plum."
He died.
It was crazy, dude. You
He
never
was
seen
plum.
anybody that
He was the color of a plum.
He was just a totally different
His
color
blood
than
pressure-
a human's supposed to be.
He was like in everyone's corner. Anderson Silva's with a fanny pack and just
Eddie
the
and I
color purple.
called him garden hoses because we worked out with him once, and the dude had garden hoses for
I know.
veins.
I think that was his nickname.
Everybody
Actually,
called
think-
it.
Yeah, I think
That was his name,
nickname.
Garden?
I think we
And he
might have
died?
invented it. Either you and I invented it.
Shockingly.
But yeah, he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Probably
And this
just
is
too,
when
too much gear.
This is when Vitor was in the Randy Couture fight. So this is those days when Vitor looked like a lion.
Yes.
He looked like a
Human
male
lion.
human lion. Like his
Dime piece.
neck started.
Nobody had better
right
traps.
about here.
Yeah.
And just came straight down.
Yeah.
And he was just super jacked.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Dude, when he fought Randy, he was like 240.
yes.
He's fighting 185 now. Just stop and
a tough 85.
just stop and think of that. That is insane. I mean, that's insane.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
kinda
look
bummed
at
out.
him at
That's
85.
not
I'm kind of
TRT
bummed out
Vitor.
Garden Hose died.
That's not T.
No.
You remember the other fist fight?
Rockhold is TRT Vitor.
Do you remember there was another fist fight in the stands?
Bisping and Rockhold.
Yeah, here's a trivia question for Joe Rogan. There was a fist fight in the stands after Vitor lost to Randy Couture. Do you remember who it was between?
Was that the one between Tank Abbott?
Nope.
No. Who was it?
Nope.
Tank Abbott was always getting in.
It was a fist fight between
Ken Shamrock?
Vitor's
Wow.
mom and his girlfriend.
Who's that dude? Is that Curtis?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
That's Mr. Hose.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is that him?
That's the dude.
Well, he was
my
35.
God.
He looks every bit
Look
of
at that vein
50.
across his shoulder.
Pull
You
up
see
his
that shit?
go big on his images. Go just
They're not
just
all him. They're not all him.
Is that? But that's him. Just go big. Make it big. Like close it. Sorry. Yeah. Look at the size of his fucking veins, dude. We'd be at the gym with him. We'd be like, "What? How come we don't look like that? What is that? Doesn't even look like a human." That dude was so jacked.
Do you see
Super
what's
nice
going on
guy.
in his biceps?
Everything.
You see right there, right at it where his elbow is. Like, what is that? That's like a.
It's a Keeber
It's like a.
He took a
steroid
lot.
factory.
He took some stuff. He
Look at
took
his
some stuff.
fucking bicep. His
you
right
think
bicep.
he died of the steroids? Because they always say no one's died from steroids.
No,
bro.
your heart. It can fuck with your lipid levels and everything. If you do it that much, God knows what he was
That
taking.
motherfucker's on cow blood.
Yeah,
just
he was taking crazy
everything.
shit.
People take a lot of crazy stuff. They also take insulin, and apparently that's really dangerous.
That'll get you.
There's a lot of different stuff that they take.
Yeah, he took a lot of
But
stuff.
all of it is effective if you want to get to that fucking giant size. You know I'm trying to get on, man? I got to contact him. We've been going back and forth. Is Dorian Yates.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Fuck yeah, man. He's going to be in
Does
the
he talk
States. I think he's going to be
candidly
here in
about-
July or
Does he
Giant
talk
man.
openly about
100%.
everything?
Yeah, he tells his dosages, says what he was doing.
What?
Says, yeah.
Does he talk about still
Yeah.
doing it now?
Well, he does. He's on TRT now. He
'Cause-
talks about that.
Because
yeah.
we had Phil Heath on, who's Mr. Olympia, 7-time Mr. Olympia, and you don't really like. You can't like.
Can't
I want
bring
to be
up
like
steroids?
No, like we don't, huh? B.
Come on,
It's
son.
not- it's not
Dorian
really-
Yates brings it up himself. He wants to talk about it. He's like, "This is crazy. Like everybody should know what we're doing." And
Them
Arnold,
little
to his
nutsacks.
credit, Arnold says the same thing. Arnold
Yeah.
tells everybody about it too.
Yeah, they were all. I mean, obviously.
There's no other way to
Not
achieve those
Arnold,
sizes,
Arnold?
Yes.
Terminators on
Yes.
gear.
dude. There's no way to achieve those
That's
sizes
creatine.
if you're
That's
not taking
creatine.
something.
He's kind of still doing something. If you look at
Hell yeah,
Arnold?
Hey,
Don't-
remember
no,
when
no,
he
I
was
saw
the
those
governor?
pictures of him
Remember
on the
the
beach.
governor? He tried making strict
Unless
rules on
he
now
fixed
he's
that.
back. Yeah, he's fixed it.
Oh, he fixed. Now he's in shape now. Damn, he's gonna
Now
do
he's-
Terminator.
now he's all
Six.
veined up.
tits.
Well, you know,
25?
you guys know he had heart surgery.
Yes.
Yeah, open heart surgery.
That's when he looked disgusting on the beach. That's
Yeah.
what was going on. I mean, he had to lay low, let his body recover.
Did you ever see the picture
I
of
thought
him and
that was
Sylvester
just-
Stallone in,
is what it
in,
looks like when you
the
get home,
hospital?
no?
That if you don't work out, but he's bulked. He's
Let's
bulked
see what it
back
looks
up.
like.
This is
That can't be
2016.
him now.
Yeah, that's him.
That can't be
Oh,
him
he's
now.
jacked now. He's
Oh
jacked.
my god! Holy
There's
shit
a little
balls.
Photoshop maybe right
Dude,
on
that
side.
can't be real.
No, he's getting help.
Is
No,
that
that's him.
real?
Yeah, it's him.
No,
Dude.
he's jacked.
Oh
And
my
he's-
God.
Him and Franco Colombo. That's
Holy
real.
shit, he's back. Look at him.
That's his son right there, right?
Well, you know what he's doing.
It's not that
I don't know
Mexican
if that is.
son.
That's
Yeah,
a-
it is.
That's
It's
his
his
son.
this is a
Patrick
recent picture, you
Schwarzenegger?
think?
Yeah.
You think this is
That's his
recent?
son.
That's
Yeah.
his son.
That's at Gold's
Yeah.
Gym, son.
What he's been
What year?
saying,
God
is
damn.
that he's been working out with Franco Colombo, and him and Franco Colombo travel around together and they work out together. And
Dr. Franco Colombo, sir.
Those dudes were the shit back in the day in the bodybuilding, and both of them are at it again.
Well, both of them were on fucking.
Is there a
the-
picture
the
of them
movie.
together?
Yes, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
pictures
Dude,
of them
they're
lifting.
He
pumping
could
iron
blow
together.
up. He
Yeah.
could personally. He
They're
could
pumping
blow
iron
up.
together.
Franco Colombo could
There
do two
they are.
things. One is he could do
Oh
dips.
shit, that's from that movie, right?
Pumping iron.
Yeah, that's them in pumping iron,
He's
and then that was the
holy
other
sh-
picture
Look
was
at
them
those
at the
arms,
gym.
dude.
Yes.
Look at
Arnold's
Arnold's
stomach.
He used to,
stomach.
he used to do.
Holy shit.
He used to do dips with two girls hanging off his legs. And he can blow up one of those old-fashioned water bladders. You know those
Yeah.
ones you fill up.
Hot water bag.
Yeah, he could fill up with, like just
Dude,
blow
they got
into
the
it.
boys back
No,
together.
Can you
no,
imagine
Brian,
how much
Brian.
pass
Yeah.
that we're going
No, he
through
could,
on the weekend?
Franco Colombo could make it explode.
God damn.
He didn't blow it up. He blew it up and made it pop. And
Crazy.
He did it in like 30 seconds. It's
That's how
fucking
strong he
insane.
was.
Just with his power, his lung power. He was one of the most powerful bodybuilders, and he
Yes,
was
he
one of the
was.
smallest.
Yes, power
He
lifter.
wasn't a big guy.
Yeah, that picture's super
but he was
gay.
Hey,
Hey,
fuck, please. My dick just got
What's
semi-hard there. I'm not even gay.
Franco
What?
is
I looked at that,
thicky.
and I was like,
Franco's
look,
super
if I was
thicky.
ever going to jerk off on a guy, I mean, most of the
I'm
time
right with you.
I'm not thinking about it.
Hey,
But
you're saying
I thought
Franco
I
and
was
Arnold,
straight.
they go to a gym, they like lift and people watch them?
they just go to the gym together, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Like if
Yeah.
you and me went to the gym together, they
That'd
go
be
to the gym
cool.
together.
Oh, that's cool.
old guys, two old guys.
Fucking went at it. Like if me and Callen went to the gym together.
That's right. We're getting old, buddy.
Well, but Franco doesn't
We're
look
on
like
the
he's on
way.
anything.
We're on the way to those people.
Yes, we are.
Franco's not on
50.
any testosterone, though. He
What
looks like
the
a
fuck
dad.
is you? What are you talking about? You think he's hanging out with Arnold and he's like, okay, what? How many milligrams?
Dude, bring up a picture
Brian,
of Franco
I
right
got a
now.
question for you.
No, he's
I got a
jacked.
question for you.
Is
You got
he?
a gun
he's
to your
wearing-
head.
Yeah, hold on.
We got two different conversations going on.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You got a gun to your head.
You got a gun to your head.
Yeah.
And you got to jerk off on any man's face on the planet.
Okay.
Who would it be?
Donald Trump.
No.
Hold on.
That would feel so.
Look at me right
feel
now.
like God, this is not
Come
going
on,
to
who
work.
would it be?
As long as
feel like this has been
as
done.
long
You had to
as-
look at their.
okay.
You had to connect eyes. Your eyes had to.
So I
be
have a few.
locked.
So it wouldn't necessarily be my favorite American, but
Would it be
as
Hector
long as
Lombard?
I like. He's not American, but
Don't
thank you for the
say
question.
that. Listen to me. Look at me. No.
Yeah.
Say no.
Hold on.
Absolutely not. Nothing but respect for Heather. Hector. and his
Hector's a
Cuban
great.
heritage.
I love Hector Lombard. I would never. He's
Yeah,
too
don't
much
even-
of a man.
don't
Well, no,
even
I'm
say.
saying because he
Who you
finds him
gonna- who you
attractive.
gonna pick?
Don't even bring
No,
it up.
no,
Raul
but-
Ramirez.
but-
Gun to your head.
You don't want to. No, no, no.
So
Cuban.
No. I
Don't
would
do
never.
it.
I would never splooge on a guy that I respected as to the level I respect
Jude
a lot of
Law.
fighters.
Okay. Who
So
would
I
it
would-
be?
Jude
as
Law,
long
what
as
did
he-
ever do? Let's make great movies.
I like Jude Law. I like Jude Law.
I like him too.
I like
Someone's
someone
gotta
with
take
a
the
bus
hit,
on
but
Jude
But I know
Law.
where you went with
He's a
that.
talented guy.
Now hold on,
Johnny Depp.
Bubba.
You want to bust
Young
on
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp?
He hit it.
No, no,
he
no.
hit
Really?
it.
Johnny
Fuck
Depp?
As long
Johnny
as he, hold
Depp?
on, motherfucker.
Jack
He's
Sparrow?
got to hold his hair
no,
up
no,
with
no,
one
no.
hand and look at me in the eye, and I have to go like this. I got to go. Hey, listen, man. You fucking. I spent $100 for every $100 on my movie. You give me $2
No.
back. I want my money back.
No.
I didn't give it.
Well, we
would
gotta
be a hate
wait.
thing.
Hold
We
on.
gotta
hold
go
on.
back
Hold
to
on.
him
You
in
would
that
turn
movie
it to
with Tom
hate.
Cruise.
Okay, I
What
get it.
was the 50s movie? What was the 50s movie? What was it called? Outsiders. You got to go back to him in the
Okay,
Outsiders.
but
Then
listen,
you jerk off.
I don't
on
want to get too
Johnny.
crazy. I'm 50.
21 Jump Street.
I know.
No, you can't. It can't be a hate
Willy
jerk.
Wonka.
It
I
can't
like-
be a hate
it's
jerk.
not a hate jerk, but listen, Mo, because I'm 50,
Is it
I don't
love?
have my prostate is a little big.
Tom
I'm not
Cruise.
shooting heavy, so it's just, you got to get directly under because it's just gonna go.
Like, you got a baby bird.
Yeah, I
here.
got a little,
You got
it's
a
a little
baby bird.
trip.
Here's
It
the
looks like
problem
a
with Tom
gonorrhea
Cruise.
drip.
If you came on his face and you caught those teeth, you'd feel bad.
Oh, I sure would.
Right? The snaggle teeth.
Look
if
at
you like,
him.
If you
Oh,
if
no.
you saw your own
What?
cum dripping out of
What?
his teeth,
Is that
you're like,
real?
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
Photoshop.
That's what he
Photoshop
used to look
teeth.
like.
Photoshop teeth.
No, Brian he used to have terrible teeth.
Damn it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
my God.
Photoshop.
No wonder
Looks
he's
like-
I don't
Scientologist
think
guy.
it's
Texas
Photoshop.
Chainsaw.
I think they actually
Nah, it's
added a
Photoshop.
fake tooth. Well,
Yeah.
that's him after braces. He had
Di-
braces when he was
diabetes.
like 40.
That'd be braces and veneers.
Yeah,
And,
because
His other teeth were
Scientology.
yellow.
his teeth were also off to one side.
I want to know how he got. I want to know the story of how he got in. Is there a video out there?
Scientology? He's been in Scientology
No, but
forever.
how did he get in? Like what happened?
That's a good question. I think somebody recruited him from a movie.
He was
set,
good though.
right?
He was
He
in.
was already in movies.
He
and
was
they
in
got him?
Taps.
Yeah,
Taps.
he
Oh
was
my
in Taps.
God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Bring
want to
him
know
up in
how
Taps.
that
It's really
happened.
good.
I want to know the guy who made that happen.
Dude,
I want to
that
interview
Leah
that guy.
Remini, that Leah Remini,
Who
is
got
just
him
going
in?
relentless on Scientology. There's like season
Yeah.
4. I got it.
Leah Remini,
It's bad. I
she
got
did my
it.
podcast. She
I
talked
know.
about it. You know, when I first met her, she was deep in it. She was with Kevin James. She was on King of Queens, and that's when I first met her. And he was like, "She's a Scientologist." I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
He goes, "She's
weird.
really nice. She's very cool." I'm like,
Man,
"Ooh."
that's just
She's a cutie, too.
A mind control
Real cutie.
experiment. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Well, somebody figured out how to control
It's
people a long time ago.
Until
it's
the
called,
internet came
It's
along.
called come up with a set of rules and say that this is like someone's looking out for this set of rules, whether it's God or it's
And then
Buddha
the
or
parents
it's
tell the
Odin.
kids.
Create a
Yeah.
mythology.
But the
create a
All you have
story.
to
crazy
do is
thing
do
is
that,
that
and people follow it. It's,
The
it's
crazy
weird.
thing is the stuff that
Until they
you know.
get the internet.
It's nothing but reports of child abuse. It just
There's a
that you
lot of
have
child
kids.
abuse in cults.
It's
Yeah,
horrible.
there's a
Yeah, it's
but
one of
no-
the big
but-
problems with cults.
Yeah.
You know, one of Joey Diaz's ex-girlfriends was in a cult like when she was a kid, and she said that the guy who was the head of the cult molested everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Molested all the girls.
Yeah.
Molested.
He wanted to fuck
fucked
girls.
everybody's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all just.
That's who
He
starts
just fucks all
cults.
the girls.
Yeah, well, it's all.
It's
most
what
of these
happens.
cults, that's what happens.
Polygamy.
Yeah, but
blah,
the
you
thing
know.
is, that's not the crazy thing.
David Koresh.
That's not
Yes.
the crazy thing. David Koresh, they shut that motherfucker shit down. We're allowing this to happen. It's like we want it to happen. It's like it's a CIA MK Ultra experiment.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait,
We got to that point in the show,
he went
ladies
from
and gentlemen,
fucking-
where I
he went from
realized
I'm giving him more wine.
Scientology to CIA.
look at the time.
Eddie,
Hey, give him a
I
little
gotta
more
head
wine.
to the
Papa.
comedy
Come on,
store.
Papa.
Tell us how
come on, let me
Scientology
feed the
came
beast.
about, Eddie.
Let me feed the beast. I
don't
love
know
him.
anything.
Riders
I
on
don't
the
know anything.
storm.
I don't know shit. I don't know anything.
You think, like,
But
the
how are
government
they
supports
letting
it,
this?
though?
How? When you look into it,
You gotta look into it.
look into it.
I've been
When you look
looking
into
into
it, hey, think about this. Think about how crazy that religion is.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Which one?
And then think about how it's allowed to survive and thrive.
You're saying like Scientology?
Scientology, even
Yes.
better. I'll do you one better. Scientology doesn't have to pay taxes.
Dude,
they figured out a way how to not pay.
motherfucker.
You know
How
what
is
they
that-
did?
how is
I'll
that-
tell
Does the
you.
government-
I'll tell you. Hold on. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the
Look
actual
into it.
fact.
I'm
And I'll tell you the
going to.
actual fact. They organized a massive lawsuit campaign against the IRS. And they said that if you can say that all these different religions, whether it's Catholicism or Mormonism has very questionable backgrounds. Mormonism was started by Joseph Smith, who was a known con man. I mean, Mormonism there's like, he found it when he was 14. He said he found golden tablets that contained the lost work of Jesus, and only he could read them because he had a magic seer stone. Like, when you look at the actual, you're talking about a guy who we know the guy, right? So Scientology was like, well, so fucking what? If you can take that, if you can take Mormonism, like, why can't we get tax exempt status? And they said, no, fuck you, you're not a real religion. And they're like, bullshit. If anything is a religion, we're a religion. And in that sense, I support them. Yep. I think all religions should have to pay taxes. But I think that if anybody gets a free ride, Scientology should get a free
100%.
ride too. If you're going to have this goofy loophole in, then they qualify just as much.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Hey, man,
if Mormons get a pass.
So that's what happened, Eddie. It's massive lawsuits. It was, and this is all, you could find it.
I saw the HBO documentary.
They filed a shitload of lawsuits, and the IRS was fucked.
You talking about Going Clear? The doc?
It's
so
amazing.
Good book.
It's amazing.
Good doc.
It's a great book.
Hey.
The book's even better because
book.
it goes
All that
into the
shit was allowed
history
to
of
happen.
this.
Great book.
It's being allowed
But
to
Eddie,
happen.
everything's allowed to happen. The thing is, no one can pay attention to everything. Everything's allowed to happen all the time. And then once we find out that something's happening, it's like, okay, now what? Like
You
with
can't
Waco.
shut it down
Scientology,
anyway. You
though.
can't shut down a religion.
Well, you can't shut down anybody's freedom of
Right.
speech. If you have an
Expression.
ideology, your freedom of expression, your ability to gather and talk,
Which is
makes
good.
it-
Yeah, but if you
makes
look
us-
at the
I don't know
Scientology.
shit. All I know is if I had a country to run, I would start. If I was running a country, I would start cults and have mind control experiments.
I would too, but I wouldn't have
would.
time in between negotiating oil deals and trying to figure out whether or not we should stay
NATO?
in
I would make time.
NATO
I
and
would make
Paris
Climate
climate
control.
control. I know what you're saying. In a way,
I
you're
would
right.
in my
In a way, you're
world,
right, but no one has the time to do everything.
There's not enough
to
time.
micromanage the entire world.
They're too busy.
That's right.
It's just there's
not
only
enough
so
time.
much shit. You can let
Hey,
people
listen,
take care of themselves.
People got lives. I get it.
You could let
They got
people take
key-
care of
they
themselves.
Got, hey, Illuminati got keys.
They got keys. Illuminati
I
got
get it. I
keys.
get, it's not enough time for mind control experiments. There's too much shit going on.
Well, they definitely have done some mind control experiments too. That's
No,
what
I'm just
also
saying
part of the
if I
problem
ran
is.
a country, I'm saying if I
Eddie, why
ran
you
a
bringing
country
up
in this
Wait,
other
I have a
dimension.
question for Eddie.
If
I'm
I
not
ran a
saying they're
country
doing
the
it.
way
I'm saying if I
a
did
comic
it,
book guy writes
Shit.
comic books, I would
Shit.
definitely do
Hold
that.
on.
Are you kidding?
Hold
I'm
on.
going, this
I
is
got a
what we're
question for
going to
Eddie.
do. This is
Eddie.
what you're going to start a religion. You're going to start a religion. You're going to start a religion.
who-
and just you're going
Eddie.
to bullshit them this way, and we're going to just
Who's
watch
this
them.
mastermind? And what's
Eddie,
his cut?
who is? I want to know from you, and you better tell me.
My country
I
would
wanna know.
survive at
Hold
least
on.
500
Hold on.
years.
Hold on.
You
Eddie,
know it.
Hold on.
You know it.
Eddie, I
ahead.
have a question.
Brian,
you better
what's the
tell me
question?
this because I know you know the fucking answer, bro.
Am I, as a dictator?
Hold on.
Brother, I want you to
As
answer.
a-
No,
as a
hold on. I think you
tyrannical
got your. I got,
dictator?
you think
Who
you got
got-
your finger on the pulse. I want to know right now on this podcast who's running this country.
I have no idea.
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
Give me a little idea because I know you
don't
got
know.
a fucking
I
idea.
don't know.
Bro.
I don't
You're
know.
you're playing dumb right now.
I'm
Can
going
I
to
ask?
guess. I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
guess.
Go ahead.
Satan.
Based on nothing but circumstantial evidence. I'm going to
Oprah.
I'm going to guess.
Hold on.
The
Educate
people
guess.
that control the banks. That's I don't know.
Who would they be?
Rothschilds? I don't know. That's
We-
what
we
I hear.
did,
I could be wrong.
hold on
That
a
could
second.
be Rothschilds. Could be a complete
No, it's not.
fabrication.
We
That's
looked
an
up,
old-
we looked up on the
I
internet
don't
the other
know.
day, and the Rothschilds, like the family. Here's what's hilarious.
internet?
It's 1 billion to like 70 trillion. 700 trillion.
700
What?
billion, yeah.
700
What is it?
billion or
Yeah,
trillion?
it was billion.
What- what's
700
what's this
billion.
number? What
Like,
is it?
The amount of money they own, it's either
Is it-
1
are they
billion
real? The
or
Rothschilds real?
Oh, 100%.
That's real.
Oh, 100%.
There's a family that owns all the banks.
No, there is a family that has a considerable amount of money they pass down from generation to generation, and these
And they run
younger
the central
generations
banks.
How
have
much is
figured
it?
out
That's
how
the
to not
conspiracy
fuck it
theory
up.
that they run the
how much
central
is it,
bank.
Joe?
They
Is that's not
definitely-
real?
We
How
don't
much
know.
is it?
We don't know.
I
They
don't know
say,
if it is. That's what they say, but
Okay,
that
hold
could
on.
be lying.
They say between 1 billion and 700 billion.
Snoop says 500 trillion.
But do they even exist?
No.
Do,
It says
do the
false.
Rothschilds even exist? That could be a conspiracy.
Can I
theory
say
right there.
one thing?
The
Okay.
Rothschilds are a hoax.
Hey,
they
Eddie,
don't exist.
one thing
Hold on.
about the Rothschilds, when you talk about the Rothschilds and these different big families, there's one thing in common.
It's a hoax.
Nope, follow me on this.
They're white.
If you hear, nope, they're all Jewish. And by the way,
That's a hoax.
if you look at their roots, if you look at the roots of these,
Are
a
you
lot of
saying
these,
Jews are good with money
rumors,
now?
a lot of these rumors and conspiracies, they start in the
Freemason.
neo-Nazi camps
German.
and the ultra right-wing camps and a lot of the anti-Semitic,
that a
Are you
conspiracy?
giving me a history lesson
it's
based?
not.
That's a conspiracy.
That
Are you
goes
giving me a
way
history
back.
lesson?
That goes way back into Europe. That goes way back with the Nazis. So just be careful where these things come from. You'll find that
I
their
don't know.
roots.
Hey,
no,
listen,
I know.
I don't know
you don't.
shit.
But their roots a lot of times.
I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, their roots sometimes start in really
I don't
awful
read
places.
books.
So
You should read a book every now and then.
Hey, listen.
I got some
don't
books
know.
for you.
I don't
Lawrence
know.
Wright, the guy
I don't
he's
know.
had
I don't
Going
know what
Clear
to
and The Looming
believe.
Tower, two
I don't
very
know what
good
to
books.
believe. I don't know.
The Plant Paradox, which I'm reading now about food, very interesting.
Unless it benefits me to believe something, unless I make money from it.
Yeah.
Like if you say, dude, you're
don't
a
wanna waste
fucking
time.
idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You know, like what if I believe this? Dude, you could be fucking, your kids could be, go to college for
You want
free if you
measurable
just believe
results.
this and just, if you just sign off and say you believe it. I'm like, that's not what's going to happen. Is it illegal if I don't believe it? Will I get thrown in jail? No, then I don't want to. I don't want to believe shit. If it doesn't hurt me, it shouldn't be such a big deal. That's I don't know what to believe, man. I don't know if the Rothschilds are real. I don't know if reptilians are real. I don't know if
Reptile.
Satanism is real. I don't know shit.
One thing I'd say is getting closer to the truth can be achieved by looking at all the independent lines of inquiry, all the independent lines
Are you
that
sitting
come
here
to
trying
one
to tell
consensus.
me how to come to the truth,
Yeah, that's
Bryan
what he's
Callen?
doing.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
what
saying-
you're trying to tell me exactly how to come to
Well,
the
no,
truth?
I'm just saying generally. I'm
Is that
speaking
what
in
I'm hearing?
general because I would never tell you to get closer to
Okay,
truth.
okay.
Brother, come on, man.
Well,
I'm
think,
talking in general.
let me say this because I think this is really important. One of the problems that I've had, me personally, I've had with any idea is that once I have an original idea or once I start looking at something a certain way, I become married to it.
Yes.
And I've had real problems with that in the
All
past.
of us have. It's confirmation bias.
I
We do it.
understand, but I'm just saying I've had real problems with that. Like personally, where I had to look at like what I believed and go, well, why do I believe that,
Mm-hmm.
and why do I think? And there's been a bunch of times, whether it's through Bigfoot or UFOs or, I mean, I've looked at the JFK assassination 100 different fucking times. You know, there's been times when I said, well, maybe Oswald got lucky. I mean, like people do get lucky. Like I've shot the first animal I ever shot. I shot at 200 yards, and I probably shouldn't have hit it, and it dropped. I could have fucked that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can, if you're aiming at something, pull the trigger and hit the president in the back of the head. It is possible. I don't think it did. It seems to me more like some other shit was going on if you look at all the different pieces of evidence.
Our Navy
but I
SEAL
don't
friends beg
fucking
to
know,
differ.
man. And the problem with saying this happened and that happened, which I used to do all the time, is that you don't fucking know. You don't know. You don't know.
But you
and
can-
until you do know,
Yeah.
when you say you know and you might be wrong,
Right.
it becomes an ego thing.
So you can
Yes.
speculate?
Yes. You can get closer to
speculate.
the truth. You can
Sure.
approximate. So if you hear scientists, they always say, it's so fascinating. Scientists start always with doubt. And what they do is they always say, if you really corner science, they'll say, well, this is the most likely. Based on the data I've looked at or the literature I've read carefully, this is the most likely possibility.
Right.
It's really interesting to hear how they talk that way
Right.
because, like with global warming or anything,
Have you
they'll-
heard Krauss?
Yes,
Lawrence
Lawrence
Krauss?
Krauss. Yeah, listen, I've had him on my podcast. I listened to you, both the podcast you had with him, and tried to read some of his book. It was tough, but yes, I
His
love
book
him.
is rough, dude.
Yeah.
When he started,
just have to have a background.
Gauge symmetry. When he was going into gauge symmetry, and I fucked up by opening up my podcast, asking him to explain gauge symmetry.
I know.
a beast.
It's insane, man.
You know what I got
it's
from that?
theoretical physics.
Yeah, I got. This is what I got
puts
from
a
that.
hole in your head.
I got that. There's a web. There's an invisible web, and when we come into contact with it, we become mass.
But
That's
we
what
have
I
to
got.
understand, as skeptical as we are of this shit, these are the same motherfuckers that put together the Large Hadron Collider.
Yes.
They are spinning atoms just slightly under the speed of light, slamming them into each other, and recreating the very instances right after the Big Bang.
Jesus.
And they're doing that shit right now.
crazy.
There's a team of scientists
And how many scientists?
from 100
Like 30,
different countries.
Yeah,
thousands.
Thousands.
You guys-
I feel like
you guys,
find out how many there is.
35.
You guys
500.
all agree that Nikola Tesla was a great scientist?
Oh, he was a
would imagine.
genius.
For sure,
He was a genius, but you got to remember
I'm a
that
fan.
Nikola Tesla lived in a world where he was so far ahead of the curve, and there's very few people that were able to compete with him or even understand what he was doing.
Do you know that if you go to YouTube and you punch in Nikola Tesla hoax fraud, nothing comes up?
That's amazing.
No,
Makes
nothing.
sense.
Yeah,
but
not-
that's also
nothing.
a guy who lived
There's
in the
not anybody
1920s.
on the planet
dispute?
trying to say, "Oh, that shit was bullshit." There's no. You go to YouTube, punch in Nikola Tesla hoax fraud. Not one fucking video. There's videos that come up that's saying something else was a hoax. Nikola Tesla proves it, or Nikola Tesla proves hoax, but not one video of anybody ever saying Nikola Tesla was a hoax.
I feel like a guy like that.
But this is just a fact. You can take it or leave it. Put in Albert Einstein hoax fraud. Endless videos. It's fucking
Albert was a freak.
endless videos. And like, wait a minute, wasn't Albert Einstein Time Magazine's Man of the Century?
Okay, but let me
How is
stop.
that even
Let me
possible?
stop. Okay,
I thought
Eddie,
he was
you're
the
getting
smartest man in the
Hold
world.
on a second. Let me just help you here.
That's
you're
just-
getting very dramatic. So let me stop for a second. If
I'm
you
just-
put in,
I'm being,
if you put in
funny.
Holocaust hoax, you'll get an equal number.
I'm not talking about that.
But you
I'm
know
talking
that's
about,
true. If you put in Sandy Hook hoax, you're getting an equal number. You
Yeah,
get a tremendous number of people that think that
But
a
not
lot
Nikola
of very.
Tesla.
You're
Not
right.
Nikola
You're right.
Tesla.
It's amazing.
Why-
Well, also,
why not him?
How about people that don't think that Richard Pryor was a genius? Who
Is
the
there a-
fuck?
does
Have you
it
ever
say
met a
Richard
comic?
Pryor
Have you
hoax?
ever met a comic once that doesn't think Richard Pryor is one of the greatest of all time? They don't exist.
But are there videos of people trying to prove that he wasn't the greatest?
No, but I mean, look,
No.
I
that
believe
he was a hoax.
that,
No,
you
there's
know,
nothing on Nikola Tesla.
I don't think that Einstein was a
Nothing.
hoax, dude. I mean,
Correlation
Einstein,
is not the
You know
same as
what?
causation, though, Eddie. You know?
Shit. I don't know nothing. All I know is there's nothing on Nikola Tesla.
yeah,
no
but it doesn't
hoax
mean
in it,
anything.
But there's thousands of you look
Okay.
into his life, like, oh,
But is there
shit.
anyone besides
You look
Nikola
into him,
Tesla that
oh,
doesn't have that?
shit.
Is he the only guy, Eddie?
Well, Thomas Edison
Look
was
into
always
it. Just-
Thomas Edison was always accused of stealing the ideas of Nikola Tesla. In fact, Thomas Edison electrocuted an elephant in the middle of what was it, the World Science
Thomas
Fair?
Edison did?
Yes,
I mean,
he
Thomas.
did.
Oh, Thomas Edison. I thought you said Thomas Jefferson.
No,
Sorry,
Thomas Edison
yes.
electrocuted a fucking elephant.
There's video of it.
because he wanted to prove that
Not-
alternating and direct current, like AC/DC,
How fucked
which
up
was
is
Tesla's
that?
idea.
There's video of an elephant
alternating
being
current.
electrocuted, not
Yeah.
by Thomas
How
Edison.
fucked
but-
up
No,
is
but
that?
Tesla
Thomas Edison did it. The reason why he did it is to prove or to try to it was propaganda against Tesla's ideas, which are more advanced.
And there's
he
an
wanted
open form,
a
right?
movable, he wanted there to be alternating currents, and
Tesla
Edison was a direct
and
current guy.
Einstein were alive and kicking at the same time. Tesla. There's quotes. The quotes could be bullshit,
you know,
but there's
Tesla
quotes of the
comes from
Teslas
several decades
crushing
before
Einstein,
Einstein, though.
clowning him in
Wasn't he?
public. He thought Einstein was a
I know
fraud.
what he said.
That could be that
Well,
could be
I've heard
be
that-
bullshit. But there are quotes that can be bullshit of
No.
Tesla. They keep popping up.
Eddie, but I
Tesla
think-
breaking.
Eddie,
no, hold on,
yeah.
hold on. There's quotes.
Yeah.
Tesla quotes saying the theory of relativity is basically a joke. There's Tesla
No, but
quotes of
Eddie,
that.
hold on.
No, what I'm saying is it could be bullshit, but it keeps coming up.
Well, no. We know that the theory of relativity is used, right? So that we know that that's not so much a theory anymore. But here's what I think that he's addressing. So Einstein, from what I have read, is Einstein was a great mind, but he was coming up at a time where he got most of the credit. He became a famous scientist when there were a lot of scientists
Yes.
working on very similar ideas.
He was an average
and
scientist who got
contributing-
blown up.
and contributing to the larger debate about what is it? Quantum physics, right? So
You know,
going
there was
beyond
also a
Newtonian
big
physics.
debate about their methods, whereas Tesla was a big fan of experiments. Einstein was a big fan of equations, and one of the big criticisms.
One of the big quotes.
What does
he
it
goes,
say? What are you pulling
Scientists
up?
of today.
What is this? Tesla's overrated, debunking
Oh,
the
this
cult
dude.
of Tesla. Tesla's a popular figure in conspiracy culture. What is it saying? What is he saying?
He says Tesla
It's
is
not
a,
even
is,
just a
is not
conspiracy
real.
thing. What is he saying?
He said
Tesla's
Tesla's
a
not
real
real.
genius?
He said right here, he says Tesla was a popular figure today, but he's also a self-publicist, and this is the stuff he didn't invent.
He did not invent alternating current.
Yeah.
He just was one of many people working on it. Okay, but he's probably one of the forefront minds, right? Being a showman, helped popularize its use. He's so good at that. Eventually, had to. I don't know if he's right or not.
Dude, he's
The problem
shitting
is-
on Tesla.
I just
this
mean
is the
there's
only
no
guy
one.
ever.
Eddie said there's no one
This-
saying anything against him, but there is.
But Mick
Develop
West is
free
always
energy.
against. He's
Oh, he-
100% official story. He's not against. He doesn't believe in not one conspiracy.
No,
theory.
you're right, 100%, and that's one of the only criticism I had about that guy. Like when we talked about the Gulf of Tonkin, he doesn't want to even admit that
Yeah,
the Gulf of
and
Tonkin
Tower
was a
7.
false
He
flag.
can't. Tower
Well,
7's obvious.
Also, Operation Northwoods, he was trying to downplay. I'm like, look, man, whether or not you know what happened in any other place, like the Joint Chiefs of Staff wrote down a memo saying that what the plan was to have Guantanamo Bay attacked by Cuban friendlies that were going to give them guns, give them bombs, have them attack American
What did he
civilians.
say? He's
he
always
was like,
got
well, it
something.
never was like implemented. I was like, it doesn't matter. They signed it. Kennedy had a veto. Yes, but Kennedy vetoed it. That's why those checks and balances are in place. Like, no. The mindset behind the type of person that would want to blow up Americans and blame it on the Cubans so we could justify
The founding
a war
fathers
with
knew
Cuba.
that, though. The founding fathers
Yes.
knew that there would always be people within the
You're
government
right.
that
You're
would do
right.
anything they could, and so that's where the checks and balances,
Right,
of course,
but they
and everything
don't
else.
always go through perfectly.
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
Yeah.
if Nixon was Reagan, or I mean, if Kennedy was Reagan or Kennedy was Nixon, he might very well have let that slide. Who knows? I mean, a different person in a different circumstance with a different view of the world could have let the Joint
Yeah.
Chiefs of Staff pull that through. So that shows you the mindset.
Right.
So the mindset's undeniable that
Yes.
people absolutely do conspire. So when you're a guy who never believes in conspiracies, you do just as much damage as a guy who always believes in
Well,
conspiracies.
so Alexander Hamilton said that it's not just a king you have to worry about. It's your actual government that's been elected. So just because your parliament, he was using parliament as an example, just because parliament was voted in doesn't mean that small group of people will not get power hungry and drunk. So therefore, you've got to have all these checks and balances. You've got to have courts. You've got all kinds of things. And you have to have a Senate and a House of Representatives. This is where these ideas came from. That's what the genius of those fucking guys were.
Well, it's the only thing right now that's keeping Trump from
Yes.
instituting his travel ban,
Yes.
doing a lot of the. I mean,
incredible.
but even with those checks and balances, he's still able to cut back the
Yes.
EPA budgets,
Democracy at
withdraw
work.
us from the Paris
Yes.
Climate Agreement. So there's a lot of weird shit that goes on that they didn't anticipate.
Yes.
But what they did anticipate, they did put enough checks and balances that's keeping from one person from just completely dominating the thing with
because
their
they knew
ideology.
they came from monarchies.
Yeah.
Those guys, they
Yeah.
came from monarchies. They knew that no matter who you are as a human being, whether you're democratically elected or you're divinely elected, like the king was in Europe, you are going to take advantage of your power. You're going to get drunk with power. It's very human,
Yeah.
and to want to have control over other people and to do for them what they
Yep.
don't know is best for themselves.
Look
That's
at the
always
world,
the
man.
case.
Look at whether it's Libya or look at North Korea or look at it. People want to dominate the people around
Yes.
them. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. If you don't think they're doing it right now, you're fucking crazy.
Right.
The question is, what is the absolute objective thing that's happening here? Like the objective
Yes.
view of what's happening here. That's where it gets real tricky for all of us. Whenever we say we know that something's happening, there's no way you can know. And I know that there's no way you can know, so now we have a really tainted conversation because we're not looking at this whole thing honestly. Whether whatever the fuck it is, whether it's aliens or life after death or anything, I need to absolutely fucking know that you're being honest.
Yeah.
And as soon as I don't
Yes.
think you
Yes.
are, or if I think you're trying to gain power, as soon as you see a politician give some bullshit fucking speech where you know that they're giving this canned cadence, this nonsense rhetoric, and you know as soon as they get in there, they're going to give in to the fucking special interest groups. Like it's happened
that's
with Trump,
why-
it happened with Bush, it happens with everybody. It happened with Obama.
That's why a free press from all different angles is so important. Uncensored press. And that's why it's called the Fourth Estate. Man, that keeps fucking power in check. Transparency.
It does.
And that's the other thing. The other problem is that when government grows, which it always has a tendency to do, what does government do? It taxes and passes laws. Two very coercive measures. You keep growing government, here's what happens. It doesn't get more powerful. It gets more powerful, but also more people are dependent on it. More people are feeding from the public trough. And then it becomes really hard to get rid of it. It's really hard to get rid of a government program once it starts because a cottage industry grows up around it to,
I mean, that's
to take
what
advantage.
the big problem they have right now with prisons.
Yes.
There's so many fucking prisons, and then they start prison guard unions start
Exactly.
passing laws. They start
Exactly.
lobbying to get laws passed to keep marijuana illegal, to
Yes.
make sure that their prisons are filled.
Yes.
Because these prisons become generators of money.
That's right.
They don't become places where people
become the
are
economy.
enslaved.
Right.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucked
So your
up.
politician's not going to say anything that's going to not grow that industry. That's
Yes.
too much pressure.
What about
As a
that-
politician, you spend 40% of your time raising money from strangers for your next election.
What about that conspiracy theory about hip hop and rap, gangster rap, being created to promote crime
That came
to get
from the
more
South
people.
Bronx.
That came from ghetto.
That came from
It's
artists.
an actual conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That was a
It
meeting.
came from
You know what
That's
the
white
real?
people.
You know what
That's
the real
white
fear is,
people
Eddie?
alone in their Long Beach apartments trying
Yeah.
to figure
They
out
have
what
no
went
skills
wrong.
to
When
rap.
prisons
Rap-
are there private prisons, people are profiting off prisons, right?
Michael
Yes,
Jordan
If they have
invests in a
anything
lot
to
of
do
them.
with,
Hold on.
Nah.
if they have any connection to,
Okay, but here's the problem with that
entertainment world,
timeline. Here's the problem with that timeline. The private prisons weren't really that popular
Nah,
back then.
this is the 70s.
Private prisons were popular. Like the rap music really came up. The original rap
Late
music
80s.
wasn't even, but it wasn't
no,
even really
gangster rap. It was gangster rap
Yeah.
specifically.
NWA. We're
Yeah,
talking like
specific.
88,
No, it came
89.
before
No,
that. It came from when the
90s,
Bronx was on
right?
fire.
No,
Don't
gangster
push
rap
me
though.
because
No,
I'm close to the edge.
No,
I mean,
specifically gangster rap though.
Right.
They came
the
out of
conspiracy
Compton.
theory.
Guns and yeah.
the conspiracy
They
theory
took it to the next level.
NWA.
is saying that the gangster rap from Compton and all that shit.
but it came from New York, man. It came from when the Bronx
well,
was on
that's where
gangster
fire.
rap
rap.
came from. That's where
Gangster
rap
rap,
came
though,
from.
came from
Yeah,
Compton.
rap came from New York. The whole story with the
It's
Sugar Hill
pretty
Gang and all that.
undeniable that like Ice-T and NWA and Ice Cube. That
That's
was
gangster
yeah,
rap.
that's
Oh,
gangster
West
rap.
Think about that
the
album.
Game,
The
Gangster rap,
NWA, Niggas
right?
for Life.
He's more new, but yeah.
But
Hey, do you guys remember that,
still.
that album, Niggas for Life? That's what it was called.
Wow, Wow,
But
Bill
NWA,
Maher just got in
NWA.
trouble
Your
for that.
Mexican
You can
past
say
issues.
it. Hey, you can say it.
No, you can't.
Killed hookers. They had little skits in between the songs, and they had a song about gang raping a 14-year-old.
There you go.
In a drive-in.
That's what, yeah.
That they had a song about
about
that.
that?
Compton
She
was
swallowed
88.
it. It's called
Was
She
it 88?
Swallowed
I
It.
thought that was 90.
Damn.
They had some
We've
songs.
evolved.
That,
We've fucking
How
evolved.
did they get away with that?
Because we hadn't evolved. we didn't know what it meant.
Dude, Straight Outta Compton had Kill the Police. You remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Fuck
that-
the police.
Fuck
Wasn't
the
that
police.
Public Enemy or is that
No,
was that?
that's
No, that's
them.
NWA.
Public
Yeah,
Enemy
they-
had some
they
hard
questioned my
songs.
Dude,
rap
they got away
knowledge,
with a lot of
though,
shit.
God,
Fuck
man.
the police. That's the worst thing you could say
They got arrested
in
for
a
it.
song.
They got arrested for it at a concert. Saying fuck the police stormed the
But
stage.
you're jumping when you talk about like the gangster rap in L.A. You're kind of jumping up.
You're not.
right.
Gangster rap started in Compton,
What about New
California
York? Who
by
are the gangster
NWA.
rappers in New York?
It wasn't gangster rap. It was just hard rap. It was
no,
hip
it's
hop
hip
and rap.
hop.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
there's hip hop, and then there's gangster rap. It's NWA.
In other words, I'm shooting you
and
and all
I
that
say it
stuff.
one more time, I'm gonna freak
Gangsta,
out. 'Cause
LA,
you keep-
Compton.
Hey, I don't know, man.
No, you don't. But
I'm
you
out of my
pretend you
lane.
do.
I'm out of-
Yeah,
no,
I
I'm
know.
asking.
It started in Compton.
We're not talking about
NWA,
opera.
88.
I'm trying to think.
We're not talking about Pavarotti.
Pavarotti.
We're talking about
Is he
how
still alive?
NWA had a song
Is
called
Pavarotti
"Fuck the
still alive?
Police."
Yes.
He's not. He died. Pavarotti died.
Yeah.
He was greatness. I saw him sing in person.
Really? Live?
Yes, I did.
Holy shit.
And he sang Nessun Dorma, which you should really listen to it. Nessun Dorma, no one sleeps. Listen, please. No one sang
tell us
that
this.
song for 8 years at the Met because they couldn't hit that fucking note.
Hey, tell us
and
this
that
in
dude
that
would hit
psoriasis
it.
book.
He
Go.
would hit it, and I got two things to say. Nessun Dorma and the Plant Paradox, you motherfuckers, and the greatest restaurant in the world, Via Veneto down in fucking Venice. If you don't go there, you're fucking
Brian's
lost.
been plugging people nonstop
I don't
on
care.
our show and this show. It's so
I can't help
weird.
it. I can't. There's certain things I get obsessed with, and that's it. That's one
It's
restaurant
so
I love.
weird.
And
You know what
fucking
it is, bro?
Pavarotti.
You're fucking
fucks.
selling out in Australia. He's never been to Australia. He's starting to feel insecure.
Hey.
So you get shout outs to
plugging.
restaurants.
Hey, you're making me feel. You're triggering me, dude.
I'm trying.
Shout
Don't
out to
trigger me.
Outback in Calabasas.
Fuck you, man.
Shout out to Max Holloway running Hawaii with an iron fist.
For real.
Shout out to Max Holloway. Let's bring this bitch home.
How about
we
this,
survived
guys?
this.
Hey, let me give this to the people watching. How many people? 48,000.
You've
earned this.
There's a couple of people listening. Probably less now. How many we got now?
Probably
We
less
dropped
now with
off.
the psoriasis talk
Now
and the government
as
talk.
soon as we hit government talk, we drop about 10.
Sorry, guys.
35.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
Usually
guys.
lose about
I brought
10.
it. I brought it to a halt.
Fox News kills
Shit.
ratings.
I'm
Dude,
not
there
Fox
needs to be
News.
a separate
I don't
video
watch
on
Fox
the
News.
psoriasis
That's
talk.
another trigger, you motherfucker. You're
Video had
triggering
like
me.
17 views.
Hey, I love when Brian's talking about psoriasis. He goes, "No, I get why you would read it, but Joe doesn't have that. So why would you tell him about it?"
I was
Well,
helping
just get
people.
it. You just
Callen
shut it
on
down.
psoriasis.
People
Someone
who
make
are
it now.
listening, people who have psoriasis are listening. I want to help them.
You guys don't even remotely commiserate. You're like, bitch, I ain't got that problem.
What the fuck? Save that for someone, man.
God damn it.
I want to
That's
say this.
fun.
We're going to wrap this up, but I want to say this. Sometimes we have these podcasts and shit gets crazy and we get heated and we start smoking pot and we're drinking and there's like a wrong impression that some people get that we don't love each other. We don't have the best time.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what we agree or disagree on, you know, I think it's important
It's
to
just like family, man. I've had a lot of arguments with my brother and my cousins and stuff, and it's like, You know, you are mad and you are going back and forth and like, fuck that. You said that and you said this, but when it's all said and done, man, it's all nothing. It's all love.
All love.
And I'll say something.
And you know, I think it's good because I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. No, I respect Jamie. I got no, all of you guys. I respect everyone in this room's opinion, and I think it's very important, even if you don't agree with someone's opinion, to be confronted by it.
Yeah.
Because I think if everybody just look, we've all been around that one person or many people, like especially like old time celebrities that are famous in like the 70s and the 80s and shit when there was no internet, and then they just never felt this need to check themselves.
Sure.
You know, they were never informed, and I think that one of the best things about having a group of friends like you guys and like all of our comedian friends, and I think all of our jiu-jitsu friends too, and I think that's one of the things that kind of ties it all together. You get a different group of humans who've experienced a lot of weird shit, a different group of, and you have a different point of view than me on a lot of shit, whether it's MMA, whether it's I mean, there's always you and I have had spirited discussions about shit that we agreed or disagreed on the entire time we've been friends. But you can do that.
Yeah.
And still be cool to each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really important.
I think also the great thing about friendships after you get to be my age anyway and you spend a lot of time with people is that this is getting very, I want some violin music, but this is serious. But this is a little music.
I feel like I'm forced.
Brendan, a little music.
I feel like I have to come
You're
up
coming
with
up.
something.
You're coming up. No, here's what I want to say.
Hey, man, we're learning how to be friends.
Yeah.
No, I hear
there
you.
gets to a point with friendship, you know, where, and I was thinking about this with you, like you could do pretty much anything. You're never not going to be my friend no matter what. The only thing that would maybe question is if you hurt a child, God forbid, or if you were torturing animals in your basement, then I'd be like, oh, fuck, you're a fucking bad guy. But you know what I mean?
I would
Like,
100% help you bury somebody.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
I would
I'll take a
100%
risk.
Speed dial if I
I would
kill
100%.
someone.
I'll take a risk.
Yeah.
I'll take a risk.
There's only, I mean, there's a fucking small handful of people that I would call if I murdered somebody.
Yes.
They're in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would. It'd be a burner
You
phone.
call me
though,
first.
So pick up
Yeah,
that.
don't
You call the
I'm just
loyal
gonna
dog
text you.
first because I do it.
Listen, we're all
He'd get scared and go, I have a tummy ache.
Yeah, don't call me.
I got a tummy
call
ache.
me.
My Malinois is
Yep.
only 6 months old. I can't leave him alone. He shits in the house and chews the electrical cords.
My dog's afraid. And
I got a lot of living to do, bro. Don't drag
who's the
me
first
into
guy
this.
you call? Your dog right here.
Last time we did one of these podcasts, we got 10 million downloads.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Is that a lot?
The
Proud
last
of you
time,
guys.
yeah, it's probably the biggest thing other than the Alex Jones episode, which
Alex
is
Jones
off
still
the
number
rails.
one?
Alex Jones number one, and Alex Jones is one of the Alex Jones episode is one of the best pieces of evidence that there's some potential opening for some sort of a conspiracy to keep some people down. Because the Alex Jones episode, not only did it get more downloads than any podcast we've ever done ever, but it got more by like, what, 4 million?
The deep state couldn't
4
keep him
million?
quiet.
5 million?
The deep state couldn't
it's
fucking
up
silence
to,
him.
It's up to 15 million. But no, here's what they did do. And I don't think that they did. Look, it could be a catastrophic coincidence.
All right.
But during the time when the Alex Jones episode went running through the charts of our like downloads, like
Yes.
what we get, like if I have a number, like this is my number one, this is my number two. The Alex Jones is 5 million downloads ahead of everything.
It's clowning on him.
Now here's the crazy thing: iTunes ratings went down, and I don't think they went
The
down on
fuck?
purpose. I don't think they went down on purpose,
All
but
right.
they
Look at Eddie.
coincidentally.
Eddie just cocked his ear.
But they coincidentally.
I don't
this
know
is,
shit.
This is what's undeniable. They coincidentally went down the very time that the Alex Jones podcast was rampaging through
Fucking
the charts.
deep state.
Now,
That's
my
weird.
podcast oftentimes reach number one on the iTunes charts in terms of like the podcast episodes. Oftentimes,
It says overall.
if it's Lawrence Krauss or Sam Harris or maybe even this, like
God
this
bless
might.
you.
So when that does happen, I got to say, well, if a podcast got 5 million downloads more than any podcast I've ever done ever,
Yeah.
for sure, that one's going to be number one.
iTunes said
Yes.
not up in here.
And not only was it not number one,
Hold on.
but
Hold on.
what's going on
Punchline.
here? What do you got here?
No, I'm
Maybe,
saying-
maybe iTunes is
We're 3
being
and 4
like
right now.
gangster, like
What's
that,
that?
being
Might be
obvious
currently
about
number
Hold
it,
on.
and going,
Hold
boom,
on.
you
Hold
better
on.
shut the fuck
What?
up.
What, Jamie?
Currently number 3 and 4 overall.
Okay, we are.
2 episodes
Our
last week,
the
yeah.
episodes.
Damn.
The Alex Jones podcast never got past like number 20 or something crazy.
Really?
Yeah, not only that, but the ones after it and the ones before it that got way less downloads were all ranked
Gangsta.
higher. All
Gangsta.
ranked higher.
Do you think it's because I listened to that, and you guys got so fucking crazy toward the end.
Interdimensional child molesters.
You all got
Hillary Clinton.
completely nuts. I had to turn you guys off. I listened to 2 hours and I was like, well, now
That
we're
must
in
have killed
fucking
you.
crazy.
That
Oh,
must
dude,
have just
I loved it.
You didn't even get good until hour 3.
Oh, it was not. No, I probably listened to almost
People
3
get
hours. And I
pissed.
was like, oh no.
Oh, my God,
And I think
people
people
get-
turned. They went, oh, they're
entertaining,
too
though.
drunk. You guys got too drunk. To be honest with you,
people got
you got
pissed
too
at
high
me.
and drunk.
I was fine.
People got fucking pissed at me. People got.
You were
I
good.
never had so much heat in my publicly. Cholos and shit got mad at me. Gangbangers.
Yeah.
A gangbanger got fucking mad.
Alex
at me.
Jones
For
kept.
that
He
shit.
started thinking. He'd go like, "Let me tell you what Trump told me."
Yeah.
And then you guys just go off on another fucking tangent. I'm like, tell us what the fuck he said.
But he was high, but that's what Alex
So
does.
high.
Alex will tell you one subject, then he'll turn corners. George Soros making the marijuana stronger, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, it's the astronauts really did land on the moon.
Crazy.
But the problem was they found aliens there. Like,
Yep.
hey,
Relax.
Hey, have you ever seen
Relax
this?
with that.
He goes back and forth and back
Right
and
there.
forth and back.
For a
Even
second
Eddie was
there,
like,
I was
whoa.
going, damn.
Even
you're
Eddie went,
doing
"You're
so
crazy."
well.
What was the one thing that got you?
Fuck.
There was one thing in the middle of the
I remember
podcast where
Eddie.
Eddie stepped back and went, wait, you believe what?
I remember that.
No, because
I remember that. Eddie
Because
was like, hey, stop them.
this whole time, I'm the crazy motherfucker saying all this crazy shit, and I go, one of these days, he's been friends with Alex Jones since fucking 1998. Yes, he should have been on. Alex Jones should have been on episode 3 or 4 or 5. We ended up being 911. Finally,
had
I
to
waited
wait.
all this time.
I knew what I was
Finally
doing.
waited
You had to
all
wait.
this time. I go, oh shit. I even asked Joe. I go, dude, let me fucking jump on that bitch. I never do that. I never do that. I did that for Paul Stanley and Kiss. But it
shit,
didn't
did
work
you?
out.
Oh,
I
he
thought I
was
was
out
going
of
to be gone. I had the
town,
date different, but I was in town, and I said I can't make it. I'm going to be out of town. But it turned out.
You were good though.
But anyways, I showed up, and I'm thinking, finally, someone else
Just
is
as
going to
crazy.
just talk for me. And
Yeah.
for the first hour, I didn't say shit.
Right,
I
you were
didn't say
good.
nothing.
Right.
I didn't say nothing.
Yep.
I didn't say
You were
nothing.
sitting- you
And
were-
I go,
you
I'm
were in
taking
tall
all this
grass.
chemtrail shit.
Tiger
I take
in
a lot
tall
of
grass.
chemtrail shit. And me and Alex Jones have talked about chemtrails, and he knows 1,000 times more about chemtrails than I do.
Right.
He has the documents memorized in his head. He's got a photographic memory. So I finally talked after an hour. Let him go. He wowed the whole world. Everyone's like, oh shit, we're getting fucked here. We are getting fucked. And then I decided to bring the chemtrails up, and he didn't want to talk about it. He wanted to talk about Trump. He wanted to keep going Trump, and I wanted to go chemtrails. And I got kind of pissed, and I was like, "Fuck! I've been waiting this whole fucking time."
Why are you so obsessed with chemtrails?
Yeah.
What is it about chemtrails?
It's
Yo, who
just
gives
air.
a
It's
fuck,
just air.
Eddie?
It's just air condensation.
I don't know. It's just air.
Okay.
For some reason, I think air is important.
It's just 10:25. I gotta get out of here. I got a spot at the store.
You got to spot the store soon.
Let's end on that shit.
Shit. Yeah, I got a
boys.
spot at the store. Anybody working tonight? You guys working?
I'm off to Australia tomorrow night. There's
Eddie
only
Bravo,
tickets
when are you
left in
doing-
Sydney and
Hold up,
Auckland.
Hold up. When are you doing stand up? You know you're doing stand up. We got to do this.
Oh,
We got to
shit.
make this happen.
Dude, I'm ready to go. Just
I
give me
know!
5 minutes.
I know!
I write all the
All right,
time. I
next
write all the
show,
time. I
next-
told Sam Tripoli, I go, dude, put me on a secret little tiny up belly room show. I just want to go up there. I don't want to
This
tell
is what
anybody.
we're gonna do.
I got 5 minutes.
I'll do a
easy.
Wednesday. I do Wednesdays at the Ice House all the time. Next Wednesday I do it at the Ice House. Go up.
Commit to
I'll
it.
patch
Eddie.
you.
When is it?
I'll put it. We'll figure it out.
Not
We'll work
this
it out.
Wednesday,
I'll
but-
book it. I gotta
Ooh,
book
I
it.
like it.
I gotta
I'm
book it.
coming.
I'll
5
give you-
minutes?
I'll give you plenty of time. 5 minutes.
I'm coming.
Is that normal?
Yes, totally
Still normal? Because I know on
Come.
Comedy
open
Store
mic
open
night,
mic night. It's
5
3
minutes is normal.
It's 3. They
Oh,
give you
okay,
3
perfect.
at the open mic night
I got
at the
3
Comedy
easy.
Store.
I got
we'll
3
do 5.
easy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it.
Yeah.
Sydney, Australia. Melbourne, Australia.
Sydney and Auckland, New Zealand. Only tickets left. tfatk.com.
This
week,
June 8th.
Irvine.
June 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Irvine Improv.
You
One of the
fuckers.
best comedy clubs.
Oh,
It's
I
gonna be
love
great.
Irvine.
It's
Fucking
gonna be great.
amazing club.
Yes.
Edge Bravo, what's going on?
You know what? I got a mix flick coming out. Mix flick of Death and Devotion. It's a compilation of a bunch of music videos based on the best movies ever. Dropping Tuesday on my YouTube channel. Check it out.
Talking shit and telling jokes till the air stops coming out. See you soon. Bye.